فاستأنسي بالمنع وارعي حقه، إن الرضا وصف المنيب الألمع. وإذا بدا من ناطق الوجدان ما يدعوك للياس الذميم الأشنع، فاستيقظي من نومة الغفلات وليكن الرجاء لك مرتعا فيه ارتعي، يكن الرجاء لك مرتعا فيه ارتعي. إن العطاء إمداده متنوع، إن العطاء إمداده متنوع، يا حسن هذاك العطاء المتنوع. وردوا على نهر الحياة وكلهم شربوا، وكم فرت من متضلعين، حاشا الكريم يردهم عطشا وقاد وردوا. وأصل الجود من ذا المنبع، أصل الجود من ذا المنبع. يا رب لي ظن جميل وافر، قدمته أمشي به يسعى معي. يا رب يا رب لي ظن جميل وافر، قدمته أمشي به يسعى معي. كل الذي يرجون فضلك، كل الذي يرجون فضلك امطروا، حاشاك أن يبقى هشيما مربعي. كل الذي يرجون فضلك امطروا، حاشاك أن يبقى هشيما مربعي. حاشاك أن يبقى هشيما مربعي. ثم الصلاة على النبي محمد، سبب القوي إلى المقام
Assalamu alaikum, boys. Welcome back to another PUBG Mobile video capture cassette off. लाइव है, मैं कल से अभी तक सोया नहीं हूँ। अब ये वॉच पार्टी आ गई तो वॉच पार्टी करके ही सोएंगे। ओके बस नमाज वगैरह पढ़ी है तो वापस आ गए। क्योंकि हम चलते हैं अपने सीन कलेक्शन वाले पे, समझ रहे हो जिस बातों को। फिर यहाँ पे हम सर्च करते हैं अपना BM 800, 4 बंदे देख रहे हैं। ओके, बस गो। साउंड ही नहीं है, क्यों नहीं है साउंड बबुआ?
Midnight Siege.
If I remember
Okay,
correctly,
let's go.
they haven't played too many times in
Let's go,
tournaments
let's
in
go,
Tekken
let's
8.
go.
I believe the last time
We
was
are
actually at
focused.
FD Major last year in Malaysia.
Wow.
And that was Lily Drag.
जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नहीं आ रहे हैं स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर देना।
Took that one out 2-0 very clean.
उल्सन वर्सेस
Chicoran
चिंकोरियन,
had a
ओके।
chance and really punished him for it. So let's see, with these different characters, it's a different year, a different version of the game. Let's see what they've got in store for us.
Same players, different characters, same story here in TWT 2025. 1+2 engaged. Chicoran now is going to try to make the most out of this. Ulsan, though, responds with another heat engage.
And they're both heavy on the heat at the moment. I can see Chicoran's trying to push Ulsan's wall to the back, but Ulsan fighting his way out with a diving spear.
Oh, Chicoran unable to maximize that heat usage. The Phoenix Shift 4 has been one of the successors of Chicoran's game plan. Let's see if he'll go back to it, but the launch on Ulsan, though.
And an excellent whiff, excellent punish there. Gets him into the wall explosion. This is the first round. It's gone for 55 seconds already. Ulsan closes it out with 3 seconds to spare. They are feeling each other out, and they do not want to make any mistakes.
पर राउंड गया, बच्चा गया।
Able to capitalize on
उल्सन, उल्सन।
Scramble could spell
Nice.
disaster in this game, folks. Plus frames after plus frames.
Nice
Chicoran inside.
start,
Ulsan
बच्चा।
responds in return by pushing towards the center of the stage.
Now, Ulsan
Nice.
trying to lock Chicoran down there with the quick pokes, the plus frames, and just really test him. But Chicoran doing a great job. We've seen a lot of players crumble under this pressure, but Chicoran, the veteran he
बहुत
is
प्यारा,
able to maneuver around,
बहुत
but again,
प्यारा।
he is getting caught. Stray hits everywhere.
ज़्यादा ही गंदा मार रहा है।
And Ulsan activating that heat.
Yeah, just for a bit of a timeout, right? The back one's the Delta Slicer, just for him to keep.
असलान ऐश का क्या सीन है? असलान ऐश का टॉप 8 में अभी तो ये स्ट्रीम जस्ट स्टार्ट हुई है ब्रो।
And he is spinning there, right there.
Arslan, Ash, and Farzeen दोनों top 8 में हैं।
End of the round.
Five round.
Five time.
Exactly. So
Punish on the down forward 1-3. Now Chicoran getting big rewards here, stabbing the.
उल्सन को कुट पा रही है, उल्सन कुट पा रही है, उल्सन कुट पा रही है।
that lightning staff really.
अरसान और फरजीन दोनों हैं, और फरजीन ईस्पो वर्ल्ड कप के लिए क्वालिफाई भी हो गया।
We have Ulsan with the first rage art of the game. Just
क्या इस रेज आर्ट से वो निकाल सकता है राउंड? क्या इस रेज आर्ट से राउंड निकलेगा बॉयज? क्या लगता है? उल्सन है, कुछ भी कर सकता है। अब लो अपनी हेल्थ से हम बढ़ा ली है।
I like how Chicoran just played it safe. Like, let's get rid of the heat, the Delta Slicer, but the
ओए
getting a bit of the stock usage.
ओए ये क्या था? ये क्या था?
Amazing work there, really using
Star
his last tools
second.
extremely
और
well
इस
in
साइड
very
स्टेप
juice
नाइस।
ways, but he's looking like he's
बहुत
able to take
प्यारा
this and
ब्लॉक।
maybe save himself for the first game.
नाइस।
Ulsan
ओए
trying to close it
ओए
out with
7
the
सेकंड।
plus
ओ तेरी खैर,
excellent.
क्या रेज आर्ट से गेम निकाल के
You
गया।
saw Chicoran
नाइस।
slowly figuring out some
GG's।
things in that.
वैसे
in
के लिए
that
इजी
last
है
round
यार,
and just
इजी
put a
सी।
stop to it very quickly.
You know what? 2 of those rounds really went
वैसे
down
भी
to the
लग
wire,
यार,
so you can see
क्या
how well
यार,
they're able
अभी
to
तो
space
जस्ट
each other
स्टार्ट किया
out,
मैंने।
find the timing. Ulsan, though, like you said, stopping that momentum
Leaf.
is super important, especially up against a character like Clive.
It's amazing, and that's the thing. Clive, both of these characters currently in the
Lars.
are heavily knowledge check based.
Yes.
And so the way these guys
Lars
play,
ही
they have
सीख
done
लेना,
their
वो
homework.
टेंशन नहीं
They have
लेनी।
done their 8 hours a day and eat their Wheaties.
The thing is, how do you knowledge check a
Nice.
Lars,
Ooh,
right? He's just
7
figuring
hit
stuff
combo.
out as we go. So I think that's one of the advantages Ulsan has, because you know it's like honeymoon phase of this character, I guess, with how he's using it. The sidestep from the 1+2.
So work and breaks the glass. I hope Lee has some insurance. And he's going to break some more, get a contractor in, tries to catch him on the ground.
Able to actually catch him waking up. Chicoran, not much life. Delta Slicer, dash in. But Chicoran now has some resources to work with and a balcony break. Unfortunately, back one lands.
I think he was really hoping for that wall splat with that second shot, but Ulsan clutches it out there, takes the first round in the second game, and now trying to lock him down once again with that. He went flying. No fly zone, sir. Please land.
Yeah, we can't fly here, but we got the Phoenix Shift 4 once again. That's how he was able to open up Arslan Ash yesterday, so Ulsan can't eat too much of those.
Chikrin trying to play that range 1.5 game. You see, backing up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to maybe try and have to come in.
यार सेमीफाइनल में लगता है जो अरसलान रहने वाला है वो लूजर ब्रैकेट में है।
Block, no heat engage. We go for a burst on Ulsan's side.
चल
Chikrin responds in return.
He was off on the left axis and really.
क्या लगता है पाक और सिर्फ पाकिस्तान होगा भाई? पाकिस्तान और सिर्फ पाकिस्तान फाइनल्स।
Yeah, like you said, very knowledge-based, knowledge check-based, but that low from the entry stands. 1+2 engage though to start out the offense for Chikrin.
Chikrin letting it all fly. He knows if he does not take this round, he.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम भाई, कैसे हो? अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ब्रो, मैं ठीक ठाक। आप लोग कैसे हो? आतिफ अरसलान है अभी तक या आउट हो गया? अरसलान है, आतिफ आउट हो गया। आतिफ नहीं है, अरसलान और फरजीन दोनों हैं। अभी पहला मैच है, ये दूसरा मैच होगा। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वालेकुम अस्सलाम, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम।
But Clive doesn't seem like he wants to go anywhere at the moment. But he looks like he's in trouble. Back one into the flip over. Running one.
Nice. एक सेकंड रुको।
Ticket to losers bracket for Clive. Quite unfortunate there, but what an attempt by Chikrin there. I mean, it's just Ulsan how he was
उल्सन ले गया और जो रहने वाला दूसरा प्लेयर वो
really find the opening.
लूजर फाइनल में चला गया। लूजर फाइनल में। अच्छा।
And again, he has not been playing this character for very long, but he has been playing the game for very long.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of those players that he's so fundamentally sound that he can just kind of pick up a character, put the time in, and he is training against, you know, the best players.
अब आएगा अरसलान का, नहीं अरसलान या फरजीन में किसी का एक का मैच आएगा।
Bam, top 8, running the last the whole time.
I think it also helps that, you know, this season Lars is quite strong. I mean, we're going to see it again because we have Nobi coming up, and he has been using that Lars, so he is going to be another one. And we have yet
Okay, Farzeen versus Nobi आ गया boys.
by Ulsan, so he's going to be waiting in the wings.
Farzeen versus
Chikrin,
Nobi.
unfortunately, will be sent over to the loser side. So let's see if he's going to make some adjustments. Maybe he just needs a little, needs to sit on some ice or be benched for a bit just to figure out the Lars matchup.
You know what's funny? I would not be surprised if he has a Lars himself.
Yeah,
He plays everybody.
Yeah, he labs a lot, and I was actually thinking he'd bring out the Lily, but the way Clive is right now, I'm pretty sure he's gonna stick to that Clive. But might bring out that Lars, might have his Zafina, heck, maybe an Oscar.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Yeah, Chikrin known for he will find whether it's publicly understood or not. He will find what he feels is one of the most strongest or optimal characters to use, and he will just work on them intensely. And sometimes it may be what is looked at like a rogue pick. Like for a lot of people, I think they've kind of forgotten about Clive a little bit as the.
ये मशहूरी कहाँ से आ गई? येंगो? ये कौन सी मशहूरी दे रही है? येंगो? अच्छा, अब कमर्शियल साइड भी आती है और वो उधर रहता है। क्या बात है बच्चा। लार्स वर्सेस नीना या है ना?
6 to 8 months ago, and that went in Farzeen's favor. 2-0, very strong showing.
Wow.
So let's see if Nobi here today with a new character
can
even the score.
Yeah, because yesterday he had that air of
Is
dominance.
it है ना boys? जो भी स्ट्रीम पे नहीं वाले currently स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो,
especially with veteran players like Nobi, like Ulsan piloting this character. But what I have to say,
यार स्ट्रीम को लाइक 10 बंदा देख रहा है, 8 लाइक क्यों है?
So well, plays with a lot of that back two.
Lars is Victor, चल Victor.
Midnight Siege again. What's going on here?
ये विनर सेमीफाइनल्स हो रहे हैं, इसके बाद फाइनल्स होंगे।
Alright, now we're just saving budget.
I handle it myself.
Too much.
We gotta keep it chill here. Alright, we got Yamasa Nobi from Japan versus Falcons Farzeen from Pakistan fighting to make it to winners final.
Japan.
Early lead of life for Nobi, but we do see Farzeen able to get the right
Nice.
and able to capitalize on this combo.
And using some of his heat there to really get some extra pressure, going for the upward swipe.
बहुत प्यारा. Nice one combo.
That upward swipe, he's got to be careful. That new move.
बहुत अच्छा सर. Heat smash active, counter heat smash active. वो एक गंदा. नहीं. बहुत प्यारा. Nice. He has a result. बहुत प्यारा फर्जीन ने.
moment.
फरजीन ध्यान से ओवर क्रैश नहीं,
Daggers.
एचपी देख, ये हुई ना बात।
Farzeen flash.
Nice.
Able to catch him off guard, so it makes you second guess your timing. And the sidewalk unable to get the launch though.
We're gonna use that Farzeen flash. That's fire.
Oh yeah.
Nobody doesn't think so, but goes for the low swipe, goes for the ankles. Farzeen slashing back, trying to keep him at the wall. Big back
तेरी
or
क्या।
knee into the extended animation.
You can kind of see
हीट
the
स्मैश एक्टिव कर ले, दीवार के साथ लगा हुआ है शहजादे। हीट स्मैश एक्टिव, ओ किस जगह पे हीट स्मैश एक्टिव की है।
able to actually pull the brakes here on Nobi.
लेट्स
Huge
गो।
guys, gets clipped at the wall. Nobi having to fight back. Very close on
अरे
the
यार
takes a big
काउंटर
lead. Summons light.
नहीं यार शहजादे। ओए भाई इस टाइम लाइव यार, मैंने सबसे पहले पीएमएसएल मीना की लाइव की, फिर मैंने दूसरे चैनल पे अपनी वैलोरेंट की लाइव की, फिर थोड़ी गपशप लगाई दोस्तों से, फिर नमाज पढ़ी। बाद में पता लगा टेकन की भी वॉच पार्टी, तो टेकन स्टार्ट कर दिए। टेकन की वॉच पार्टी करके सो जाएंगे सुकून से नाश्ता करके।
Yeah, just that plus frame new move, right? Continuing just to add pressure, but Nobi
अरे
making
नहीं
sure he's gonna
यार,
make use of this heat while he still can.
हीट
Gets the
स्मैश
low.
दबा के था, हीट स्मैश एक्टिव वो बहुत ओ यार डिफेंस शहजादे गई। नहीं नाइस, चल चल चल, बहुत प्यारा कंबो एंड तक।
Okay, mid-check.
शहजादा किंग शिट फरजीन ने किंग शिट।
Alright, 1-2 at the moment. This is going back and forth.
Nice.
Very intense, very close games. And you can see a sense
Ooh.
of urgency in both of these players. And they
विक्टर
are
मजे का करेक्टर है यार, विक्टर लार्स दोनों।
Standing in the pocket here,
आज
introducing some lows, but Nobi unable to
आज
catch him.
क्योंकि उनकी एमएस नहीं आ रही थी इसलिए ब्रो।
the downward kick.
Yeah.
अरे क्या टाइमिंग है हीट स्मैश।
That ground shield.
अरे नहीं लड़के,
Keep him against
नाइस
the wall, but Farzeen retaliates in return, swipes the legs. We go
बहुत
for a
प्यारा।
burst.
Check it with that Arslan for Farzeen keeping his momentum. Tried to go for that double low strike, but Nobi.
नाइस, अरे नहीं, ओ हो क्या भाई गोली मारी है एंड पे जावे लड़के ने।
Excellent work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Farzeen 1 round away from the grand finals। फाइनल्स में क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा।
Rounds were, but both of them know, and they're gonna have to think about how they're gonna adapt in game 2.
Yeah, when it comes to like the micro sense of things, you really have to look into the intricacies of the back and forth. Nobi, I think, once he got into heat, he really started to feel that momentum.
45
Farzeen
कैप की
got a
बुलेट
little
है
more
उसके पास।
on the approach and the
नाइस
That's right, and we're seeing that now.
नाइस,
Hits him with that counter hit,
बहुत
right?
प्यारा प्रॉपर कंबो, 8-9 हिट की कंबो। ये 10 नाइस और परफेक्ट बच्चा। हीट स्मैश भी एक्टिव।
He's gonna have to be very
नाइस
careful
नाइस,
with
गया
this.
खत्म, नोबी गया। हीट स्मैश
All resource
एक्टिव।
in 'cause he wants to keep him here. He's doing a great job.
हिट रेट क्यों भाई, क्यों एमएस नहीं आ रही ब्रो, मुझे नहीं पता यार। ये फोर्थ साइज के प्लेयर से पूछो ना जाके,
Speaking of finding
उन्होंने ये बोला एमएस नहीं आ रही थी, इस बात से हमने नहीं खेला।
But now Nobi, oh, nice throw escape there. Farzeen not much to work with except for rage.
साइड स्टेप अच्छा था, बहुत प्यारा।
Nobi finishes off with the rage art, keeps it
अरे रेजार्ड भी लगा
gives
गया।
himself a moment to breathe. Okay.
आई8 वाले तो ट्रैवल कर रहे थे ना, आई8 वाले ट्रैवल कर रहे थे अपनी सिटीज के लिए। इंशाल्लाह आज आई8 वाले खेलेंगे।
This game from Farzeen. One round in the hole for Nobi.
And at the start of the round, both of them just take turns starting to push, and then they just go back and forth. Ooh,
Nice.
Elbow taking his time. but
नाइस
takes
डैमेज।
back, dodges the bullets. I'm not falling for that second time.
और साइड स्टेप, वो
Able to actually hit a good combo here, even it's a little off axis.
इतने गंद, ओ ही मिस्ड इट।
Goes for the spin there, limited entry.
अरे प्यारा नोबी।
Just picking people up by the neck and just yeeting
अच्छा भाई,
them.
नाराज क्यों हो रहे, नाराज नहीं हो रहा, मैं तो जवाब दे रहा हूँ यार।
Farzeen
टेकन की स्ट्रीम हो रही है, आप लोग पबजी मोबाइल के क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो, अब आप कह रहे नाराज ना हो
In for the plus frame.
इधर, और मैं क्या करूँ, इस टाइम मैं फुल एग्जॉस्ट हुआ हूँ ब्रो। एंजॉय करने दो यार मुझे टेकन की स्ट्रीम। प्यारा लड़के, प्यारा लड़के फरजीन ने।
He's on a speed
शहजादा
round number 3. Let's see if
इतना
Nobi
गंदा
slows
परफेक्ट
down.
मारा उसने,
However,
हमारे बात करते करते वो परफेक्ट ले गया है।
and now Nobi trying to open
दैट्स
up
है, हम कहते हैं पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर सो अनप्रिडिक्टेबल।
Running one.
नाइस,
Plus frames.
ओ पनिश, कितना प्यारा पनिश था।
Employing some of his plus frames himself.
Ooh, able to actually. Oh, he actually baited out the back too. And now Farzeen.
अरे
is
यार
lightning for
हीट स्मैश
breakfast.
भी नहीं एक्टिव
Nobi
करने दी।
able to retaliate. It was 3-1 in rounds in game 1. He did the
1-1
same.
हो गया, 1-1 हो गया फरजीन ने. Let's do something,
Man,
bro.
fans are eating good at the moment.
Let's
The
do
two of them.
something, bro.
Happy
Let's
on
do
stage for sure.
something.
Oh, just one last fan.
But we do head. I mean, relocation costs, bro. Yes, we're back in
Okay,
Northern
do
Dallas.
something.
Budget's getting hefty out here.
I know. So, is the confidence rising in Nobi? Let's see as he tries to attempt to just jab interrupt with the down ones.
I think he is. Right now we're seeing a lot of stick and move from Nobi. He's hitting a couple, backing up, waiting for Farzeen to
Nice.
retaliate, because
Oh,
last
hits
game,
smash active.
especially round start, he would start or Farzeen would start, and they would not back up, and they just started trading blows.
Ooh, sidestep unable to capitalize.
I know actually bro. देखोगे फिर ही पता लगेगा ना. मुझे भी नहीं टेकन इतना नहीं पता, लेकिन ये होता है कि पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं तो
Both players getting
just
similarly on health, but Farzeen
try to support the पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर्स. बस ये होता है कि लोगों को बता सके भाई ये टेकन के अंदर पाकिस्तान प्लेयर क्या कर रहे हैं. तो मेरी भी यही कोशिश होती है. नहीं तो मैं सोया नहीं अभी तक. अभी मैं स्ट्रीम करके या तक 3 घंटे की स्ट्रीम जानी है.
Lars is amazing.
स्ट्रीम करके सोना है मैंने. मुझे भी देख लो. ओ हो
Close the end of that round. I'm not letting you continue
भाई
that.
पर आता याद आया कि आज तो टेकन का टून नहीं है.
Got him to the wall. Huge combo here. And
मैंने करनी नहीं थी, मैं सोने लगा था. बस ना मुझे एक बंदे ने बोला था कि टाइसो भाई टॉप 8 करना, टॉप 8 करना.
Excellent response in round
मे भी मैं शायद मैं सो गया होता.
amazing set so far, running through for the plus frames, but Farzeen low jab to stop any momentum coming his way.
I like how they're just stealing turns from each other, just making sure they know the timing of each other. So just constantly checking, right? So Farzeen still got to get some damage on the board.
चल
here.
चल फरजी ने नहीं.
Guys, you gotta learn to share. Take your turns, man. What's going on?
पनिश नाइस पन. ओए गलती कर गई. हिट्स में से एक्टिव कर ले. हिट्स में यार नाइस. बट ठीक है, द्वार तक ले जा, द्वार तक ले जाओ. बहुत प्यारा सा स्टेप. कंबो पूरी कंबो लड़के. ओए ही मिस्ड इट.
Good capitalize, still continue on.
नाइस.
Got
The backswing blow.
नहीं ओवरग्रेस नहीं. बहुत प्यारा लड़के, बहुत प्यारा. हैवी.
Challenge to get to
1 राउंड, जस्ट 1 राउंड.
Farzeen at set point. Nobi trying to fight back.
जस्ट नहीं.
And we do see Nobi continuing to attack.
नाइस. पनिश. हिट्स में से एक्टिव. बहुत प्यारा. फुल कम्बो हिट्स में से एक्टिव करके मार. द्वार तक ले जा, इसको हिले नहीं देना.
trying to close this
12-13 की कम्बो. ये 13 ही कम्बो. नाइस. 14-15. ओ 16. माशाल्लाह. 18-19. ओए. अरे नाइस. हिट्स में से एक्टिव है. ले जा
up that guys that now keep
भाई, ले जा. हैवी इनटू विनर फाइनल्स.
out. Farzeen, we blinked and he just brought it
ओए
back.
होए.
Obliterated the life, the way he was able to make that happen. Amazing stuff. So Farzeen moving on. Gonna face Ulsan, sending Nobi to the loser side.
Okay. Nobi going to losers. That's a dangerous place for everyone else in losers to be.
I honestly think anywhere in the top 8, you can actually argue it's just a dangerous place to be at. Exercise caution when you're in the top 8 and bam.
माशाल्लाह.
So, there was a lot of opportunities where Farzeen definitely knows enough about that matchup where he was able to challenge at opportune points. He didn't usually get hit counter on situations where, oh, bro, you shouldn't be pressing your super minus or whatever. He challenged at decent places, and it made it more difficult for Nobi to be able to employ the game he's been running against everybody else and find.
अब अरसलान का मैच आने लगा बॉयज. लेट्स गो.
He was threatening with those parries, those reversals, the Farzeen flash.
फरजीन क्वालिफाई. हाँ, फरजीन कल ही क्वालिफाई हो गया था इसपो वर्ल्ड कप के लिए बॉयज.
That extra layer of hesitation did help Farzeen out.
And usually when we talk about Nobi, he's offense personified, right? He wants to be the aggressor, he wants to bully the pace. But Farzeen just adds that layer with the flash and also the down back 4 that was super well timed. He wasn't really going to the wall.
आफ्टर आतिफ एंड अरसलान. लेट्स गो. यस. अभी 3 पाकिस्तान प्लेयर्स हो गए जो कि इसपो वर्ल्ड कप में हैं.
Or is it just
बाकी
that
देखो
idea?
कितने मजीद जाते हैं.
But amazing work. We'll see both of those guys back on soon. But right now, we have Arslan Ash versus
Ooh.
अरसलान वर्सेस किसुके.
on the
टॉप 4 नहीं होने थे क्वालिफाई.
is gonna
क्या मतलब? नहीं वो जो ऑलरेडी है ना 8 में 4 प्लेयर ऑलरेडी की भाई इसपो वर्ल्ड कप था. इसपो वर्ल्ड कप की स्लॉट थी. तो जो बाकी 4 है ना वो टॉप 8 में आ गए, उसे उसी टाइम क्वालिफाई हो गया था.
that's a storied one. We're always looking at
द जोन कहाँ पे है, बहुत ही इनएक्टिव नहीं है वो, कुछ टूर्नामेंट्स में इंशाल्लाह आपको नजर आएगा इंशाल्लाह। ये बात गैंगलेट में भी आपको नजर आएगा। ये है कि टूर्नामेंट्स में नजर नहीं आ रहा, ये तो बात है, समझ में आती है। यार ये रोशनी पड़ रही है फ्रेम पे पीछे, मैं इसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर कर लेता हूँ। चलो सलाम ब्रदर अहमद ब्रो, वालेकुम अस्सलाम, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम।
Still looking to get more points. He has 110 points at 44. Again,
अरसलान ऐश वर्सेस किसका है?
Japan is slowly making their name from themselves and inserting themselves in the group chat, you know?
Who invented this guy? I'm here now.
Yeah, he's here, dude. He's in the group
It's
chat.
happening Friday night. Now we're back. We're back at this stage. I'm loving it today.
It's always the start. It's always Midnight Siege. But I would have to say extra urgency in this match, Brownman, since it is losers top 8.
Yes, there's a lot on the line.
अरसलान ऐश वर्सेस किसके?
I'm not mesmerized by that suit. That is so sick.
That's real snakeskin, bro. That's white.
All right, excellent punish. Pistons. Now, Kazuya, traditionally, it is hard for him to fight against characters like Nina, who are super
मैं
agile.
पहले लिख लिया मैसेज कि अरसलान ऐश।
Start using his best tool.
Exactly, but that wall explosion able to keep Arslan Ash at bay, but he is known to live in this type of territory. KSK needs to kill and kill now, and that's what he did.
Amazing work, and they used that heat dash to really use the plus frame into the stature kick, and Arslan was not ready, but as you give Arslan more time, he's going to start working out KSK's timing.
Ooh, we walk in, we tour in the Midnight Siege.
बॉयज बस एक मिनट मैसेज लिख रहा था। उसामा नुमान हाफिज तीनों भी इनएक्टिव, नुमान ही बहुत जाएगा लेकिन उधर से क्वालिफाई मुश्किल है। ये लूजर ब्रैकेट का मैच है अरसलान। यस ब्रो, ये लूजर ब्रैकेट का है। फरजीन विनर में था और अरसलान लूजर ब्रैकेट में था। अरे नहीं लड़के,
unable to actually get the crowd gasping, but KSK unfortunately
नाइस ब्लॉक, बहुत प्यारा बहुत प्यारा बहुत। ओहो ही में ओ नाइस वन यार, ऐसे ट्राई की स्टेप मारने की उसी टाइम से उठा रहा है। बहुत प्यारा बहुत प्यारा बहुत प्यारा बहुत प्यारा। One round of peace.
The trade had extra frames to work with as well. This one to the wall. Let's see what kind of combo he gets.
बस जो भी स्ट्रीम पर नहीं आ रहे स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो फटाफट से, जानो लाइक कर दो। और नहीं नाइस वन अरसलान तेरा रेजार्ट भी है, कम्बो प्रॉपर लगे ना, प्रॉपर इसी के साथ रेजार्ट है, शहजादे तेरा रेजार्ट है, लगा दे। रेजार्ट है रेजार्ट है रेजार्ट है। वन हिट नहीं यार। ओह ओह ही मिस द कम्बो, ही मिस द कम्बो। नाइस नाइस। नहीं 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 नहीं, अरसलान ने क्वालिफाई नहीं किया। अरसलान तो ऑलरेडी स्पोर्ट वर्ल्ड कप के लिए क्वालिफाई हो गया है। आप सोए? नो ब्रो, मैंने नहीं सोया अभी तक, ये स्ट्रीम करके सोऊंगा। पहले पीएमएसएल मीना किया, फिर बेलो की स्ट्रीम की, बेलो के बाद ये कर रहे हैं, इसके बाद सोएंगे इंशाल्लाह। अरसलान इंशाल्लाह। यार ये लास्ट पे अगर पहले वो लगा देता रेजार्ट अरसलान राउंड आ जाता। खैर कोई ना। नाइस प्यारा। ओह हो ओहो पनिश। नाइस नाइस जीजी से ज्यादा दवार लगा के रख, हीट्स में इफेक्टिव अच्छा खासा टाइम। उठने नहीं देना, उठने वापस गिरा वापस गिरा। वो बहुत प्यारा डक। ओह नाइस वन नाइस वन। हीट्स में इफेक्टिव, बच के बच के बच के, हिट नहीं देनी, हिट देगा उसके बाद रेजार्ट है उसने। वो नाइस वन बहुत प्यारा। इतना अग्रेसिव ज्यादा। अतीफ का तो वीजा इश्यू बना है। कोई टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है और ये लूजर ब्रैकेट का क्या सीन? कोई टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है? कौन सा टूर्नामेंट चल रहा है? ये BM15 चल रहा है यार, टेक वर्ल्ड टूर के ओपन क्वालिफायर्स है। लूजर ब्रैकेट में टॉप 8 में ये होता है कि 4 बंदे अपर ब्रैकेट में होते हैं, 4 लूजर ब्रैकेट में होते हैं। अपर ब्रैकेट पे जो वो नाइस डक यार। नाइस नाइस। Let's go. Oh, nice one.
But clips him. I think Arslan was hoping to whiff punish that
nice
kick, but it did clip him. on the side.
Did, but Arslan still holding on to this
बहुत
heat. Nice
प्यारा
interruption from
लड़के।
KSK, not allowing Arslan to even use the heat. He does have access to rage.
रेजार्ट है,
Jab
रेजार्ट है,
pressure
अरसलान
coming from
रेजार्ट है।
Arslan going
बहुत
down
प्यारा,
to 1-2.
अरसलान ने रेजार्ट जाया नहीं करनी।
KSK slipping, but goes under the jab. He's gone for that.
और इन-
One more hits all he needs. He got to go for the generic.
नहीं।
And the WoW standing to punish to take out the first game against Arslan Ash.
You gotta give it up to these guys.
यार, अरसलान ने 2 राउंड कैसे दिए हैं?
After a big low,
ओए
quite
होए
the back
होए।
and forth experience here. You see how KSK and Arslan they didn't get up. They know the job is not over yet. There's still a lot on the line since this is the loser's side.
कोई ना कोई ना कोई ना।
Ooh, it's a rough place to be in.
अरसलान ने need comeback bro।
I can see Arslan Ash was processing a lot in his brain. He was blinking a lot. I think he's like Morse coding to somebody. I don't know, but he is processing, and that well, I mean, I'm
नहीं,
interested
इतना
to
overaggress
see
नहीं,
how
इतना
he's got
overaggress
himself a
नहीं।
game too, because we've seen him.
और बहुत
make
डिफेंसिव
huge
हुआ है
comebacks
अरसलान,
like
बहुत
this.
अग्रेसिव
For
हुआ है वो
sure, this is
डिफेंसिव।
no, I mean,
नाइस।
he's not out of the woods, but he has
उससे
been
वो
targeted.
यही
He's been in this
कोशिश
territory
कर रहा
before,
था।
but the Twin Pistons to open up Arslan Ash. KSK is going to try to continue on the offense here.
Again, the first round of the first game. Again,
Nice one,
Pistons
Punish.
started off. We're back at it. They tried to
Nice.
go for another one, but Arslan again
बहुत
interrupting the
प्यारा।
timing, not letting KSK breathe, trying to get KSK
नाइस
to commit to
डैमेज,
bigger
चिप
buttons.
डैमेज भी हल्का हल्का देता है प्रेशर बंदा।
True, and
ओ नाइस
what
काउंटर।
he's doing, it's a game of volume,
दोनों
right?
तरह से
Offense
काउंटर
have
ही
offense,
इसमें से।
testing up the
ओह
defense, making KSK
साइड स्टेप था वो।
overextend here, but the 1-1-2 finds its mark. Gets
अरे
the mid
नहीं
option as well.
लड़के, ओ बचत हो गई है। ओ नाइस।
Kick a bit out of range. Was hoping to get him on the ground.
True.
इजी
More
इजी
jab
इजी
pressure.
इजी
The
बहुत
big
प्यारा
follow
अरसलान ने।
it up, final seconds.
नहीं
Arslan
अरसलान ने नहीं, उसके बाद
But KSK, he's got to make something
बहुत
happen.
प्यारा,
Walks
बहुत प्यारा, बहुत
into
प्यारा।
the
शिट
two-hit
ज़्यादा।
string for Arslan Ash to take round 1.
Those down forward string variations are super strong against Kazuya, where most characters actually, because it really locks him down as mentioned before. And KSK is struggling to deal with it at the moment because he needs a big movement to get out of the way. It's going to be difficult to punish
Nice.
Arslan Ash on a whiff.
ओह
He's able to find that way.
He needs to get space and then come in. But if he's stuck
नहीं
at range
लड़के,
0, he needs to
उठो
make
उठो
those
से
hard
ज़्यादा
moves to
उठे।
stand or duck something when Arslan makes a mistake.
नाइस।
Trying to keep it really tight at the moment.
He is wants to keep it like a phone booth.
Hit
but
smash
seems like
active.
that corner advantage goes for the
नाइस
protects
वन,
it,
ये
though.
ना बात।
All right, coming in again.
ठीक है,
both
बहुत
were
प्यारा,
approaching. Arslan knew
बहुत
KSK
प्यारा।
was the electric
यार
start.
नाइस हिट स्मैश
The
एक्टिव।
1-2 not giving him a chance.
अरे नहीं 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 हिट नहीं देनी, बट ठीक है तेरे पास टाइम है, एडवांटेज है, एडवांटेज है, ले जा एक हिट, सिंगल हिट, सिंगल हिट, सिंगल हिट, ओ सिंगल हिट नहीं, बड़ा टाइम इसलिए ले लो। बहुत प्यारा रेजार्ट है, ऐसी की तैसी रेजार्ट की भी क्या कमाल लड़के, क्या राउंड निकाला। चल 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 चल, नहीं 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 नहीं, माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह, बिस्मिल्लाह, नाइस, बहुत प्यारा।
ओह
नाइस डक, बहुत प्यारा यार।
Needs to get his pound of flesh for the
Oh,
sequence.
That was a good opportunity for KSK.
नहीं,
Again, as I was saying, when KSK is stuck at range 0,
Oh,
it's
two,
Arslan's
two, two,
territory.
two, two,
He's
two,
given
two.
the opportunity to
Oh,
move
two,
back,
two, two,
and
two,
even
two,
just an
यार।
extra few inches, he
अरे
can
ये
use that
अगले दिन
electric, use that wave
खत्म
dash,
नहीं
use
हो
the
गया था
distance
वर्ल्ड
before
टूर। नो
Arslan
ब्रो,
takes
वर्ल्ड टूर तो दिसंबर में है, ये उसके ओपन क्वालिफायर्स हो रहे हैं डिफरेंट टूर्नामेंट्स के। नाइस, वो टूर्नामेंट था, ये भी टूर्नामेंट है। नाइस वन यार अरसलान ने, अरसलान ने नाइस, अरसलान ने परफेक्ट जाना चाहिए, अरसलान ने परफेक्ट जाना चाहिए, अरसलान ने परफेक्ट जाना चाहिए। आ ये बच्चा दिल खुश किया है। जी जी भाई, स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो यार, जो जो भी स्ट्रीम पे बैठे हो।
One of these players will be sent out of the top 8.
चल 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 अरसलान ने,
For a lot of people, they were
जो हारा इस इन
expecting
दोनों में से वो
Arslan
बाहर हो
to
जाएगा।
be more dominant in the set, but KSK has definitely done his homework and has really tuned up his game and tightened up.
अरसलान
last,
अरसलान
maybe 6
अरसलान
to 8
अरसलान,
months. So
बच्चा
right now we're
बच्चा,
seeing
यू
new
कैन डू
KSK.
इट।
Yeah, definitely. Ivory Cutter to start things
Nice
out,
one.
making Arslan
Oh
actually
ho
step
ho
on the
ho
gas
ho,
a little
nice.
more, add more bullets
नहीं,
to
हाँ
his
नहीं,
arsenal. 1-1-2 finds him in as the approach,
नहीं,
and now
बचत
it's
बचत
KSK
होगी,
wants to
बचत नाइस
operate
पनिश।
on his wheelhouse of
और
offense.
We're going under some of these jabs, getting
Oh,
very
nice
aggressive.
one.
Again,
Side
hard
step.
left walks here from
दोबारा
Arslan.
तक ले जा, हिट स्मैश एक्टिव कर ले, हिट स्मैश एक्टिव कर ले, यही गेम खत्म कर दे।
what
लंबा
has
नहीं
KSK
करना
got in
और
store?
आ लो
He's
साइड
blocking
स्टेप
right, trying to realign
नाइस
himself
पनिश
towards the wall, forcing the heat to
कल
come out of
फरजीन ने
Arslan.
मुझे को
Let's see how
6-0 मारा
KSK
ओ
will
माशाल्लाह
respond in return.
फरजीन क्वालीफाई हो
Some mid
गया है
options here, but
तो
Arslan with
विनर
a great
सेमीफाइनल्स के लिए
KSK looks like he's really banking on 1-2 extension, so he's trying to throw out that down 4-2 to catch with the counter hit. Activates heat.
नहीं
Excellent.
साइड स्टेप खा
Goes
गया
for the
साइड
spinning
स्टेप खा गया
demon.
Yup, able to get that sidestep
Nice.
option, but Arslan trying to put the brakes there, 1-2s. Oh, able to get the block and that punish. Final sequence for both these
नो
players.
नो
and the
8
final
7
seconds.
6
And goes for the low slide to
बहुत
close
प्यारा
it out.
बहुत प्यारा
Arslan
ओ
actually
यार एक
performs
मोमेंट पे लगा था वो राउंड
Sounds
लेके
like,
जाने लगा
KSK might throw out that hell sweep, and I don't know if Arslan's gonna block.
नाइस
I don't know, maybe you just reminded him. Let's see if he's going to go to
बहुत
the
प्यारा
option.
बहुत
Hybrid
प्यारा
cover
अच्छा
continues
स्टार्ट
the
ओ
charge
नाइस
in favor of no one.
अरे
Needs to make this approach.
नाइस वन
As
बहुत
he
प्यारा
comes in,
ले
just
जा ले
like
जा
a
ले जा ले जा
moth to a
लड़के
flame. Arslan finds the
शहजादे
launch.
नाइस आई हिट स्मैश एक्टिव पूरी वॉल के पास जाके नहीं सच
And that heat activation.
Love the movement.
नहीं
Able
लड़के
to get the lasers. And now we see him trying to move. Duck
उसके
dive
उसके
and
बाद
goes for the
एजार्ड
dash
भी
in.
अरे
Wow,
गया
Hellswip's coming out, Brown.
Breaking out the hell
नहीं
sweep.
लड़के
Emergency,
नहीं
uses the statue kick, gets a little bit of plus frames, but a bit far away. Down forward 1-4 into the stomp to make a point, even on rounds, even on
लड़के
games.
Can this game get any more evenly matched, folks? Arslan KSK fighting for their tournament lives here at the Battle
ओ
Arena.
ओ साइड ओ
Woo! Spun around. He's honorable. He
Yeah.
won't hit you when you're backstoning. He'll wait till you turn around to hit you.
No, I want to hit you
Nice one.
while you're facing me.
ले जा ले जा ले जा ले जा
KSK
नाइस
is
हिट स्मैश
insane,
एक्टिव
but Arslan though fighting
ले
back
जा ले जा
here.
फुल और
Sends him over, trying to lock him down somewhere closer to the wall.
वन नाइस पनिश
Block.
Nice. Able to actually block the lows, the 1-1-2s. Kind of go for some corner pressure from KSK.
Well, stagger time.
Ooh, nice one.
4-3,
He
but
missed.
the sidewall saved
बहुत
Arslan
प्यारा
and
लड़के
get him slip out a little bit.
नहीं
Down for 3+4.
Okay. And now
Nice
stiletto
one.
heels inbound. KSK has some
नहीं
range to work
अरसलान ने
with.
नहीं अरसलान ने नहीं 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 नहीं
Just
नहीं
need one launch and it's
बहुत
gonna be
प्यारा
GG.
बहुत प्यारा ओए होए होए
Nash
होए
looking at set point here to move on.
इसमें
Seeing some of these
कितने हैं
downfall
पाकिस्तान
choices
इसमें
in
दो
this
हैं
game,
एक अरसलान और एक फरजीन
like,
फरजीन
electric timings. I'm not sure if
विनर
it's
फाइनल्स में
like
चला
this
गया और
is
अरसलान का ये
what
मैच
he's
लगा हुआ है
looking for, but right now
अरसलान
he's
एक राउंड
one
अरसलान ने
right
एक
away
राउंड निकाल
from
जा
getting knocked
लड़के
out at fan 15.
नाइस वन
Arslan trying to go back to his style that's been
बहुत
working the best.
ओहो
True cautionary hazard.
नाइस वन गया
Execution
ओए
careful.
गया
Arslan,
गया
Arslan
हिट
Nash
स्मैश
finding
एक्टिव
the
कर
opening here.
हिट स्मैश एक्टिव करी था तू आगे जा लगा के रख परफेक्ट चल 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 नहीं नहीं कोई कमबैक नहीं कोई कमबैक नहीं ऐसी ही तैसी चल वन हिट ओनली सिंगल हिट ओनली सिंगल हिट ओनली सिंगल हिट यस परफेक्ट फाइनल्स में चला गया अरसलान ना भी लेकिन लूजर साइड में गया लूजर की ब्रैकेट में गया
Yeah, I wonder what went through Arslan Ash's head when he was computing the adjustments, like maybe more offense, keep him in check, like he pointed out. I like how he said the approach was more for KSK, but once Arslan Ash has closed that distance, he's really able to dictate the pace of that dance. And
ओए होए
I mean,
होए
I guess
माशाल्लाह
cautionary hazard if you're working with Kazuya, like the execution has to be on point with a lot on the
ओए
line.
होए
You have
होए
to be
होए
able to
नहीं
be
फाइनल
sure
नहीं
on
गया
point
ये
with
गया
everything
लूजर
that you do or execute.
I'm curious because I do want to ask him about that later. Those down forward 2 timings felt very similar to his electrics, as I mentioned, and they were at a distance. So I'm like, maybe he'll keep using amazing work. We'll see.
अच्छा ये लूजर क्वार्टर फाइनल में गया लूजर क्वार्टर फाइनल और ठीक है
These
Loser
these
quarter
matches
final
have been
में.
so intense, and if you guys want to check out the VODs, check out the highlights, check us out streaming. You check us out at Tekken and at BNE Esports on X, and for the VODs, it's at YouTube at BNE Esports. And bro, man, how can people know about the Tekken World Tour? Where do they gotta go?
Well,
ओए होए होए होए
they got to look at.
TekkenWorldTour.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you gotta go to get the latest and greatest news with anything related to Tekken and the
Let's
World
go.
Tour. You can
आज
see
है
the
फाइनल
points
यस
there.
ब्रो आज ही बस ये तकरीबन 2 घंटे के अंदर हो जाने टॉप 8 वही होता है ना
We're looking at you guys.
फाइनल वगैरह सर फरजीन नहीं बहुत गंदा हराया करो या कल मैं ना दूसरे
Let you guys go do
लाइक
that
टाइम
now.
नहीं मैनेज
You're
हुआ
in timeout. Go over there.
टेका
Get
गोट
to
रसलान है जो बात ब्रेक आ गई यार अगले दिन जो पाकिस्तान फाइनल हारा था वो है नहीं वो नहीं है आतिफ नहीं है इस टूर्नामेंट में वो हारा नहीं था हैश 2 आया था हारा था हैश 2 आया था 8 मिनट की ब्रेक है हाँ वो पूल मैचेस की यही होती है, 11-11 घंटे की स्ट्रीम होती है, 11, 9, 10 घंटे की स्ट्रीम्स होती है। यार जो जो भी स्ट्रीम पर नहीं आ रहे स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो यार। ये फिनिश कब तक होगा? क्या ये वाला टूर्नामेंट तकरीबन अभी 5:40 हो गए हैं, 7:40 तक या 8 बजे तक हो जाएगा। कितने दिन का टूर्नामेंट? ये आज फाइनल है ब्रो, इस टूर्नामेंट की आज फाइनल। लेकिन अगर टेकअप वर्ल्ड टूर 2025 के पूछ रहे हैं, उसके तकरीबन बड़े टूर्नामेंट दिसंबर में जाके इसके फाइनल्स है, जिसके लिए छोटे छोटे टूर्नामेंट्स हो रहे हैं। यहाँ से उनको ना पॉइंट्स मिल रहे होते हैं, थोड़े थोड़े पॉइंट्स इकट्ठे करके जितने टूर्नामेंट्स खेलेंगे उतने पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे। फिर जो टॉप 20 में हो गया ना पॉइंट्स रैंकिंग में, वो जाएगा डायरेक्टली टेकअप वर्ल्ड टूर 2025। भाई मुझे 2-4 मिनट दो, मैं ना ऊपर से कुछ खाने को लेके आऊँ, बहुत भूख लगी हुई है मुझे। Boy, we are back। पर दिन इजी चलेगा इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह। तेरे सो जा, जाने सो जा, इतनी शाम में भी बिना प्ले। यार पहले मैं सोया नहीं हूँ अभी तक। BMSL मीना किया, उसके बाद बेलो की स्ट्रीम की 2-2.5 घंटे की या 1.5 घंटे की, उसके बाद ये कर रहा हूँ, इसके बाद सोऊंगा। नहीं भाई, स्ट्रीम पर जो ओवरलेज ऐड करते हैं आप, उसके लिए सॉफ्टवेयर या टूल इस्तेमाल करते हैं? यस ब्रो, सॉफ्टवेयर यूज होता है ओबीएस का, ये देखो ओबीएस का सॉफ्टवेयर यूज होता है। शाम में भी मैंने आफ्टर सी PMSC कब स्टार्ट हो रहा है? आफ्टर CSC आई थिंक। क्या हाल है जी? अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं ठीक ठाक। मैच कब शुरू होगा? टेल मी द डेट, विच डेट? वो PMSC कब स्टार्ट हो रहा है? या फिर सेम डेज? या टेल मी द डेट, मैच कब शुरू हुआ? तो ये अभी अभी अरसलान और फरजीन का मैच हो गया, अब ये मैच बाद स्टार्ट होने वाला है। क्या हाल है जी? अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं ठीक ठाक हूँ, आप कैसे हो? आका मेरा फेवरेट स्ट्रीमर कोई है नहीं, मैं इतना मैं स्ट्रीमर किसी को देखता ही नहीं हूँ। मैंने इतनी स्ट्रीम नहीं किसी की देखता।
Here at Battle Arena Melbourne, Parched by some Brown Man at your service for this one, and we're still at the loser side of things. Tell me about this next match we're about to see, Brown Man.
We're gonna see Rangchu versus Ni, both hailing from Korea. Rangchu a little bit living in Japan, got married, happy life. But both of them, Korean killers,
Yes.
going through.
True, true. We just saw how Arslan and Keisuke fared out. It was 2-1. Now we're heading towards our last losers round one. It is going to be Rangchu versus Ni. The winner will have the prize of facing Chikrin, if that is a prize. This gauntlet of back-to-back and stack Tekken matches really never stop here at Battle Arena Melbourne. We have our two Titans on stage already.
Both of these boys are extremely
ऐसे
strong
पीपी
right
कितने
now,
किसका पीपी ब्रो?
in amazing form. I think
फरजीन
Rangchu
फाइनल में
is
फरजीन
behind
विनर
on
फाइनल्स में
at
यस
the moment in the points
फरजीन
situation.
वर्सेस उसन उसमें से ग्रैंड फाइनल में कोई जाएगा यस ब्रो।
He's like top 3.
ऐसे
He right
पीपी
now
कितना
is at
है?
second place with 100
मुल्क
1,100
बाहर हो
points,
गया
while
या
Rangchu is
फाइनल
at
में
ninth
मुल्क पोल
place,
का आई थिंक नहीं मैं नेट गया
395.
था।
Again, you did talk
कब
about the
स्टार्ट हो रहा
disparity of the first
है
to
ब्रो?
third
अभी मैं
and
नहीं
everyone
देखा पी
else.
में सी बाद में देखते
My
अभी
goodness,
टेकन की
Big
स्ट्रीम
Mac
हो रही है वो
wants to
देखो।
remind us it's Ni.
नी
Unable to
वर्सेस
capitalize,
रेंचो
but still, that's good on Rangchu's side.
लूजर टॉप 8
Starts off with that big chopping elbow.
देखते हैं ब्रो बाद में
Talked
देखते हैं
about
मैच
the
के बाद
stage
देखते
before
हैं।
as well. Another chopping elbow.
Midnight, oh god.
I think this is the official BAM 15 stage.
Yeah, that is true. It's a Midnight Siege. Able to get the Vulcan punch. Unable to finish the combo though, but still resplats Rangchu.
And Ni has assigned Rangchu to that specific wall.
Stay there. Timeout. You're in timeout.
Time out. Big bear in Bumblebee costume. This is we call this here the Benson fit.
Oh.
Local
Oh,
players.
Shout out.
oh.
Benson the Bug. Let's go.
Nice.
X-Ray as well. Hey, Brown Man, would you rather
Buddy,
face a
thank
brown
you.
bear or panda?
थैंक यू तो साथ नहीं ले रहा
Coyote,
इसमें नाइस
I'll take my chances on the bears, folks.
ब्रेन
So now,
लड़ा
get the low sweep.
टॉप 5 टेकन
Goes
के
for
प्लेयर
the
बताओ
power
जो
crush,
तुम्हें
but
ब्रो
now-
अभी यार मैच एंजॉय करने दो या मैं आप लोगों के पॉइंट्स का जवाब दूं यार मैच देखने दो यार जब कमर्शियल वगैरह आया करें या ब्रेक आया कर तब ये क्वेश्चंस किया करो यार अभी मैच देखो खुद भी देखो मुझे भी
Still back
देखने
and
दो
forth
यार
battle we go. Remind me again on the okay later on like the results or like the matchup
Nice.
knowledge they have on each other.
Oh,
Another
ho, ho,
bear
ho.
bite here just for the X-ray,
There you
but
go.
still early in life. It's still all good.
Goes to the big bear X. Activates
Nice.
it, trying to fight
Good
back.
smash.
Down forward for a stubby leg, but did reach the distance. Goes to the mini hop
Nice.
kick. Excellent punish from Ni. Has he trying to push him against that wall?
Okay, cannonball strike just for more plus frames. Got to duck that. Oh, trying
बहुत
to go for some
प्यारा।
taunt pressure.
Oh,
The
oh,
movement
sta-
is
oh,
right down
he
the
missed
back
it.
stroke. What is going on?
He went for a nap, rolled over, some drunken master technology. But here we go, Ni trying to take it back to the wall. And you saw what Brian
Rancher
Black's
plays
doing
out
before.
with-
And a lot of big body stuff happening here. For
Cannonball strike
Oh.
once again for more pressure.
अरे
Able
नाइस
to
वन कोई ना
close
कोई ना
it out,
जीजीस
putting finishing touches here to
हाँ, मैं
take
क्या
round
दोनों
number 3.
trying to
चाहे
talk
बाहर
back
हो
on his
जाए।
corpse to assert his dominance, crazy work. But now absolutely ragdolling this man.
Always starting out the round like that. So let's see if it's going to
Nice.
catch on. But an orbital well placed is going to find its mark. And Ni now pushing for the wall.
नाइस
And had to use a shorter combo there to take that wall and get a good splat. Excellent wall combo again, just threatening with that taunt. Hasn't been successful so far, but all it takes is one heat smack, jumping
Nice.
knee, and a huge life lead.
So quick on the trigger
कितना
there.
ज़्यादा लो हो
Swim
गया
in at the Midnight Siege. Rangchu taking out the beach ball, but Ni with a life advantage, significant lead here, and also pressure, but the bear
नाइस
sweep,
वन
folks.
रेजार्ड भी है
We
उसके
saw
बाद
Ni trying to lock Rangchu down with the jab, sidestep
यार
jab,
समझ से
but
बाहर है
Rangchu
क्यों
had a
नहीं
big
रेजार्ड
commit,
लगाते
expecting a slower button on the
my goodness.
sidestep.
Wow.
रेजार्ड लगाता वैसे ही खत्म हो जाना था
The
यही क्या यूट्यूब वालों ने कर लिया है
Not to the
हाँ,
bad
ad
for
side
Rangchu,
भी
I have to
आती
say
है,
the
side
Midnight
पे आपका
Siege,
वो show हो
really
रहा
good
होता है।
pressure. A lot of the damage did excel back against the wall here. So going with the Kuma here. You know, he's smarter than your average bear.
I hear that. I don't know if he was.
अरे लाइव में ये बात बहुत अच्छी नहीं तो लाइव में जब ऐड आ जाती थी लाइव थोड़ी पीछे हो
I don't
जाती
know. Let's see how
थी
smart
लेकिन
he is
अब
going
ऐसा नहीं
against
होता
Brian here. changing out the beach ball for the salmon and electrics as well.
He hungry.
Yes.
Electric Salmon sounds like a sick band, I'm not gonna lie. Extra
Skin
plus
change
on that
कर लिया
squad,
इस
that
बार।
downward strike. Now knee.
कुमा पहले पांडा लिया था, कुमा लिया,
Wait
फिर
to
स्किन
see
चेंज
what type
किया।
of style Rangchu's trying to play this time.
Drew trying to go for those swipes down below.
Okay,
Goes
hits
for
me
the
just
heat. Oh my god.
अरे कितनी गंदी पनिश दी है उसने।
That's the hell. That's his namesake.
Nice
Drew
one.
living up to that.
Oh.
Able to follow up, though, still holding up the Snake Eyes and the heat. Goes for the Salmon smash, but knee gets swiped
Nice.
before you go for the
हो
cannonball.
हो हो
Rolls
हो।
away. This seems
ये क्या
scripted.
था भाई?
Telling
ये
you,
क्या
man,
था
he's
भाई?
smarter than your average bear, but you got to close out the rounds, Rangchu. Can he actually find the finish?
Nice
To
one.
go with the Snake Eyes install.
Oh,
And
oh,
the
oh,
2-1
oh.
close it out there for Rangchu, getting on the board.
Yeah, he's been actually stopping a lot of the offensive attempts of any of the players this week for the 2-1s, but counter hit knee, forward 3, let's see it.
He was just dashing right up in his face and hit that forward 3 knee counter hit at the perfect timing.
Oh, nice wake-up option there by Rangchu. Knee able to get the elbow and push for the wall once again. Not much life on Kuma's side.
Gets the doesn't charge it up there.
Okay.
Back to the wall though, Rangchu in trouble and knee just using that lateral movement.
Ooh, gets the electric and the bear swipe here just to add more pressure. We're going coast to coast, folks, courtesy of Rangchu.
Right to that big butt bump there, huge damage. Rangchu fighting back. Ooh, went for the Brian electric, but nobody home. Demon's Breath.
इसमें जो हार गया लूजर ब्रैकेट में जो भी हार गया वो बाहर बॉयज।
Turns the wall,
Best
floor
of 3
purple
में।
here. Engage once again. Bear electrics. Beware.
कर गया
Start
रंचू
of the set,
एक।
Lee was finding great success with the chopping elbow.
Yeah.
He's gone back to it a few times since, and just Rangchu has kept an eye on it and not allowed it to get as much reward as before.
What a response from a whiffed salmon smash. He's able to go for the counter hit, and now Knee activating the heat and also activating the floor break.
He's got all his resources, unlimited Snake Eyes, got that heat ready to go, but Rangchu fighting back. No resources of his own, but uses that grab break to get to the wall.
Yo, if you have unlimited Snake Eyes, you want to roll that dice. Knee, though, holding on
Comeback
to
कर
one
गया
pair
हाँ जी,
here. Let's
लेकिन
see how he's going to use it.
एक हिट चाहिए।
Cannonball strike. Oh
आज
my
मिल
God,
गई
the
हिट।
bear
मैं भी
can't
नाम लिया,
catch
एक हिट
it.
चाहिए, वो एक हिट लगा
Second
गया।
hit, and the crowd felt that. Went for the spike into the ground break. Should be getting the rage on.
चेक करो, मच्छी चेक करो, आय हाय।
Salmon for dinner, or rocket salmon.
Yeah, support your local band, folks. Electric Salmon.
Electric salmon.
Playing at your local clubs, courtesy of Kuma. So shout outs to Rangchu, able to actually tie things up. Again, big implications for this matchup, folks, because they are fighting for their tournament lives.
And we did see Infested come up and speak to Knee for a moment. And if we look back at their history,
Yes, please tell us.
they've been
नहीं
their
जी
score currently as far as
जाएगा, लग तो
tournaments
ऐसा रहा, लेकिन
Rangchu
लग गए
2,
नहीं के।
Knee 4 in sets. And their last set was at Evo Japan. Most of you probably saw it was 0-2 Knee's
Nice.
way. He was
Wow.
on fire that day. Let's see if Rangchu can start turning the score in his favor and get a lick in.
Or will history repeat itself, right? Knee starting out with some conservative
Oh,
offense, but let's
oh.
see some bear G-clef cannons.
भाई
here.
रंचू इस बार तैयार हो क्या आया हुआ है?
Bear stand spikes him down. Well, didn't get the hit confirm he might have been looking for, but still in a reasonable position.
Nice.
Yo, he throwing paws, jabs, electrics.
बहुत
Let's keep him at the
प्यारा
wall,
यार।
folks.
The butt damage at the end. Looking to close it out. But clutch low
जिस तरह वो
tag.
तैयार हो
Get a
गया है
big
ना,
combo
बहुत
here.
गंदा यार।
Nice, gets the wall break as well. Activation station, and we see Knee pushing for the wall here.
तो
Charge
फाइट
it
अगेंस्ट
up.
वेक्टर तो जो
Oh, didn't
मुझे
get what he was looking
पता
for.
ही नहीं है
Maybe
यार।
Matt's got an up forward 4 instead of up forward 3+4 and might be
बहुत
paying
कम
for it here.
characters का
Goes to the
name
best
पता है।
hands. Rangchu so
मुझे
bloody
पाउल
in the
का
water
पता है,
and
नीना
took
का
advantage
पता
of
है,
it, took
किंग
up
का
right.
पता है,
Beware
ला का
bears,
पता
folks.
है।
That was crazy. Finding
एक
the opening there.
लार्स
Unfortunately, unable to get the
ये
orbitals.
नी
Gotta
बड़ियान
be able to know
यही
how
है
to do
बस
for the
हो
bear
गया।
bodies, but we do see another can for the
मुझे
hip
ला
smash here to
खेलना
stop the
आता थोड़ा
offensive
बहुत,
knee.
टेकन 3 वाला वो
That was
भी।
an excellent. That was a very good cans. He had a feeling, and he's been hitting a few of those. He's very good at that. Tries to get a bear
Nah,
X in the
ooh.
wall, going for those lows. Knee again chipping as well.
Yeah, who says bears can't kick? You got hell sweeps, you got cans, and now this bear looks like he might have the wall. He has this electric though. Rangchu looking real
रंचू
strong. in
भाई
round
फुल
number 2.
रेडी हो क्या
Bear
है?
breath,
ओए हो
heat dash to close out.
हो
with
गया
the
भाई,
bicycle
तू
kick
कौन
into
थे
the
मैं
smackdown.
कौन?
And here we go. This might be set point here for Rangchu.
Trying to just jab his way for the offense. Blocks the low hatchet kick attempt by Knee. How will Knee make this
कौन थे
comeback?
मैं
He's
कौन?
known for this, but the
Hello.
wake-up option by Rangchu.
thinks he's the Undertaker out here.
We do an
Ooh.
abs. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Rising.
nice कहाँ कितना प्यारा टाइम
He's
था
got that heat. He wants to make it hurt, and
Yeah,
he does.
nice
Gets
and-
that big heat bear electric.
Oi, oi, oi,
That's a
oi,
potentially
oi.
break a wall. No, spikes him down, takes the free damage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
One more hit is all he needs. 3 plus 4
Yeah.
to keep him out. The salmon's out again. Gets the big Brian
ओए
electric. Might
अगर
break
यहाँ
the
से
wall.
अगर यहाँ से नहीं निकालेगा नहीं अगला राउंड भी ले
Okay,
गया
goes for the Vulcan Buster, keeps the real estate advantage, has healed up and charges it up, folks.
Yeah.
Rangchu in big trouble.
भाई
He
रैंचू
with
खत्म
Snake
है
Eyes in range, but
इतनी
unable to get it though.
वो
Runs in with the bear stance, but
इतनी
Knee
सी
keeps
HP
down with
थी
the forward
इतनी
two
सी
Snake
HP
Eyes string, staying on
लेकिन
the
अब
board
खत्म
and,
है
staying alive.
अब
2
नहीं
rounds
मुझे
to
तो
go.
डबल
Starting
ट्रिपल
to
राउंड
round,
मारेगा
Bear
इससे
Stance goes for the plus frame charge.
Full advantage here from Rangchu, still at set point here. Knee still living on a prayer and hanging by a thread here. He needs to stay alive here, slow things down, and find his own timing.
Yeah,
Is
कितना
nice
प्यारी
done
timing
for the
थी यार।
punish.
There we go. Knee was tying his shoes and saw a high,
Yeah.
punished it, and now on his way to potentially taking it to final round. Big machine gun punches at the wall. Heat smash used, trying to keep him there, just to get him with something.
Hey, no, it's Rangchu's turn, unable to get it off axis.
हाँ हाँ पांडा से ही घेरा था अभी इसने
Snake
कुमा
Eyes for
किया
heat, so this is Rangchu's big opportunity to go for the Salmon Smash.
Salmon smash in, and he's running forward.
ओए
To it, goes
ओए
underneath the mid.
ओए
Anybody's game at the moment.
अनप्रेडिक्टेबल हो जाना ये गया खत्म ओए 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 ओए
Grab.
Able to get
Nice
the
one,
victory
Rangchu, nice
here.
one.
Beware of bears, folks. We bear
Rangchu
bears here in
versus
Bam. And
Arslan
Rangchu
होगा।
sending me out of this tournament, but Nee sitting well with points, and pretty sure top 8 placement is still very good in terms of the leaderboard standings.
Well, amazing. That was
Rangchu
great.
versus
I mean, we say chill for a second. That was insanity. That could have been anyone's game. And again, Nee was looking very strong early on.
Yeah.
You know,
अच्छा comeback
he
कर गया
really
यार
had his
फिर
time, he
भी
got those counter hits.
नहीं
and
गया
Rangchu was just able to bring it back. And one thing that I've always noted with Rangchu is, for whatever reason, he's very good at either reacting or just having the feeling for when big lows are coming.
Yeah, he
And
does.
he punished quite a lot of hatchets, and I think for a lot of the light ones, he's like, look, I don't want to have to employ the mind game anti-strat.
Hiyokuma.
So I'll just let a lot
Joke
of these lows
कर गया।
go, and then just worry about other things.
Yeah, and then when push comes to shove, he's able to actually
Let's see.
capitalize on that. One thing I also like noticing is his jab timing is just so good with the keep out. His 2-1's really good. And like you said, man's the Undertaker. The way he just wakes up and knows. And
बहुत
we
भूख
saw a
लग
lot
रही
of
है यार मुझे
instances
इस
where he
टाइम
rolled around. He just knows how to play the ground game really
दिल
good.
कर रहा
Can't
बाहर
wait to
जाऊँ
see how this is
नाचने
gonna
खा
shake
के आऊँ इस
out.
टाइम
But we can't rest just yet. We still got to keep going here on the loser side of things. It's Nobi versus Ulsan. Oh, sorry, Nobi versus Arslan.
यार मुझे
It's going to be a big
10,000
one.
की सुपर चैट
I
करो
think
यार 10,000
The
डॉलर की
Lars versus Nina,
आके
or
भाई
maybe
नान
there's a
चने
counter
खाना
pick
जाना
in tow, but I think that
नान
Nina
चने
might work
स्पेशल
quite a
नान
bit
चने
depending on what his mindset is.
Yeah, hey, it might be a Lars mirror. I know.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past
Nobi
him.
Yeah.
okay
Arslan has been known to have the Lars.
Yeah, and he also made the Lars at one point for a little
भाई
bit.
मैं
but
तो
then
खाना
Nina has
जाओ जाओ
always been
बितक
his
ब्रो
rock, his
आ गया
go-to
स्लान ऐसा आ
character.
गया
And it seems like
अब खाना
we
खाने
might
जा
be
रहे हो,
seeing
सलाना
that
आशा आ
Nina,
गया।
he did lock in with it, but it seems like we're just gonna wait for the next pick.
Oh, the Steve.
Okay.
Okay.
His character.
And he's in his character pool.
Yes. I can't wait to see this. Shout out to all the Steve mains out there. I didn't actually see that much Steve in the commentary
true.
block.
Alright, we're hurtling to Earth at 1 billion miles an hour. I
मैंने
don't know
पहले ही
what
मैसेज लिख दिया है
We managed to have a boxing match and a gunfight here, so
कि स्लान ऐश
shall see the
जीतेगा
Steve
लेट्स
come
सी
out first. Again, big implications here for losers quarterfinals, folks.
Ooh, big
नहीं
back one
भाई
started
घर
out,
का
making a
ड्राइव
statement.
बताओ
That's
ऑर्डर
the-
को आता हूँ
that's
आपको
Steve's
नानचने
favorite.
कहाँ से
He
ऑर्डर
is
करवाओगे पहले मुझे बताओ
daily back one on counter hit and he's happy.
That's all he thinks about.
ब्रॉडकास्ट चैनल में बता तो रहा हूँ ब्रो
Keep going.
सलमान ब्रो ब्रॉडकास्ट चैनल में बता तो रहा हूँ साथ साथ अपडेट दे रहा हूँ ये
Family
देखो
rivalry as we speak just goes for the
ये देखो
activation.
अभी
but
एक सेकंड और दूसरा मैसेज मैं लिख के भी रखा हुआ है कि अरसलान ऐश वर्सेस नोबी
Trying to step on him, not in there. And remember, this is a mother.
कौन सा ब्रॉडकास्ट सलमान भाई कौन सा ब्रॉडकास्ट की बात कर रहे हो डिस्कॉर्ड पे या व्हाट्सएप पे या इंस्टाग्राम पे व्हाट्सएप और इंस्टाग्राम पे नहीं और टिकटॉक और
Trying to go for that rocket punch.
डिस्कॉर्ड पे नहीं, ब्रॉडकास्ट जो मेनली है ना वो इंस्टाग्राम पे ही है।
A nice orbital
फूड पांडा नहीं,
smash
फूड
on
पांडा
that
कहाँ के
orbital
चने
side.
करोगे
Able
ऑर्डर?
to actually
यार आप
turn
मुझे
things
पैसे दे दो,
around with a significant
मैं खा लूंगा
lead.
जाकर,
Arslan
टेंशन ना लो।
always has that Uno reverse card in his pocket. You cannot breathe
Bro.
easy unless someone calls. that
इंस्टा
you
पे
won
दिए
that
हैं
round
ब्रो,
here up
ये
against
देखो यार
Arslan.
शहजादे क्या कर रहे हो।
Amazing work. Round 2. Let's see. So Nobi was very commanding at the
Arslan ने
start of
पहला
that
round
fight.
निकाल
Arslan
लिया।
was able to bring it back, got his number, and dialed it.
ये देखो यार, ये वाला इंस्टा ब्रॉडकास्ट ज्वाइन किया कि नहीं किया हुआ मेरा, ये वाला क्विक ईस्पोर्ट अपडेट्स, इसके अंदर मैं साथ साथ अपडेट दे रहा हूँ, ये देखो।
Nobi trying to find his opportunity, but once again, he's trying to back up. He against Nina, as we mentioned in the previous set, against Nina, you want to back up a bit, but gets launched for his trouble.
Yeah, so let's see how Steve's
Nice.
approach tools will play into factor of Nobi's game plan here. But now, this is the wheelhouse you want to be in if you're
Oh,
Nina, right?
it's
Push
nice
against the
up
wall. Oh, gets the guard break. Gets the 2-hit. No 10 count punish there for Nobi. Just dashes in with some dirty boxing.
ओए
So the dirty smash.
ओए रिजार्ड अगर लगी है, ओ लगी है रिजार्ड, ओ भाई साहब मैप पे फोकस करो, हाँ मैप पे फोकस करो, ये मैसेज ना करो, ले गया अरसलान ये राउंड।
Yeah.
एचपी बची थोड़ी सी।
Okay.
नाइस साइड
Oh my
स्टेप,
goodnस.
कितना प्यारा वैसे साइड स्टेप मारा यार।
Second time we saw a rage art here. Floor is lava.
अरे ऐसे ऑर्डर थोड़ी होने थे शहजादे, जज़ाकल्लाह फॉर सुपर चैट। मैं अब ये मुझे निकालते 3 महीने लग जाने ये वाले सुपर चैट को निकालते हुए, जिसमें से 40% यूट्यूब ने काट लेना यार, फिर भी जज़ाकल्लाह फॉर द सुपर चैट यार।
Able to get the floor explosion here.
आप उनको अब जाके मैं ऐसे बोलूं चने वाले भाई मुझे सुपर चैट आई है, मुझे नान चने दे, 3 महीने बाद जाके तुझे पैसे निकलवा के दे दूंगा। चलिए आप फोकस करो यार, नोबी एक राउंड ले गया बॉयज। इट्स पर आर्मी वाला किया है, दोनों ज्वाइन कर लो। इस पर आर्मी वाले में भी अपडेट देता हूँ, लेकिन ना ये वाला मेरा ऑफिशियल वो ना ज्वाइन कर लो ब्रॉडकास्ट।
And really got the punish.
Nice.
Now we see just the wheel. I mean the
Oh,
offensive
pyara
set volume of
lagdi.
Nina here. Let's see how Nobi's gonna play with this heat. Box 5.
ये वाला ब्रॉडकास्ट ज्वाइन कर लो। ओए होए होए होए,
Goes for the massage at the end.
God. Oh my goodness.
That's gonna cost him.
Oh wow. Just goes for the machine gun punches. The onslaught of offense for Nobi to turn things around.
भाई
folks.
नोबी कमबैक कर रहा है।
Box 5 special.
No matter how nice launch there. No matter how good you are, sometimes when you're when there's a really big
नोबी
fight,
अरसलान ने
you're gonna
की हो
spring
गया
at the most
शहजादे।
inopportune time, no matter how good you are.
A beat down punch for the follow-up here. Goes for another downtown punch, but Arslan
बहुत
trying
प्यारा।
to fight his way back in this matchup.
A little bit of a trade going for that low, trying
बहुत
to
ही
build up that
प्यारा।
steam. Now again, Nobi's doing a great job at keeping that,
बहुत ही
keeping
प्यारा।
that rubber band game played. He's getting Arslan to come in as he's going out, and that heat smash should close out the round, spikes him down, making that
Nice
statement,
one,
taking game 1.
Okay, Nobi off to a good start, but we've seen this before up against Keisuke, right? Keisuke found that offense. Arslan starts thinking about what he's going to
टेंशन
do
डाल
next,
दी
starts
टेंशन आप
computing
लोगों
the
ने।
matchup, and then he turns things around. Heading to Urban Square, folks. Let's see the adjustments made on both sides.
Let's get it going now. Again, I think Nobi's doing an amazing job, and with the tool set of Steve, he's also got the Steve back tempo, right?
Yeah.
You can go back, go into Lionheart, and just wait for a second. Now that I think is
yeah.
having to be played in a way where Arslan needs to take more risk coming in, where Nobi has the ability to just jump back and cover that distance in a better way.
Yeah, I think that can make you second guess your offense, especially Nina, right? You kind of want, like you pointed out, you want to play that
Inshallah,
telephone
win karega,
booth range.
inshallah.
You want to keep things like that, but the back one on the approach is going to stop Arslan in his tracks.
Okay.
And activates that heat. Good combo here. Looking like a
Oh.
नहीं,
Oh no, he went peekaboo, but he didn't do anything with it. Ducks, but able to get the heat smash.
यार मेरी
order
स्टोरीज
and
में
do
लिंक
well.
है, मेरी स्टोरीज में ज्वाइन चैनल की ऑप्शन आ जाएगी आपको।
Excellent work.
यार मेरी स्टोरीज के ऊपर जितनी भी स्टोरी लगाई है ना मैंने क्विक की स्पोर्ट्स वाले, वहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे ना तो ज्वाइन चैनल कर लो
Trying to
आप।
spin on him.
No.
Has to eat a punch.
डीएम चेक करता है इस मैच
Turn,
के
though,
बाद।
able to
नाइस,
actually realign.
चल
Excellent
चल चल
combo by
चल
Arslan,
अरसलान ने।
fighting for the center of the stage and also activates as well.
Taking him a bit further downtown. Got to the
Oh,
end of the
nice
screen,
one.
actually. Now, Nobi
बहुत प्यारा
got
लड़के।
kind of hit for a jab on that Arslan slide.
Yep, there's that relentless pace we're so
बहुत
used to seeing by
प्यारा।
Arslan. All gas,
उड़े।
no brakes, but able
बहुत
you
प्यारा,
gotta
बहुत
double
प्यारा।
tap, right? You gotta double, yeah. The
बहुत
guns didn't have
प्यारा।
that much ammo. All right, I'm gonna finish the job here. Get that round number 2.
Starts off with the low there from Nobi. Again, spacing out once again, trying to keep him out with the back one. Arslan doing a great job coming in now, using grabs a bit more.
True. Okay, we get the engage. We try to push for the wall here, but nice down jab just to interrupt.
Now Arslan's
Okay,
feeling a
best
bit
of it.
flustered and just a bit pressured. He's going more for down jabs.
DM नहीं
to try
मुझे
and
आया
stop
वैसे
the momentum
आपका।
Nobi's building.
Yeah, and also taking a risk was that with that wipe the floor, we did see how Nobi was able to duck a lot of the options here. But we're gonna shoot the guns, show it's a gun show, and
चलो
now
छोड़ो
Ice
यार,
Flat
छोड़ो, focus
gonna try
करो,
to finish
focus।
it off.
Excellent work.
चल
2
चल
rounds
Arslan,
gone.
let's
Arslan
go।
figuring a few things out, slowly bringing this one back. And again, jumps back, wants to cover the distance
Ooh,
in case
नहीं, नहीं,
Arslan
नहीं।
is going to commit to something big. He can get a huge whiff punish off that.
नहीं, बड़ा गंदा counter दिया
दिया
उसने।
one, and now Arslan gonna get introduced to this wall. Great start for Nobi.
Hitting the barriers. Anyone hungry for a hot dog?
चल चल
Oh my goodness,
नहीं नहीं
To that punch.
नाइस वन
Nice.
The Sonic
Nice
Fang
hit smash,
now
active
that
counter
gets,
punish।
heated through.
Goes for another Sonic Fang just to keep it going.
ओ,
Did he
लगी है
press?
Press.
Oh,
नहीं
wow.
यार।
Goes for the punish, and now Nobi.
अगर ये राउंड
all round
Arslan हार
away
गया,
from
Arslan
moving
बाइट हो
on
जाएगा।
in this tournament.
Arslan's going to need to make something happen here. He's 1 round away from getting eliminated here. Bam, 15. That's true.
ओए
Oh, able
ओ
to get it, but you know what?
Counter
That's the setup.
tornado
That's what
मारा
we're
लेकिन
talking
बच
about.
गया।
Nobody's still like in control here, but Arslan though fighting for that control.
नहीं निकाल जाएगा
So
इंशाल्लाह
Albatross
Arslan
into the
निकाल
guard
जाएगा।
break. Again,
चल
trying
चल
to lay it all
Arslan।
out right now. Uses that heat, got his back to the wall. Goes for the mid-safe option there. And again,
Nice
Arslan
one।
he'd wait for an excellent punish.
बहुत प्यारा काउंटर।
Walk right into
ले जा
that
ले जा ले जा
BF2
पूरी
launcher.
combo ले जा।
Arslan gonna gain the gray health back.
यार
And
हिट
also
स्मैश
take
भी
this
नहीं है।
corner.
Oh, steps on him, that's got to hurt. He's face down, he doesn't want to get...
ध्यान से
he
उसके
doesn't
बाद
need
रेज
too much
आता है।
heat. Slowly trying to wait for an opportunity, but Arslan chipping away slowly, 1 hit at a time, death of 1,000 by 1,000 cuts.
नहीं, नहीं,
Running
नहीं,
two, looking for
नहीं।
those plus frames into the guard break.
Okay, continue on final seconds. Nice
वो
escape.
8
Nobi
7
has
6
range to
बस
work
पीछे
with.
रह
Slow
पीछे
down
रह
the
पीछे
clock.
रह
Arslan could just
4
keep
3
backdashing
2
away. Dirty boxing.
1
Final seconds. Able to open him up, but it's not going to be enough. Arslan gets game
ओए ओए ओए
number
ओए
2.
ओए ओए
Crowd was
बहुत
feeling that one. I could
प्यारा
hear through the headphones.
क्या डिफेंस था बहुत प्यारा
Oh, that was close.
क्या कर रहा था अगर उसे एक हिट मारता निकाल जाता
It might have worked out a bit better, but it's like he tried what he could, and Arslan was doing his best to just space away. So some of those hits, if he went for a heavy hit that might have done more damage, it might have whiffed and it would have been over anyway. So he did
अलग
what he
तक
could.
आ गए थे
And
वही।
KSK up on stage, helping him out. You love to see different teams helping each other out from the same nation.
Yeah, I think. Oh, actually, still sticking with the Steve. I thought he was gonna give him his maybe.
Use Kazuya, that guy's pretty good.
हाँ
I heard he's pretty good. Don't take it from me. But we're going to the arena,
चल
not the
Arslan
underground
ने।
arena. It's still a compact stage here. I'd say Arslan had most of the
Oh,
advantage
nice.
keeping Steve at the wall, but look at that duck to the wild man punish.
That was a clean one. He's seen that string before. Goes for the pad low.
नाइस
Dashing his face.
चल
ducking there.
Arslan
Oh, a fade.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
down for 2 attempts.
ट्राई की साइड
Cheetah
स्टेप की
steps
लगी
here, you
वो
gotta worry
नहीं
about that. Steve's got a lot of highs to work with.
बहुत प्यारा
Forcing Arslan to go into heat.
बहुत प्यारा बा ठीक है द्वार पास है यहाँ पे
Defense heat. What's he got?
उठा
Arslan, he
वन
goes for
हिट
a jab.
हिट स्मैश जा रही हिट स्मैश जा रही है
Press something.
Arslan ने हिट स्मैश जा रही एक हिट लगा दे नहीं
Goes for the
यार
heat smash. What's he gonna do for the follow? Tried to duck the
Ooh.
evil miss. Arslan has rage.
All right, excellent work there by Nobi. He's got a big.
नो
hit for that.
वो साइड स्टेप पे पनिश साइड स्टेप पे
It's a
पनिश
big,
नाइस वन
heavy, low counter hit launcher.
दबा के था लगा के रख लगा के रख लगा के रख लगा के रख
Nearly in
लगा
range.
के रख ऐसी की तैसीस की ऐसी की तैसीस की ऐसी की तैसीस की क्या बात है Arslan ने
In the lead.
किंग
Wipe
शूटर
the
तू
floors
किंग
have been
शूटर
adding up here. That has been
इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह बॉयज
making a
बिस्मिल्लाह
difference
स्पैम
here.
हुए
Nobi getting
कितना
a
गंदा
huge
काउंटर
launch
दिया
here.
I think with heat, he
बॉयज
might
बिस्मिल्लाह
be able to
स्पैम
take
करो
the
निकाल
Save
जाए
much to save it. Goes for the running
चल
blow.
चल
We switched sides,
what is
but
this
Arslan couldn't
bro
get anything out of it. Nice escape by the counter hit
Nice.
grab by Arslan.
नाइस
Down forward one, they're coming out, but Nobi doing a great job in stepping and
Arslan
weaving.
Arslan ने होल्ड
Very
थोड़ा सा
agile,
होल्ड
as we said.
नाइस
Steve has
हिट
so
स्मैश
many
की जाने दे
defensive options, and that is working
थर्ड
wonders
डिफेंस
against Arslan's leader at the moment.
कितनी
Make the
गंदी हिट
clap.
मारी है
Nobi
यार
able to break through.
कितनी
We tighten
गंदी
things up
हिट
in
मारी
terms
है
of
उससे
round, really back and forth here at losers quarterfinal.
नाइस
Counter
वन
hit low at the start. He backed up,
बहुत
went for the
प्यारा।
approach, odd timing, Arslan
हिट
caught
स्मैश
it,
एक्टिव
and now he's
हिट
gonna
स्मैश
get a hefty
एक्टिव
combo as a reward.
बच्चे हिट स्मैश
And also real
एक्टिव
estate
नहीं
advantage. 1-1-2 punish
नहीं
by
तो ना
Nobi.
ओ नाइस वन
Once see how they're gonna
Saji bait.
True. Let's see how they're gonna open each other
बहुत
up here.
प्यारा,
The
बहुत
TF1 series
प्यारा।
able to shoot the guns as well. No heat round, Brown Man.
You don't see
Oh,
that streak
yeah.
too often. I think he saves it. But here we go, activating that
Counter.
heat. Little bit of health.
Oh.
You see something happen. But
Just one round.
Flappy,
ASSALAM ने
yes.
एक round
The
चाहिए
rising
सिर्फ।
option, Arslan Ash turning things around. Set point on his side. Nobody's got to act and act quick if he wants to stay alive here in the tournament.
Alright, both spacing each other.
Oi.
Albatross 2 starting Nobi's offense in this round. Again, he cannot afford to
Nice.
lose this one.
बहुत
He's gonna
प्यारा
have to take
damage.
it. What's he got in store for Arslan?
Grabs get whiffed here.
Nice,
The guns
Arslan.
here, spending all the heat on Nobi's side. Arslan's actually going to expire in heat as well. Can we?
Nice one.
Tried to go for
चल
the
चल चल
Superman,
चल
but
चल चल
Arslan
चल चल
interrupted.
चल लड़के
Excellent
चल।
flow. This is going to be a decent amount of
बहुत
damage.
प्यारा।
Decent Oki there, tried to catch him with the
Easy,
mid.
easy, relax.
Now Arslan trying to push him back to the wall.
upper advantage है, easy रहा, easy रहा, easy। Overgrass नहीं, overgrass नहीं, overgrass नहीं।
Oh my goodness.
ओए
able to get
गंदे ने
that
तो आगे था
shoulder,
लगा।
guys.
बट ठीक है, बट ठीक। ये
Arslan
side
goes
change,
for the
बस
throw
बहुत
escape
प्यारा।
here for them to switch sides.
Excellent.
नहीं।
On the height. It got a low to close that part
नहीं
out
नहीं
there.
नहीं 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 नहीं
Arslan in.
नहीं नहीं
Range, one more hit could do it, and then trade. Closes it out. Final round here, Pod.
जो हारा वो भाग रही है राउंड।
Really?
ASSALAM ने नहीं।
A big back one for Nobi to start off this final round.
ओए
Gets a
होए।
nice massage at the wall. A nice health lead. Goes for the dirty smash. Foot stomp. Goes for the shoulder.
चल
into the
चल
overhead.
सर
But
बहुत
it's
प्यारा
safe. Goes
ASSALAM।
for the big sweep commitment.
सिजादे चल
Because what
चल।
the floors have been working
बहुत
out, they
प्यारा
both
hit smash
pop
अपनी।
heat at the same time, but not
Counter,
at the same time. Nobi
बहुत
was able to
प्यारा।
get it out later
ASSALAM ने
on.
माना।
Now the
वो
wall
बहुत प्यारा
carry
पड़ी। इजी
carrying
इजी
him
ले
towards
जा
the
ले जा ले जा
corner.
ले जा ले जा।
This could be anyone's game. Very
Nice.
similar on how.
Nice.
That toe kick might
बहुत
have cost
वन
him.
मिनट वन मिनट वन मिनट
Could
ले
this
जा
be
ले
it?
जा ले
Abe
पूरी
was
कम्बो
actually
12
capitalized
12
here.
13
Arslan Ash looking to finish
One
it
hit.
off. Able to get the guns
ओए
hit the wall, not quite there, but the long
यस
tap
यस
is
यस
gonna
यस
take it.
यस
Arslan
ले
Ash
गया भाई
stays
ले गया
alive.
अपना लड़का ओए ओए
That
क्या
was
मैच
nice.
था
That toe
भाई
kick will be haunting Nobi
ओए ओए
for
क्या
weeks.
मैच था
That
ये
wake-up option,
बहुत
that's worse than an
insane
alarm clock.
बहुत
You
insane
slept through for an hour. Again, it just comes down to the minute details. What a back and forth battle. We were playing with a lot of approaches, a lot of ducks, a lot of sidewalks. But at the end of the day, when it came down to it, it was a toe tap that changed things for Arslan Ash to continue on in this tournament.
Like, I
ओए
hate when I
ओए
stub my
ओए
toe,
ओए
but that
क्या
was-
मैच था
I
भाई
mean,
क्या
yeah.
मैच था।
He was wishing he'd stub his toe, right? But the walk on Arslan Ash.
I can
mind you.
just imagine the mind of Arslan Ash when that moment happened. It was probably such
Oh,
a
yeah,
moment
yeah.
of relief when he saw that whiff, unexpected. I know he walked for it, but I don't think he was expecting that.
अरे जज़ाकल्ला ब्रो फॉर द सुपर चैट 9.99 अरे जज़ाकल्ला यार थैंक यू सो मच पवन सिंगराम जो भी आपका रियल नेम है यार जीजीस कर दो बॉय जीजीस कर दो चैट के अंदर जीजीस कर दो बॉय सारे जज़ाकल्ला यार जज़ाकल्ला शिजादे थैंक यू सो मच
versus Farzeen, so that's something to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to settle things over here.
थैंक यू सो मच यार थैंक यू सो मच जज़ाकल्ला यार
Clive Bear, what do you think?
Maybe. I mean, the Lydia has been coming out here and there.
Right, right.
I don't know
Yellow
if
super
Chikarin
chat boys.
has, perhaps some sort of pocket pick for Rangchu. He does have that for certain characters sometimes, certain players sometimes. But
बहुत शुक्रिया
the
यार
classic matchup at the moment would probably be, as you mentioned, Clive and Bear. One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
A bear.
मुझे शो क्यों नहीं है यार
We shall
इधर
see which bear that he will be using, because he started out with Panda, changed things up. I guess he wanted to go a little more electric than that Xiao Yu grab when it came to heat. But we are gonna hear
Super
the
chat
character
show
select screen. Yeah, I definitely want to see other characters in the roster of Chikarin, but if he's gonna use that Clive, that's gonna be all good. Definitely put in the work with that Clive.
Let's see. Taking a swig of water. Make sure to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen.
That reminds me, I gotta take my
Go ahead. All right. So checking their button. Make sure. By the way, this is a PSA from Brown, man. Make sure you check your buttons, man.
PSA?
Like the amount of rounds some people lose from not checking their buttons, you gotta get in the muscle memory. Even if you've already done it and your opponent takes extra time, I'm just checking buttons anyway. Make sure you got that set. You do not want to lose a potential set and everything. Yeah, the other bracket runners and TOs in the crowd, they were agreeing. So make sure, guys, check your buttons. But here we go. That's all done. We are coming into the new fancy stage.
Phoenix Gate, ladies and gentlemen. This is hometown advantage for Clive. What's a
True.
Bumblebee Bear doing
He flew
here?
in. He just flew in.
Bears do be flying, and they also be ripping each
Show
other's
ये
necks,
super chat की
ripping
नहीं show
necks
हुई
here.
थी super
So,
chat
Chikarin now.
ये मैं
has
वैसे
to be
check
very
कर
careful
रहा
his
हूँ।
approach. We've seen how rank
नोटिस नहीं
who's
किया
able to
पहले।
just play with the bare jabs. And
क्या कमबैक किया अरसान भाई, बहुत तगड़ा। मेरे तो भाई मैं तो गूसबम्स आना शुरू हो गए थे। क्या मैच था भाई,
ish. I mean, I
क्या
think it
मैच
distracts from the overall.
नेक्स्ट
Goes for
100।
that grab, that
यार
grab,
अगर
and they knew he had the wall advantage.
सुपर चैट
And
करनी
now
है ना,
Ranchu trying to
इससे
finish it
अच्छा
off.
मुझे
Yes, they
वैसे दे दो यार, क्यों उधर
very,
यूट्यूब को
that was very
40% दे
surface.
रहे हो।
He was willing to do things that's like, oh,
बाकी
maybe most people
थैंक
would
यू
do it,
यार।
but I'm going to show you I am. You don't have to worry about it.
I like those mental
ओए
damage.
ओए,
Assert your
क्या
dominance.
मैच
But
था यार,
Chikrin
क्या
retaliating in
मैच
round
था।
2 though.
That's an apple whip. Chikrin really trying to take his game back.
Yeah.
Doing a good job so far.
Got 1+2 engaged. Forward 3 gets punished here. Rang Chu. Oh wow, gets the power crush.
It's amazing work. Activates heat. Wants to come in with something. Let's see what he's got.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with the bear jabs here. Can't be doing Phoenix shifts too much. Beach ball out of the way. Hunting bear.
Tried it again. He tried it again. And after, he also went.
रेंचू मुझे क्यों लग रहा बाहर होने वाला।
He did. Excellent
इसके
stuff.
बाद
Nice
जो
fighting.
जीतेगा उसका
Punish
मैच
there.
अरसलान के साथ होगा
Down to
भाई।
Clive.
Diving at him. Hunting best. Then tried to go for the orbital again.
Fully charged plus frames here.
जो
Clive
जो
does
भी
not
स्ट्रीम
wanna
पर
be in
न्यू
this
आया
corner.
स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो यार, अगर नहीं
Another
किया अभी
He
तक
has
तो।
made Chikrin so scared to duck in these situations.
Yeah, I think it's the conditioning. Okay, Torgal making
Under
it a
points
2v1, but
are-
Heat, Bears in Heat.
ऐश विनर सेमीफाइनल्स में गया, इनमें जो जीतेगा उसका मैच ऐश के साथ होगा।
I know.
लूजर के बड़े रोले हैं यार, लूजर के बहुत रोले
Very
हैं।
scary at the moment. Goes underneath that down forward one attempt. Diving at him again with the hunting best stance and the downward strike.
Wow, the interrupt just to keep him out of power crush. Excellent call outs here by Rang Chu.
पूरे हफ्ते के नान चने मिल जाएंगे इस स्पेशल से नहीं भाई।
Let's see
या
how he's
मिल
gonna try to
जाएंगे,
play around with these bear
क्या हाँ हफ्ते
stances.
के मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन ना यार निकलवाना बड़ा काम है यार। $100 मेरी होंगे फिर जाके, लेकिन ये इन्होंने माशाल्लाह से अगर 10 यूरो जो भी करेंसी दी है ना, इनमें सिर्फ 5 यूरो मेरे पास रहेगा, बाकी 50% यूट्यूब काट लेती है। ये बड़े रोल हैं यार।
Trying to run his gamut of just pokes, but Phoenix Smash able to get the iconic grab of Xiao Yu.
He knows what he's doing.
Like, no, left side, no, right side. He's like a guy trying to talk to a TO. You want your left or right side? No, I don't know.
I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know.
Coin flip, final seconds. Chikrin though trying to gain back the health.
All right, nice.
इससे ज़्यादा जीजी डन में कर दे, जीजी डन चल रहा है ना, जीजी डन में कर दो, वो फिर भी थोड़ा टैक्स अप्रूव है, वहाँ 15% टैक्स कम करता है। रेंचू
Nothing there. Rangchu could just back away. And that is gonna
वही हिट लग
be
जाती थी
a
जाता।
time up by
जाकला
Rangchu
यार
to get
ब्रो,
the first
पवन
game.
सिंगराम
How do
ब्रो।
you open up a bear? How do you open him up?
Knife. I mean, he's got him.
He definitely
All
does.
of them. How many knives you got? Yes.
He's
now-
got all the weapons.
Some interesting information for you guys. So historically, Chikrin versus Rangchu has gone reasonably well in Rangchu's favor. I think since Tekken 8 in official tournaments, we've had a score of 5-3 in sets.
Wow.
Rangchu. The most recent one was at Evo Japan. It was 1-2.
1-2, interesting. I definitely want to. Oh, it's at Harp. We'll revisit that as we look at the character select stream. Because Lily is coming out now. Again, bring out the big guns, not Clive, but the Lily. This is the character that won him Evo Japan last year.
And it's interesting because in those earlier sets last year with Rangchu, most of those sets were played with a mixture of Lydia and Lily. Now we're seeing a return to that. Let's see if we can rewrite those matches and bring forth a new age of Lily.
यार फोर्थर्स को मिल गया है लड़ी, सभी को मिल गया ब्रो, सभी को वीजा मिल गया। पाकिस्तानी साइट ही थंडर ब्रो, आप ना मेरा ना ज्वाइन कर लो इंस्टाग्राम ब्रॉडकास्ट हैंडल, लिंक मैंने पिन किया, वहाँ मैं सारी कितने मैच ही रह गए, नींद आ रही है ब्रो, मैं रात से सोया नहीं हूँ, मेरा अंदाजा लगा रही, तीसरी स्ट्रीम में कर रहा हूँ कंटिन्यूसली। इसके बाद रह गए हैं एक दो मैच ही रह गए हैं, फिर टूर्नामेंट एंड हो जाएगा।
Rangchu, the step.
He was ready into the Matterhorn, but doesn't get what he was looking for.
That was quite unfortunate. Now Chikrin trying to implore some grabs in his game. Let's introduce some heat, shall we? Bear breath. Whoa! Up and above. Death from above, says Chikrin. He needs to close this out. Finds the mid.
Amazing work there. That was a big clutch reactions and adjustments from what they were dealing with. Unexpected situations. Now Chikrin trying to go with the flip down 4-3+4 to catch Rangchu pressing in the distance, but so far has been blocking fast enough.
Yo, these side steps are being put on display, but Rangchu still contesting with the bear jabs as well as the power crush. Oh, unable to get the round off.
And he's trying to catch him on the approach. So Chikrin trying to space out and trying to catch Rangchu with a
मुल्क बोर्ड नहीं है फरजीन का मैच फरजीन विनर्स फाइनल्स में है ब्रो
True. So imploring these side
इसके बाद अरसलान का मैच है उसके बाद फरजीन का मैच होगा
slides in with a do glide, but
वो मुल्क बोर्ड है पता नहीं मुल्क बोर्ड है कि नहीं लेकिन फरजीन के साथ जो भी है ना वो साइड स्टेप इसके बाद अरसलान का मैच है बॉयज
Yeah, nice that you mentioned that the off-axis situations, right? So a lot of
मैं 2022 से जानता हूँ हम लोग के उनके सेम ग्रुप में थे
playing very well for Chikrin. Plus frames though. Will he be using that heat smash?
Down one, being there, waiting for Rangchu to make a move. Excellent walk, but nobody home that time. Beach wall in the distance. We can use that later. Big counter hit.
फरजीन का मैच है यस लोगों ने कल युगामी को हराया वो नहीं है टॉप 8 में नहीं कोमा का डैमेज ऑन टॉप ओ रेंचू 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 सीरियस हो गया रेंचू नहीं किसी को छोड़ा ना नी को और ना किसी को
You have to admit, Chikrin has been getting the right steps, the right reads. Rangchu though getting a big launch round start.
Sits on him and swipes, and again, Rangchu one round away from taking the second game.
Let's see how he's going to try to put the pieces together for him to get this round. Chikrin really needs this. Trying to attack the legs, go for mid, but it is an iron wall of defense on Rangchu's side.
Anytime Chikrin's coming in, Rangchu is ready. This time engages himself, using that heat, wants to close this one out. Oh, it's back, it's back.
We want for the win, inshallah.
Watch out, we're going to grab again.
Oh,
do it again. And he's going to follow up.
चला गया अब अरसलान का मैच है नाइस है
Yeah, crazy stuff.
अरसलान वैसे रेंचो ओए ओए ओए
the side step.
ब्रेक ना दे दो यार ब्रेक ना दे दो यार ब्रेक ना दे यार तेरा अल्लाह करे भला
Chikrin, what a beast with the Clive and the Lily. I want to see more of him. Hopefully we'll see more of him as the Tekken World Tour continues.
It takes the official count, I believe, for tournaments to 6-3.
6-3. Wow, that's
Panda pe हाथ set
the ever-writing story of Tekken 8, right? We're still writing the TWT story, and now thank you, Brown Man, with the stats.
रेंचो का मैच है
Seems
रेंचो
like we will be seeing more of the Bears, I guess.
Yes, we will.
I want to see those grabs. You know the gasp when he's able to do that grab. Oh no! Oh no!
अरसलान कर लेगा इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह
The Lily pick. I
मैंने
mean, was
मैसी
a
लिख
lot
लूं
more comfy compared to the Clive pick.
No. I'm sure he's comfortable with the Lily, but was that, in my perspective, looking on, was that the best option for him? I don't think so, because I don't know when the last time he played Lily.
Yeah, this was. Yeah. True.
And also, when was the last time he used Lily?
अब hard competition, yes bro. अब उल्सन रह गया, I think. उल्सन नहीं रह गया, उल्सन को तो I think उसने हराया है.
In a high pressure situation, even if
अरसान चलो कर लेगा, इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह.
So even if it's going back to a character that you've used for so long.
या ब्रेक ना देना जालिमो.
That time that your brain's buffering and remember.
ब्रेक ना देना, ब्रेक ना देना. मैच करा दो 2 मैच रह गए आप ब्रेक ना देना
and I agree with you, especially with how high stakes this are as we look
अच्छा
towards
Rangchu
Rangchu moving on facing Arslan Ash, which is a storied rivalry that has been going throughout, but this is our top 4 folks.
Rangchu कहाँ से
ALAIKUM versus Farzeen, but big shout outs to Battle Arena Melbourne for giving us such an amazing tournament and having such a turnout with the top 8 here. So shout outs to all the players that made it to top 8 and shout outs to all the players.
Yourselves.
Yeah, let's go. We got to save that.
लिखिए मैंने Arslan versus Rangchu, Arslan Ash win and qualify for the loser finals.
This is, we call this the Melbourne Zoo.
Ulsan versus Farzeen का ये yes.
You start hearing people yell out like monkey sounds and everything. It's crazy work. Shout outs to the OG Melbourne Zoo. They just go crazy. We got high energy here. Australia especially.
ओए अच्छा जी पहले ये मैच हो गया.
And now we're gonna get ready for the winners finals here. It's Ulsan versus Farzeen. Wait, he did face Lars to get. And now he's gonna have to face Ulsan.
कहानी में twist डाल दिया उन्होंने.
Let's get it going. All right, we got Farzeen on the P1 and Ulsan on P2.
I wonder if we're gonna see any character switch ups, right? Because Farzeen in the I think it was the second World Tour, he just brought out a Yoshi.
They qualify for
and then
grand
Ulsan also
finals.
is known for just like certain changes in characters.
Loser.
But right now, the story is we have the Farzeen on the Victor, and we have Ulsan on the Lars.
Yes, that seems to be what it'll be. Like, that's the play so far. But again, these guys, they have these secret pocket characters, specific situations, and it's a kind of breaking case of a move.
The reason I bring this up is this
बड़ा
change is going to
dangerous
be
सीन
a
है, बड़ा dangerous. अस्सलाम का नहीं था, नहीं वो उन्होंने ये इसीलिए कर दिया ना, इनमें से जो जीतेगा वो नीचे चले जाएगा, फिर जो नीचे जीतेगा उसका भी डायरेक्ट ही 2 मैच हो
what
जाएंगे.
we noticed since yesterday and what we observed, it might be a Victor versus Lars.
Yeah, and these guys have faced before, not too much. No, this current set is I believe 2 sets to 1.
मनीम भाई उसी वाला सीन जो फरजीन ने किया था, ये याद I remember
the biggest, longest one
वो नहीं भूल सकते भाई, वो सारे सीन भूल सकते हैं, वो नहीं भूल सकते.
24. That was
फरजीन वाहिद था जिसने हिला के रख डाला था.
Results across.
Oh yeah. He was,
but then more recently, TWT finals. You mentioned the Yoshi. That was when Farzeen whipped that out, and that was an 0-2.
Oh yeah, that was 0-2. Incredible stuff. So we'll see if there'll be some counterpicking going on, and how well these players have evolved from those matches that they had against each other. Still high stakes situation. Lars versus Victor to start out the winners finals here between Ulsan and Farzeen, and we're heading into space.
मैंने पहले ही prediction डाल दी है.
Alright, let's get it going.
अभी अरसलान जीतने में पहले ही ग्रुप में डाल दी है, अरसलान जीत गया.
Still, I feel like there's other priorities if you're hurling towards Earth.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to land?
Hey, he landed that arc blast to start things out, and Lars, like you said, travel agency is also wall combo fiend.
अरसलान का मैच, इसके बाद अरसलान का मैच है ब्रो. इंशाल्लाह फरजीन लूजर में नहीं जाना चाहिए बस. हाँ, फरजीन लूजर में नहीं जाना चाहिए, नहीं तो काम थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाएगा. अवाम बहुत ज्यादा ब्रो, अवाम बहुत ज्यादा. ये वेन्यू आपको प्रॉपर दिखा नहीं रहे ध्यान ब्रो. बॉयज के बाद अरसलान का मैच है. चल फरजीन ने
once again amazing spacing, putting the pressure on with the down forward 1 strings as well.
Nice.
बहुत प्यारा. Let's see who's gonna pop heat first. It is Ulsan kind of leading in terms of life. He does have a bit of gray health to gain back. Back one swipe just to keep him at bay.
Upward strike again. More homing here from Ulsan.
Oh nice, बहुत प्यारा. हिट्स में से एक्टिव कर लेता उस सीट पे. ओ यार चल कोई ना, बहुत प्यारा. और काउंटर हिट्स में से एक्टिव.
Tries to go for the flash.
Gets the wall splat. This should be good for him, and the shoulder to end the second round.
उस सीट पे जब वो मारता है मे बी ज़्यादा एडवांटेज होता है. कोई ना, चल लड़के, let's go, you can do it.
2 rounds here. Farzeen's got to slow things down, put a little fear in the offense, and make Ulsan kind of second guess his offensive wheelhouse here.
Excellent break. He knows he's trying to get that explosion.
क्या
engager. Slams him down. Goes for the little shield.
Let's see him try to go for the power crush here. There is going to be that explosion, but who's going to take it first? It's a choke.
Father, like I said before, catches him out of the
nice.
air.
बहुत प्यारा, बहुत प्यारा.
To yoink back the momentum from Ulsan.
The hit smash भी है.
And we go for the ground
nice.
For him to be able to spend that floor explosion.
12, 13, 14 माशाल्लाह 14 की combo मारी है
इसने. Be the Hail Mary play. He's just going to fight his way
nice.
out of this corner.
Punish.
Jabbing to fight back and catching.
नहीं लड़के.
He's gone
nice.
for the entry, goes for the low. Double strike on the low. Blocked by
नहीं लड़के फरजीन ने. What happened लड़के? What happened?
Like the wheels are turning in Ulsan's favor. I wonder how Farzeen is going to try to retaliate. This is the most adversity we've seen him face. This is a player
क्या यहाँ पे character change किया जाएगा?
Flash, and he just kept going, all gas, no brakes.
What's in that water that Ulsan keeps drinking? We're gonna check that.
I am not sure.
क्या character change किया जाएगा?
Should be staying hydrated in the chat and in the venue. So
नहीं किया गया.
Evil Arena.
Alright, let's get it going. Explosion time. Victor got that locked and loaded.
Explosion or the wall explosion?
Yes.
Exactly. Maybe 3.
All right, let's get it going. Game 2, Farzeen needs to make some things happen. This is the winners final, so they've got a bit longer, and they've still got another life on the line. But you do not want to
BO 5 तो नहीं है?
You want to
BO
stay
5 तो नहीं है ये?
Nice, I like how he's doing.
Yeah, BO
he's not
3
just
yeah.
pulling out the Delta Slicer, not finishing the series. Trying to go for the mid heat engage.
Nice.
Still nothing though.
Oh, nice side step
Side
लड़के.
step just to make the power crush whiff.
Excellent walk. He's going to take this
बहुत
one to
प्यारा.
an explosion wall, perhaps.
Oh,
Uses it,
nice one.
spikes him down, saves it, wants to get it without
Oh,
the escape,
nice.
and he
ले जा ले जा.
Capitalizing on this big
पहला round in
round
pocket,
can
bro.
Close things out.
बहुत
We go
प्यारा.
coast to coast here, folks.
उसका hit
Ulsan now has to fight for his life.
Easy,
He does
easy
have a
left.
bit of
उसके बाद hit
fatigue
smash
to
है,
work
hit
with.
smash
Delta
है.
Slicer
नहीं.
goes for the immediate heat smash.
a lot of damage that he had to deal with.
Oh my
Catches him on
goodness.
the ground, down forward one, running one into the mid option. Now, Farzeen stopped that mix there, didn't want to risk too much. 1-2 coming from the distance, homing with range.
Uh-oh, tried to go over down back two, but he goes for the range art with 3 seconds left and so little health. Ulsan turning things around.
यार
Slides
क्या
out.
क्या
See,
क्या
the heroes don't look at the
लड़के.
explosion, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I would look at it immediately.
Get blinded immediately.
Or cower in fear,
Yeah.
but these are no ordinary human beings, folks. These Ulsan and Farzeen.
चल
Nice
चल
block
चल
on
चल
the
चल
low
चल.
by Ulsan.
Down forward one into
Nice.
but Ulsan got a hold of that and hit him with that launcher.
Yeah, the arc blast seems to be on point here for Ulsan. Luckily for Farzeen, it's not an explodable wall, but that is Lars' wall combo in a nutshell, folks.
That's his limited entry there after the low string. Now uses up that heat on the 1-1 string. But it's a
Nice.
side switch. This could be Farzeen's
बहुत प्यारा
opportunity.
लड़के, बहुत प्यारा. कर सकता है शहजादे. लड़के, you can do it.
He's also holding on to that heat, which is super important. But we do have Farzeen now forced to defend.
Nice
duck
damage.
to the
बहुत
launch.
प्यारा.
Should be taking this one. There we go. Wants to close out the round with 8 seconds left. As that heat goes for the dash and closes it out with the bullet.
बहुत प्यारा
With some
लड़के. इसी
style
तरह
as
खेल,
well.
इसी
So
तरह
has
खेल.
Farzeen stopped the bleeding
जो जो भी
from
स्ट्रीम पे
moving
नहीं आ रहे
on.
स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो,
Still
चैनल को भी
dangerous,
सब्सक्राइब
no
कर
matter
दो.
where he is in his tournament and able to actually make that whiff and go for the arc blast.
Absolute surgeon with those arc blasts. And that's the thing. Ulsan's movement, timing, and
नाइस वन यार. फरजीन ने ये क्या था, मुंह पे आ गई हिट.
he is in trouble. Absolutely getting combo to oblivion.
Nice.
And uses
Nice,
up the
hit smash
take it
active.
coast to coast as you mentioned.
अरे ऐसे नीचे गिर जाना.
Farzeen and Victor trying to take.
ये क्या वो मारता हाफ एचपी जैसे 10 मारता. ब्रो हिट स्मैश पे जब हिट होती है तो हेल्थ ज्यादा जाती है.
All from that back two counter hit. So
ध्यान
now
से इसके बाद हिट
Farzeen
स्मैश
forced to
है.
go down to dash, but Ulsan still holding on to that heat. No rage just yet. So he goes for the activation.
नाइस डैमेज. ओए 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 लड़के क्या कर दिया, क्या होते हिट, क्या काउंटर था यार. नाइस वन.
They have a lot of moves on block into plus frames. Yes.
ध्यान से राउंड नहीं देना, चांस नहीं है वो. बहुत प्यारा लड़के, बहुत प्यारा लड़के.
Trying to bait out reaction.
फाइनल्स में चला जाना, नीचे से अरसलान आ जाए, मजा आए दोनों का मैच देखने का.
But we do see Ulsan trying to get his back away from this wall. Farzeen
Nice.
wants to keep him here though.
बहुत प्यारा, बहुत प्यारा. हिट स्मैश एक्टिव, वन हिट.
And
कर ले कर ले कर ले, हिट स्मैश एक्टिव कर ले कर ले कर ले कर ले. यस यस, बट ठीक है, इजी.
on the back foot right now.
बहुत प्यारा लड़के, चीता तू. बहुत प्यारा है कि बोला ना, इजी सीन है, इजी सी. वही हिट स्मैश एक्टिव कर लेना, उसके बाद ना थोड़ा टाइम होता है जो आपको बाहर से हो रही होती है, उसके अंदर जो हिट कर रहे हैं उसकी हेल्थ बहुत ज्यादा जा रही होती है. बहुत प्यारा लड़के. एक एक हो गया. कहाँ से राउंड निकाला है, कहाँ से 4 राउंड इकट्ठे आ रहा है, उसके बाद 3 राउंड इसने मारे हैं. इंशाल्लाह 3 और मारेगा इंशाल्लाह. फरजीन, यू कैन डू इट. अब पता नहीं BO 5 है या BO 3 है.
The Lars that you put in front of me, and you know what? It's still back and forth, but Farzeen 3-1 is still quite dominant.
Very much so. Now we're going to game 3. We got Yakushima, biggest stage. So we were seeing a lot of wall situations for both players. So this is going to be a bit harder. As mentioned,
Chalo, 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 let's go.
in the making, they can probably take it over there.
Nice start, Farzeen.
I do not want to hire them as travel agents. It will
Nice one.
I mean, they get you there one way or the other. That's it. That's
Oi,
the budget
ये
flight.
मिलता.
point. But now it seems like Ulsan
Nice one.
trying to deal with the offense.
Ooh.
Nice jab contest.
Nice one.
But Farzeen
बहुत
still
aggressive,
swinging for the
बहुत
fences
aggressive.
here.
Trying to go for that running two. Now Ulsan trying to space him out. And
Nice one, शहजादा, शहजादा full combo.
Farzeen not hungry though.
Able to get that
Easy,
mid
easy.
launch or
Let's
get that crumble.
ये hit smash भी active.
Farzeen has cashed in 3 rounds straight.
What did I say?
Hey, we never see the walls and we're able to
4 राउंड से उसने 4 मारे हैं फरजीना ने भी 4 मार दिए हैं.
Plays there. That was a tough one, but Farzeen was able to sneak it out.
नाइस वन.
Okay,
बहुत
good
प्यारा.
punish to start things out for Farzeen.
बहुत
Now,
प्यारा.
Jab contest once again. Ulsan unable
बहुत
to kind of
प्यारा.
open him up since the first game. I mean,
Interrupts with that down forward one. Back
नहीं,
one,
नहीं,
one
नहीं,
hit
नहीं,
down,
नहीं,
the
लड़के
mix
नहीं.
begins, goes for that uppercut.
बहुत प्यारा.
for the 1+2 series, back one just to stop him from
Easy,
moving.
easy.
Okay,
Hit smash है तो तसल्ली से खेल.
Limited entry low. Down forward one checking once again, activating that heat.
I like once he went for that limited entry.
Uru.
Oh, goes and breaks the glass with a heat smash.
वो hit smash
Just
active करने लगा था
like a
फरजीन
jump
ने hit
scare.
मार दिया.
I can check jump scare warnings like that. That's when Ulsan's playing.
Down forward one on the approach, looking for that homing once
Nice.
again with the back one. Upward strike, spacing out a little bit. The tempo is kind of calmed down a bit, but this is the
Oi.
tense before the release. As I say that, Ulsan gets a heavy launch.
चल चल
Let's see where he's
चल
going.
चल.
Slides down on him.
Okay, we switch sides. Back one just to keep him at bay. Trying to
Nice.
get the counter hit going, but we do see the arc blast.
क्या
win
punish
in
दिया
that
यार.
exchange.
ज़्यादा ही close था hit
Gets a
smash के
strong
दौरान.
aerial tailspin there. Spikes him down.
चल चल
Good
चल चल
situation. He
फरजीन
goes
ने
for
उठ.
the heat. I mean, sorry, goes for the low.
Yeah, limited entry low.
फरजीन रेज आउट है फरजीन रेज आउट है फरजीन रेज आउट है.
To work with, but what a duck by Ulsan.
He knew. He knew.
यार रेज आउट. चल
Alright,
चल
one
चल
round away
चल
from
चल
taking
के.
his second game in the set so far.
कोई ना
Fun back.
Nice one.
Looking like
Nice one.
Just nearly trying to get the lead.
One side step of one
Sidestep
combo.
left here just to avoid the offense. Rising option, no one home here. We get some blocks going.
Why side step तो उठा
Good
लेता
jab
ना.
to the right. No flash
Heat
for
smash,
you,
heat
says
smash.
Ulsan.
Hit smash लड़के उसे hit smash active कर लेंगे
Down.
तेरी.
Gets a tail spin. Strong aerial spin there. Another one.
All from one place, arc blast, and now
One more hits, all he needs. Jabbing. He gets the Farzeen flash. Trying to fight back.
Nice one.
Maybe momentum
बहुत
motion,
प्यारा.
Kills a bunch of health. 1+2. good
Nice.
now we see the side switch here. Final
चल चल
seconds.
चल.
Farzeen
वो
trying to take a shot.
hit smash है easy easy रेज आउट भी है रेज आउट भी है. अगर ये combo नहीं miss करनी ये combo नहीं miss करनी सिद्धार्थ.
There.
Oh, nearly dead. One more hit could do it. Down forward one.
7 6 5 4 3
4, 3.
2
Okay, trying to go for the mid,
1
but
बस.
no, not there, and it is going to be
Yes,
Farzeen
yes,
to take it to
yes.
final round.
Amazing. That was so clutch.
बहुत
See,
प्यारा.
these guys are at the edge of their seats.
I know, but look,
Oh,
I mean, I
no,
was
no.
looking at the stage. They are still unfazed. Ulsan still game face on. See, as he tries to dissect the
Nice
of
one.
Farzeen.
बहुत प्यारा फरजीन बहुत प्यारा फरजीन.
So again,
बहुत
delay
प्यारा.
time. This one goes to the mid.
Okay,
Hit smash.
tries to jab check him. Oh,
नहीं
limited
लड़के
entry
कहाँ पे
short.
hit दे रहा है.
Now Farzeen not looking too good. in
Counter,
terms of health,
counter,
still
counter
has
hit
to work
smash.
with. He needs to burst properly here before Ulsan's able to go for that heat smash.
Checking with that.
फरजीन ट्राई करा hit मार के.
Uses that dive kick and goes to the mid option after stand.
यार कहाँ पे लोडिंग आई है यार.
From this silent entry.
Switch sides. Oh,
नाइस. रेज आउट है रेज आउट है.
He's gonna put the finishing
बहुत
touches
हीट
here.
स्मैश भी है हीट स्मैश भी सिद्धार्थ तेरे हीट स्मैश भी है रेज आउट दोनों भी है. हीट स्मैश एक्टिव.
There you go.
यस यस कहाँ से राउंड निकाला है कहाँ से राउंड निकाला. ओके बॉय बेस्ट ऑफ 5 है बेस्ट ऑफ 5 है 2-1 हो गया.
2-1, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of games.
यार ये तो
and
अरसलान से भी ज्यादा
Getting
इंटेंस
things in
मैच हो
Yakushima,
गया.
I actually thought that it would actually benefit
ओए
Lars
ओए
more,
ओए
but
ओए
like
ओए
you
ओए
said, travel
थोड़ा सा
agencies on
एक्टिव होके बैठना
decide
पड़ना है
well.
हमें. ओए 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 गुस्पम क्या मैच निकाला क्या मैच निकाला. फरजीन ने लवी हो गया.
Forward to the grand final. And Ulsan will have to go and wait.
शिज़ादा लगा शिज़ादा लगा.
Can
वही
mount
best of
temples
5 है
next
ये.
from practically no walls to a compact space. Let's see who's gonna get wall advantage here. Farzeen starting things off real hectic here, but
चल फरजीन ने 1 राउंड अवे यार.
capitalize on that, but having a
फरजीन
bit
ने
of
1
damage on
राउंड
the
अवे है.
board.
तू इसी रह निकाल जाएगा लड़के.
Now going
चल
through
चल चल
stand
चल चल
cycles
चल
here,
चल चल
trying
चल
to
चल
catch
बहुत
Farzeen.
प्यारा
Excellent
बहुत
defense,
प्यारा.
got punished from
भाई
running
क्या
out.
मारा है
Kick.
क्या मारा
Trying
उसने
to go
क्या
for the
मारा
Farzeen
बहुत
flash.
गंदा मारा.
Unfortunately, no one there, but back one swipe. trying to continue on with the offense here, but Farzeen has to try and realign himself outside that wall.
Hit smash.
Jab through that.
Nice, बहुत प्यारा.
Now, though.
ओए डबल हिट कितनी गंदी
Tries to
लगी
go
है
for the
इसे.
ground slam here. Farzeen still working with a
Single
low
hit.
weight smash. Can he get it though?
Single hit.
Seems like Ulsan. Oh,
वो
has to block the explosion.
लग जाती उछल
Nice
जाता ना.
punish on the down back 2-1 attempt. Running one and the low.
कोई ना कोई ना कोई ना कोई
So
ना.
now Ulsan taking that first
Scared
round.
of
It's still a
it, yeah.
constant back and forth here, folks.
Alright, goes for the double upward strike. And again,
Nice.
these knives are coming
Too
out of
चुप
play.
कर जाओ.
Absolutely demolishing Ulsan's health bar.
Knives out indeed. So now down
Nice
two.
one for Zine.
Trying to go for the running 1-2+2. But Ulsan fighting back here with some offense of his own.
Alright, trying to go for that 1-1 fishing for it. Felt it too strongly.
यही ले जाना फाइनल फाइनल तक बात ही ना जाने दे. ओ हो नाइस. ओ गोली लग जाती यार, वो गोली लग जाती.
Up forward 4 finds its mark here.
HP check करो यार, HP check करो.
And we see Farzeen not looking good in terms of health. Gets the heat smash, but both of them have rage. Whoa!
Low parry, immediate rage out, and take.
यार इतनी HP से कितना मार गया
He
यार.
was ready.
He was. What a, I mean, that round alone had the up forward 4 read and also
अच्छा round था,
low
अच्छा
parry.
खेल गया,
Ulsan
Ulsan
is
अच्छा
going into
खेल
plus
गया.
ultra mode, ladies and gentlemen.
Thinks he's in a library or something.
He's getting all the reads going.
Nice
Gets hit
one.
by the geyser.
ओए उठा ही नहीं वो.
The high hit whiff, and he got a kick on the wake up.
Okay, goes for the low shoe shine here, but
Nice one.
Farzeen creating that distance. Has to get this approach careful.
Down for
Well
lots of
done.
tracking. A few just throwing him out there.
Wait,
Worked
double hit.
very well. Let's
और
go
ये
with
side
that
step.
heat smash.
Did tried to side.
Farzeen, though, with a health deficit and
Nice.
the smash. Sorry, flash.
Okay, going for the heat engage as well. He does have that heat smash, but now limited entry gets
ध्यान से
jabbed
ध्यान
out of
से
it.
ध्यान से.
Final seconds. One more with do it taps the legs and Ulsan responds.
फाइनल
Three
फाइनल राउंड पे बात
rounds
चलेगी. फाइनल राउंड पे
straight,
बात
ladies and
चलेगी
gentlemen.
है.
Stay hydrated.
All right. Both these guys need to take a breather.
बॉयज क्या लगता है उल्सन या फरजीन, क्या लगता है बॉयज, क्या लगता है चैट वालों, क्या लगता है 50 बंदे बैठे हैं, क्या लगता है उल्सन या फरजीन, आप लोग क्या लगता है कौन राउंड निकालेगा ये
high stakes reads which does pay off, but you live and die by
बॉयज,
the
क्या
sword.
लगता है उल्सन या
Back at least
फरजीन.
Let's get it going. Who's going to open this one up? All right, Farzeen backs up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to engage, hoping to
Well,
find
yeah,
whip
Farzeen,
punish
nice
and
one.
regular punish opportunities, perhaps.
A good flow to
More
start
than
things out
that,
for
so
Farzeen.
Farzeen,
Maybe
inshallah,
just needs to pump the
inshallah.
brakes just a little bit.
Ulsan,
Oh,
Farzeen,
unfortunate
Ulsan,
back turn
Farzeen,
there for
okay,
Ulsan to
let's
get
go.
out of- get out of
नहीं
jail.
शायद था
Crazy
बचे तो.
G-Kills.
ओ नाइस,
Signal lost, but there we got the Farzeen flash once again.
बहुत प्यारा,
Back two has been working out so far.
बहुत प्यारा फरजीन
Now
ने,
just trying to
फरजीन
keep
ने
things
बहुत
safe
प्यारा,
with
फरजीन
action, but
टिकने नहीं दे
Ulsan
रहा.
not looking too good in terms of health.
ओए उसके
up underneath.
यार क्या गलती कर रहा
That
छोटी
wall
छोटी
doesn't look like it's slowing
लड़के.
off access. This could be what Ulsan needed to continue his lead or take his lead.
यार
back in the
कहाँ
set.
से राउंड दिया, कहाँ से
On the
फरजीन
board.
कर जाए, मैंने 10 पाउंड
A
और करने
comeback by
हैं.
Ulsan. That really looked like Farzin's round to win, but Ulsan just has that Uno reverse card.
Running three, got it. I think that's the first one that's hit. Another one.
लड़के
Both of the
लड़के
three
लड़के.
Uh-huh. 3-piece in the soda. Ulsan's making that order happen. TF1 series trying to check him.
Nick, what
Delta
happened,
Slicer
yeah.
also against the wall. Book that round 2 for Ulsan.
That's set point here for Ulsan. This is going to be a big comeback if he can close this one out here. But Farzeen fighting back.
एक राउंड है भाई फरजीन
Aggressive
पे.
at the moment.
फरजीन
Trying
को
to
3
stop
जीतने
Ulsan
हैं
from
और
getting his
उल्सन
game
को
going.
सिर्फ
In the
1
last few, he's
जीतना.
just had the pressure, had the reads, and it's all been working out. He needs to make something happen.
Nice
Knives
one.
out indeed. We do see the Farzeen now
बहुत
trying to
प्यारा.
go more aggressive here, forcing Ulsan's on the defense. Trying to go for the 1+2 series. Oh,
Nice
able
one
to
यार,
get the
फरजीन ने
punish,
बहुत
the
प्यारा, बहुत
mid-slice.
प्यारा फरजीन,
Got
बहुत
the reads
प्यारा,
of his own. He was willing to tank that mid if he needed to, but
बहुत
wanted to
प्यारा,
get that
बहुत प्यारा.
Hey, we do see Farzeen
चल,
still
चल,
staying
Farzeen
alive here,
ने.
but Ulsan, it just takes that one good read. 1-2 to start things out. Checking with the mids on both sides.
that low slash. Again, goes for it again.
Ooh, side
Ulsan
step.
out of the way, gets that arc blast.
Oh, he missed the combo.
Situation.
He missed the combo.
The Farzeen flash. Ulsan coming back with some
चल
plus.
चल चल, nice hits
Okay,
में
we do
सेफ्टी.
see that the heat burst just to steal his turn back. Now
ओह
we go
बहुत
to
प्यारा,
hitting low.
बहुत
He
प्यारा
takes
लड़के,
out
king
Ulsan
shit,
now,
king
not looking
shit.
Too good. Brown man, where are we going here?
We are going to
final round.
with Falcons, Farzeen versus DNF.
Final
round.
round.
In this
नहीं
winners
ध्यान से
finals, we
लड़के.
are sweating bullets here.
चल चल चल
Speaking of
लड़के,
bullets, let's
कहाँ
hope
से तू
Arslan
जीता है?
goes
ये
fully
नहीं,
with
यहाँ
it.
से नहीं तूने वापस
Farzine's
आना, जो मर्जी हो जाए.
back one, tries to keep him
निकाल जा,
tracking.
निकाल जा ये
No counter
round,
hit, though,
निकाल जा.
and we get some plus frames.
चल चल
Crowd
चल चल
is
चल चल
intense
चल
as
चल.
we watch this winners
ध्यान
final
से
play
ध्यान
out.
से.
Got a lot of tricky stance cancels here from Farzeen. He wants to confuse Ulsan, but he's not confused about that. Back four, gets that knee into the extension, activating heat, trying to take some momentum in his favor. Gets the
साइड स्टेप, हीट स्पेस एक्टिव, ये राउंड ले जा, यहीं से ले जा, यहीं से ले जा शहजाद, यहीं से ले जा, उठने नहीं देना, उसकी बारी नहीं आने देनी. चल 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 चल. नहीं. Oh yes 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 yes. Oh my God.
That match ended in a dogfight. Those two were mid-air.
कहाँ से मैच निकाला है?
That was crazy. That last interaction very unexpected.
क्या मैच था ये? क्या मैच था ये?
A literal Top Gun dogfight in the air, able to end it out.
शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
By the explosion.
शुक्र
That was
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
actually one of the first back fours that we
What
saw. On
a match.
Nobi was using it a lot, but he was able to
What
bring
a
it towards
match.
the tail end there.
मिठू चुप कर जा.
Unfortunately, Farzeen had too many bullets in his arsenal for him to be able, or too much offense in his arsenal for him to be able to make that comeback happen. So an intense back and forth series, Brown man.
Now, if you guys want to see these matches again, catch up with the updates, see where these guys rank in the world, and see how you can get involved at home and coming out to offlines, make sure to check out tekkenworldtour.com for all the information and follow the socials, and make sure you're staying up to date. Where can we find all the socials?
You got to go at X
Wait,
at
wait,
Tekken, at
wait,
Bean Esports,
wait.
at Bean Esports for the VOD. Such an intense back and forth. That
क्या मैच निकाला है भाई साहब? क्या मैच था यार? क्या मैच था ये? क्या मैच था ये? क्या मैच था ये? क्या मैच था? क्या मैच था ये? ओए 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 ओए, जालिम जालिम हो गया, जालिम. ओए 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 यार, 6 मिनट की ब्रेक आई है. होए ये किस चीज के ब्रो? ये हो रहे हैं मैचेस इसके टेकन के, ये टेकन वर्ल्ड टूर के क्वालिफायर्स हो रहे हैं बेसिकली. यार क्या मारा है उसने, क्या मारा है यार. गोश्त ना पूछो मेरी क्या हालत थी. या कसम वर्थ इट है मेरा रात जागना. लाइक मैं नास नहीं सोया ना, वर्थ इट है. शुक्र है मैं नहीं सोया. ओए हो, शुक्र है मैं नहीं सोया. ओए होए होए. ये किसी भाई TWT के मैचेस हो रहे हैं बॉयस. मैं कहता शुक्र है मैं नहीं सोया, मैं मैचेस देख रहा हूँ. पीपी क्या है? पीपी में देखता हूँ. नेक्स्ट मैच अरसलान, उसका रैंक जो क्या है? 115 रिकमेंड. अरसलान वर्सेस विल्सन. यस, अरसलान वर्सेस नहीं, अरसलान वर्सेस रेंचो से, फिर जो जीतेगा उसका विल्सन के साथ होगा. यार इसका कोई प्राइस फुल नहीं है ब्रो, इसका कोई प्राइस फुल नहीं है. यहाँ लिखा ये है, सॉरी है प्राइस फुल है ब्रो. यार इसके दिरहम है $7,427. 20 लाख पिक किया प्राइस फुल है ब्रो इसका. स्केलेटन भाई यार, ये स्केलेटन भाई यार जिम करनी, वरना स्केजल सेट नहीं हो रहा है. इंशाल्लाह कर लेंगे जिम भी यार. यार क्या मैच था, क्या मैच था भाई. तेरे से मैच हो रहे हैं, तू अब उठ रहा है। तू अब उठ रहा, कौन उठ रहा है? ओए होए होए होए, क्या 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 क्या। क्या मैच था ये? आखिरी दो मैच ही रह गए हैं, दो, दो या तीन रह गए हैं ऑलमोस्ट। जो जो भी स्ट्रीम पर न्यू आ रहे हैं, स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो प्लीज। यार 100 लाइक तो करवाओ यार जालमो। 54 लाइक्स कराए हुए यार, जरा शर्म नहीं आ रही। मिठू, चुप कर जा यार। दो से तीन मैच ही रहे, चलो एटलीस्ट एक पाकिस्तानी ग्रैंड फाइनल। अब अरसलान भी जाए ना, मजा तब है। अब अरसलान जैसे तैसे होके चले जाए ना ग्रैंड फाइनल से, मजा तब है। हाय हाय हाय। सुपर चैट नहीं है, 10 पॉइंट कट्ठी आएगी, टेंशन नहीं लेनी। हाँ यार, लेट्स गो अरसलानिश। यार उनको बोलो मेरे बाइनांस पे सेंड कर दो यार, बाइनांस पे सुपर चैट पे ना। डिपार्टेड का क्या मतलब होता है? पहुंचना या निकलना? रवाना, डिपार्टेड फ्रॉम। यार
grand finals.
चलो भाई
where
अरसलान
one
वर्सेस
team is
वर्सेस
waiting at the wings.
वेंगचो
But stacked and packed top 8. Shoutouts to this whole tournament for making this all possible.
Thank you everyone involved, all the people
निकलना
who've done, all the support.
नहीं
It would not happen without you. As with
फ्रॉम
everything, this is
डिपार्टेड
a
फ्रॉम
really
लाहौर
good game,
क्या
a really
मतलब
good
हुआ
event.
कि
It
पार्सल
takes
लाहौर से
everybody.
निकल
It
गया
takes a
या
village to raise a community.
लाहौर के लिए निकल गया
I get what you mean. But yes, each and every one of you guys, bracket runners, attendees.
मैं कराची से पार्सल
someone
आया
that
कह
just
रहा
showed up and
डिपार्टेड
bought something
फ्रॉम
at Ars
लाहौर
Alley. Y'all mean something here. It takes a
For your locals.
support your locals. I was gonna try to reinvent what you just said, but yes, at the end of the day, support your locals, support your favorite players, support your up and coming players as well, and just visit your locals, play the game as well.
That's the big one. Play the game.
100%.
लाहौर से रवाना हो
seems
गया
like we
मतलब
will
मेरे
be
घर आना है
seeing
ना
the Nina
लाहौर
versus
से
the
रवाना हो गया
Kuma.
मतलब मुझे
We saw
मिलेगा ना
Arslan kind of hover over towards that Leroy. He did kind of tease the idea of using the Leroy in previous posts, but still rocking that Nina towards this top 8 and towards this entire tournament.
Extremely successful. These guys have a bit of a storied history as well. I believe the official set count in regular tournaments is 3-2.
किस सिटी में मैं लाहौर से हूँ लाहौर से निकल गया है लाइक
So, slight advantage towards Arslan Ash.
यार लाहौर से निकल गया मतलब मुझे मिल रहा है ना
With this bear.
लाहौर से निकल गया मुझे मिले मैं लाहौर से ही रहता हूँ
Alright, big, gets him up
अब
there,
द ब्रेक एंड
spikes
तक
him
देखने
down,
का मजा
has that heat,
आएगा
has
यस
disposal, flips on him, and the call out on the
मुझे मैंने कराची से पार वो तेरी परफेक्ट पड़े अच्छा छोड़ो छोड़ो अभी फोकस करो
Start, but it's not
ये
how
तू
you
चुप
start
कर
here.
जा यार
Usually just downloading the data, but keep that bear in hunting stance too long, you get bit.
His ratio today on that is so high.
Yeah, it's incredible how he's
यार
able to
रुको मैं
capture
ना
those
इसके
players.
ऊपर पर्दा
Again,
डालता
you
हूँ
incentivize
आप
you to
लोग
duck,
देखो
but now
इसे
Arslan
मैं
Ash
दिमाग
finding some
खराब
offense of his own.
A big tailspin, it's that strong aerial, and runs at him with the blonde bomb.
Nice mix up there after the Ivory Cutter Ender, just going for the mid. Heat engage, rank Chu now. About to go for the heat smash, but no, it is
आ
Arslan
ये
that
बच्चा
was
नीना
first.
इंदा कम
Tie it
बैक
up.
अरसलाने
Okay, well, that's a quick back and forth at the moment.
Oh yeah, 100%. So now Hunting Bear stands, able to crush that eye, but Rang Chu trying to interrupt with some bear shenanigans here.
Alright, diving in, get a lot of shimmy. That's a lot of back, a lot of movement down there. What are you looking for?
He's trying to hunt for that salmon, bro.
This is sand, brother.
ओ
Alright, runs at him. Oh,
Nice one.
Follow up with an option, but the spring kick saved.
नाइस वन अरसलाने
Combo, it's gonna be heavy.
इस्लाम मार देगा
Love
कुमा
the
को मसला
interruptions
नहीं
on
है
Arslan Ash's side, just stopping Rang Chu as he tries to get his offense going. It's usually Rang Chu that is kind of jabbing, 2-1ing his way towards the offense. Electric now coming in hot.
Alright, go for the double swipe into the mid. Third time's a charm.
Hey.
Looks at him. Hunting Bear's
अरे
follow up. And another one.
Head.
More hit. Again.
Able to get that third round. Rang Chu looking real strong when the bullets start flying, figuratively, or when the chaos starts ensuing, when the scramble situation starts happening.
Nice low,
Nice
nice low
one.
there. Down forward one strings, the Arslan specialty.
Okay.
ओए नाइस साइड स्टेप
Yeah, from the down forward one strings to the stiletto heel, but it was the launch that did get things for Rang Chu to
चल
get
चल
things
चल
going.
अरसलाने
Yeah, Ranchu is really forcing Arslan to confront this situation where he is in hunting bear stance at range 0 and then moves
पाकिस्तान का
back,
टॉप
shimmies a
प्लेयर
bit, and just
आतिफ
closes
जा
that
रहा है
gap.
ब्रो आतिफ
Ooh, unable to maximize that heat smash, but he's still on the offense here, and he was able to break out the timer.
Nice.
And now another DF2 by Arslan Ash to
बहुत
close
प्यारा
out
लड़के
this
बहुत प्यारा
round,
बहुत प्यारा
take us to the final round.
Excellent work, 2 rounds apiece, as you were saying, final round, anybody's game, and this, I think, may set the tone for the rest of the set, perhaps. We have seen a lot of comebacks, but again, Rangchu really going back to that hunting bear stance. He's finding so much success with.
Oh yeah, so now Bear X gets blocked. Now we see him try to thread the needle here and try to find an opening, but it was Arslan Ash to get the heat engaged. Nice escape on the side of
चल चल
Rangchu.
चल
A
चल
little bit of a trade there, activating that heat, snuffing out that low attempt from Arslan. Rangchu's slowly running out. He's going to want to use it, but Arslan gets to it
Nice.
first. Might scam out. Rangchu's heat timer has a, yep, and there it is.
Second time this has happened in this set. Tries to go for the
Nice
can
one,
here.
Arslan.
Luckily for Arslan Ash, he was on the defense. Rangchu about to hit that rage mark. Let's see if he can make use of
बहुत
it.
प्यारा
Just a chip. One hit away from actually closing out the set. Arslan Ash gonna punish that. Gets
वन
the first game.
वन पॉइंट आ गया
We
बॉयज
gotta
एक
just,
पॉइंट आ
this
गया
is the Hail Mary. Probably
Nice
losing
one.
this game, but sometimes he might have come in to press something. Another, again, he's approaching those downfall bombs very frequently and running in with those 1-2s.
Arslan without headphones kid hai.
True,
Is
but
it
this is the universe
actual?
we're living in. We're gonna go towards the underground arena. I mean, the arena, the Coliseum was quite the
ये भी
large
BF5
stage right
नहीं
now.
नहीं ये best
You're
of
kinda
3
stuck
है
in a
bro.
cage with a bear.
All right. They're still gone, I believe.
So yeah, just waiting for things to happen, and I do hear some game audio. So we back, folks. We're just
We back.
testing things. So seems like early offense on both sides. No one in a distinct advantage just yet.
Dives at him, goes to the downward strike. Big momentum here coming from Rangchu.
And now we see that Rangchu able to actually activate heat first.
Nice counter.
Arsenash's side, but some great health to come back
बहुत
with.
प्यारा.
So seems like the Salmon Smash
कितना
was ready.
गंदा damage.
Is he gonna try
Oh,
to
nice
start
side
the
step.
timer of
Oh,
Arslan? No,
missed
able to
it.
use the heat smash for this advantage.
Back to the wall, not where you want to be. A big explosion.
बेजार
The
Arslan
weight.
के पास.
Okay, Stiletto heals, just constantly checking the bare legs here. Rangchu being
Nice
bullied
one.
towards this explosive wall. Arslan
Nice
not
one.
much she can do. Just to continue on the pressure though. Final seconds, 2-1 lands.
Nice
Wipe
one.
the floor. It is going to be Arslan.
बहुत प्यारा.
Huge
बहुत
delay
प्यारा
timing.
Arslan.
Commitment right there from Arslan. That one in the round. That was a very clutch moment. Now Rangchu trying to fight back less. Okay, going back to the best
लड़के
hands.
चल.
Downward strike, that big backhand swipe.
क्या लगता है अरसलान इंसान को हरा पाएगा अगर यहाँ से जीत जाता है? इंशाल्लाह यहाँ से जीत जाएगा. अल्लाह जीत गया. इजी सीन है. रैंचू जितनी दफा हार चुका है ना सबसे. नाइस नाइस हीट स्मैश एक्टिव.
Bullets are flying again, trying to reconfigure that situation. Arslan's like playing
Nice one.
jail warden right there.
बहुत प्यारा लड़के. हेडफोन का यूज
नहीं
होता है टेकन में.
Seems like Arslan one round away. This loser semifinal.
वो बस नॉइस वाला होता है कि लाइक ऑडियंस की नॉइस डिस्टर्ब ना करे.
Keep the bears at bay.
इजी हार्ड भी
It's
नहीं.
tranquilizer
अच्छा
darts that she's shooting at. the
टफ है
bear.
लेकिन हटा सकता है. लेट्स सी
Versus one Nina.
One Nina, they're all done.
नाइस
Good
गया.
up there with the down forward two.
मैसेज डाल ही देता
Oh
हूँ
my
मैं ग्रुप
goodness,
में.
this could actually be the finishing touches. He's still got his heat smash to work with. Oh, the dash in, I mean. And also has the explosive wall. Not quite, doesn't even
डाल
need
दिया
it.
डाल
What
दिया.
a
अरसलान
quick
ऐश
second
वर्सेस
game by Arslan Ash.
हैं बीओ ये क्या हो रहा है?
He's just got it right now. He has just got Rangchu's rhythm, and he's forced him to stop using the bear stance oppression as much. That hunting bear stance is
नहीं.
less used in game 2 than it was.
ये
in
बीओ
game
5
one.
नहीं है.
And
ओ बीओ 3 नहीं है.
I don't know what can he do in this situation. He's gonna have to figure it out. But Rangchu's gonna have to make a huge swing back.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's like he's quick to the starter gun right off the bat, gets the big float. Usually Rangchu
The losers
is best when
semi-finals
he's
हो रहा है
spacing
ना.
you out and you have to be the one to approach him. But once he's already at range 0, that's Arslan Ash's game.
Look at all that chip damage. Slowly recovering a little bit.
आई थिंक बीओ 5 ही है. सारे भी बीओ 5 ही. पहले लिखते थे बीओ 5 अब वो लिखते ही नहीं है
Take
ऊपर.
that all away if he wants, if he can land that. But Rangchu's still
Nice.
alive here, able to go for the heat activation. Now Arslan Ash has to be very careful.
नाइस.
Down forward, one strings back out.
साइड स्टेप पहले.
Wow.
बहुत
He was
प्यारा.
off axis for the first hit. Picked it up.
इंशाल्लाह
kept
इंशाल्लाह
taking
इंशाल्लाह हरा
damage
देगा.
punish.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
The change to the Bear Electric, right? The pushback is just so much that Arslan Ash was able to time that sidewalk from that heat smash. So now Rangchu not looking too good here in terms of rounds, so he's got to tighten things
Nice.
up. Unless Arslan Ash is going to take this next round.
Oh, went for a big whip punish attempt there. Just not enough frames for it. Excellent. Block.
नाइस वन. बहुत गंदा
Low swipe.
इजी
Hey,
मार
so
है.
can you please get out of the way? We're fighting here.
Yes, watch out for the alpacas, folks. They will be bouncing around. But Rangchu now, last
बहुत
attempt for the
प्यारा.
try and go for a heat move or heat smash. Able to get the sound.
और ये last hit.
Arslan Ash though.
Last hit
still
पे
good on the
लगी.
heat timer,
ओए.
but the launch is going to change
आखिरी
the
हिट
score.
ना लगती ना गया
Oh,
था.
but
फर्जी
Rangchu
वर्सेस
getting on the
ग्राम.
board
ओए
again.
होए
Three,
होए.
still a huge hill to climb, but
Right.
it's one step at a time.
TWT नहीं है.
So now just tacking
ये
on the legs
BM15
here,
के
creating
matches
that
हो रहे
distance.
हैं.
Hunting Bear is now active here. Let's see how Arslan Ash is going to deal with this bear.
Going back to it.
Headbutts after headbutts, and now big swipe from above. Corner pressure. He was actually able
Nice
to pull Arslan
one.
Ash towards this corner.
But Arslan fighting back.
Ooh.
Nice
Punish
one
there
यार.
with that double slap. Goes for the triple, looking for that counter hit.
2-1. We swipe
Wow.
it down here. Arslan
Ore,
needs an electric.
क्या
Now any
timing
break
थी.
inbound for rank 2 to possibly use. No, it just goes for the real estate advantage. It was the hip attack.
My man just turned into a Mishima. That was crazy.
Hoye hoye
Hey, man, you're
hoye.
Ah, hey, that's sick. That's sick. What am I
Chal
gonna
ladke.
disagree with this giant bear?
I mean, Adam, add rank 2 to the group chat, bro. He's part of the Mishima group chat. There you go. Graduated.
Let's go. 1-2.
Nice.
At the end of at the wall. This is not looking good for Rangchu. Prime positioning for Arslan. Still has a little
Nice one.
activates
बहुत
it,
प्यारा.
Gets a wall splat as well.
Heat smash active.
Now, so much damage. What a comeback here Rangchu would make if he's able to get it. Still has heat to work with. And now, Arslan Ash, be very
Yeah,
careful.
heat
This
smash
step to the launch.
proper
Sidewall
पूरी भी नहीं
Shiva.
हुई.
Yeah, well, that's his initiation. Now he's got to rock with it.
2025 का
Ivory
भाई
gets
इसमें
denied. They
गेम
try
का
to go for the
मैच
circus
हो रहा
roll
है
here, but
और
nice escape by Arslan Ash.
I know, yes.
Excellent whiff punish and spacing. All right, Rangchu starting to get back in the driver's seat at the moment. If he can take this round, finish off the health bar that's remaining, he can take it.
Oh, nice damage.
The give up option there, Rangchu now on a heat
Oh,
timer.
ये बार single last hit लग रही है. Nice one hit
Bears
active.
can't sidestep that, but we do see this the escape here.
बहुत प्यारा.
Chipping away slowly, but Arslan still at a huge
Single hit लग जा
just about out of heat.
रेजा टायर से आ गया. Oh, he missed the low parry. ये क्या था यार?
What a back and forth we have here, folks. Again, it looked like Arslan Ash was at set point. He could have been able to do that.
अभी बड़े पहले दिसंबर में जाकर
Still
TWT
adds on here.
होगा.
Rangchu still hanging by a thread.
GC
as he
के
continues
आसपास.
on. We're gonna head towards the arena. Paid for tickets here, not the underground one. This is the commercial
ये
arena.
qualifiers हो रहे हैं
No, it's just
TWT
tickets,
के लिए.
Hopefully a good deal.
Possibly, hope.
Nice stage though.
You get this underground arena sound check, and then this one's like the real concert.
Nice.
All right, that pressure is building here from Arslan, doing what he does best. Rangchu trying to find an opening, throwing some of these claws around, but no success yet.
Oh,
But as I
nahi
said, that
lag-
gets it.
Oh, nice one.
Trades as well.
Now, could
Nice
but
one,
no, as
yeah.
I say that, the
Huge
second
smash
hit let it rip. Arslan Ash.
बालू इतना बड़ा बेचारा करे क्या?
This bear
दीवार के
at
साथ
bay
लग जाता है,
and
उठा ही नहीं
continue to
जाता
bully the
उससे.
bear.
All right, chipping away so much. All he needs is a big
Oh,
hit like
ho, ho.
that. This combo might be able to take this round for Arslan. And then closes it out.
Nice one,
Big
nice one,
blonde
nice one.
bomb finish by the blonde assassin against the bear. So much bees.
Well, goes back into bear stand. I mean, hunting
इसके
bear
हरकतें
stand.
चेक किए, बीर के
He's coming at him.
हरकतें चेक किया, टाइसन से फिर
Starting it out.
अभी
Usually
ऑफिशियली
starts it out,
अनाउंसमेंट जब तक नहीं
with
होगा
that
तब
bear
तक नहीं
fight.
पता
Now,
लगेगा.
Arslan Ash is trying to bully him. Oh, but walks into the demon breath.
Oh, nice
That was
one.
good with punish on the bear swipe. Going for those electrics once again. Salmon is out of play.
Bear swipe as well.
Hoi, hoi, hoi,
Gets to
hoi.
the wall. Let's see what Rangchu can do with it. Arslan Ash
Nice.
forced to go for the heat smash just to reset the situation.
Hiding back. Goes
अरे
for the
गलती
shredder.
छोटी सी.
Who knew bears could fly? Who knew bears got legs?
अरे
That is
अरे
crazy. I've
अरे.
seen everything now.
नहीं टेंसेट की तरफ से जब
We
तक
have
ऑफिशियली अनाउंसमेंट नहीं हो
another round
जाती.
on the board there for Rangchu. Looking good at the moment, but again, he
एसएलटी
has
की तो वो
the
पॉज
attacking
करता है
over
जब तक
his
टेंसेट की
Arslan
तरफ से
Ash just
नहीं
needs to
आएगा
get
तब
another
तक
2 rounds and it
कोई
could be over.
ऑफिशियली नहीं होगा.
He can't rely on his laurels. He can rest on his laurels just yet. That was a good round,
Oi,
but you
oi,
got to
oi.
really put it all together and piece it all together. And now
नहीं
the
यार
can-can follow-up.
लड़के. या नाइस बहुत प्यारा.
See what he's got in store here. Activates heat of his own. Rangchu trying to
चल
fight
चल
back.
चल चल चल
Out
चल
comes the
चल
electrics
लड़के.
and the bear swipes.
Okay, Salmon
Nahi.
Smash is out of here. Arslan Ash, no more heat as well. Life lead on Rangchu's side and some great help for Arslan Ash
Nice.
to work with.
You can see Arslan now is taking more time to put gaps in between his strings, hoping Rangchu
Okay.
will do a heavy option.
Oi.
But right there, excellent.
Nice
Last set
punish.
punish from Rangchu. Sits on him, knocks him back. 10 seconds to go.
Like
Oi.
they pointed out, Arslan Ash playing with the
Arre,
timing here and also
time
the
gaya,
grabs.
time
Nice
gaya.
escape. Final seconds. Rangchu might be holding on to it, but he's out.
Oh, आखिरी hit.
40 to 27.
आखिरी हिट यार
Now
गंदी
Rangchu
गंद
has
हो
the
गया
lead in
फिर.
game 4. Starts off with a bear breath, coming up with the electrics, trying to push him back and build that momentum once again. But Arslan is making it pretty hard.
Whoa.
Oi,
And at the corner as
galat.
well. He's still in heat. Salmon Smash out of the way. Goes for the swipe up above. Arslan Ash needs to fight his way out of this
चल चल
situation.
चल चल
Hunting
इस्लाम
was
ने
temporarily
नाइस
success.
वन.
fish on standby. Excellent combo here from Arslan.
सीधी बात टेकम में अगर आपकी इतनी भी HP है ना आप पूरा राउंड लेके जा सकते
Still
हो.
has the resource, rage and heat. He is going for
Nice.
He has to block all these bullets. Arslan has a heat smash left. Unable to get it. That was a little short. Goal,
Nice.
Goal splitter. And does have rage to work with as well. Gonna be bonus damage. Unable to finish it off, but slides in.
बहुत प्यारा बहुत प्यारा.
Final point for Arslan. Or could it be survival point for Rang Chu?
चल चल अरसलान ने लास्ट राउंड निकाल ले बाहर कर रेंचू को. अरे नहीं नहीं लड़के आखिरी राउंड तक नहीं बात जाने देंगे.
A downward swipe here. There we have the smash.
चल
and Arslan has seen the situation before. He has some recoverable health to work with. Rang Chu.
अरे नहीं लड़के. ओके हीट स्मैश और एजार्ड दोनों हैं. राउंड निकाल सकते हैं. ये ना बात.
Once again back in his favor. He has all the resources.
एक कम्बो 1 हिट गया.
Very tough situation regarding his
रेजार्ड भी है बब्बर शेर रेजार्ड भी है बब्बर शेर रेजार्ड भी है दिखा रहा नीना की रेजार्ड बस गया. नाइस. अरसलान एश इनटू विनर और अरसलान एश इनटू फाइनल्स. clapping.
No, my mistake. Apology. I completely back. I was going crazy. Closes it out there.
Yeah, incredible performance by Arslan Ash. But guys, give it up to Rang Chu. What an amazing performance. Adopted by the crowd of Melbourne. The bear is loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, these games are too good.
into finals.
The way Arslan Ash was actually able to turn that around. I mean, you got to give it up to Rang Chu, right? The dominant rounds were going on Arslan Ash's favor, but the back and forth, Rang Chu was fighting tooth and nail for him to actually survive that. So excellent performance. He's going to get a bunch of points here, but Arslan Ash continues on the winner's side. And like you said, he will be facing Ulsan.
Okay. This is going to be a big one. So far we've seen, variety characters. Most of them are using.
Boys, जो जीतेगा उसका फरजीन के साथ मैच होगा.
Use Lily a little bit, and I haven't seen too much other switches if I recall. But I wonder once again, there is always that topic of you might have a particular person. I'll use the example of Chikrin versus Ulsan in TWT 2019. That grand final, out of nowhere. Ulsan, Chikrin used Akuma.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? That caught Ulsan completely off guard. Caught the crowd off guard. Everyone's like, yo, what's going on? Later on, Nobi did discuss. And he obviously took the win, right? He was a 2019 champion. Later on, Nobi was like, hey, so, by the way, Chikrin was training that Akuma specifically for Ulsan.
That
he was talking about, it's like, hey, why are you using Akuma? You never used him in a tournament. He's like, oh, yeah, well, this is in case I ever have to play Ulsan.
That
time came and it was the TWT finals, and he had that prepared. He had that in the back pocket. So those picks can happen sometimes. So I'm always curious to see if we see a random pick and it happens to be one of those reads.
If you have to look at recent TWT standings, Arslan Ash did that with the Katarina pick up against CBM in TWT finals, right? And
that's right.
Specifically trained to go up against that Noctis with the Katarina. So I think when it comes to TWT, that's one of the things that you have to look forward to is this bracket, because right now we are at the losers final. So we just had a barn burner of a match between Arslan Ash versus Rang Chu, but Arslan Ash moves on to face Ulsan at the losers finals. Again, top 4 will be raced to 3s from here on out, while Farzeen, the big boss himself, Falcons Farzeen, waiting in grand finals. Is he going to face Ulsan or will he face Arslan Ash? We are about to find out.
We are definitely, man, I really want to see
को कितना hard दिया
Ulsan is going to deal with
फर्जीन को कितना hard दिया
on the
उसने.
string pressure. I think we
यार मोबाइल चार्जिंग पे लगाओ यार. मुझे ऐड आ गई है. मोबाइल चार्जिंग पे लगाओ बच्चे.
Perhaps certain tools that he's ready to use, but here we have the losers final DNF Ulsan versus.
क्योंकि ये ट्रैवल कर रही है इसलिए आज खेलेगी इंशाल्लाह.
Wow, starting things out with a bar fight. Okay, what a way to start
okay,
things out. Dragon
आ गया अपने main
just
पे.
to realign. Back 1+2 for the plus frames. And now we see Arslan Ash still on the same type of game plan here, just to smother, oppress with the pressure, and weaponize that pace of Nina Williams.
An excellent splat. Spikes him down once again. Has the heat. uses a bunch of it there.
Now, what do you think? Again, we talked about the pressure that Nina Williams brings to the table. How should Ulsan play this? Should he beat him to the punch or should he space him out?
It really depends on, in that moment, Arslan is very
Very
dynamic,
dear,
so depending on the
Dragon.
distance, depending on the timing and what he feels you might be doing, I think you have to be just as dynamic and
Nice
willing
one.
to
बहुत
make him
प्यारा.
have to question what he's doing and be a step or two ahead.
And do you think Dragunov poses those tools up against Nina Williams? Or
He has every tool you need to play fundamental Tekken, and a lot of the time it's less about the specific tool and more about the timing where you put it. And Ulsan has the timing, it's can he employ it in time?
Okay, so let's see if pen matches to paper here, and practice will come into play as Arslan Ash is in the life deficit. We do see a Rage Art. Oh, wow, the realignment gods in Arslan Ash's favor. Again,
Nice.
this kind of puts a timeout on the
Gio, Arslan,
board
Gio.
for Arslan Ash, but life lead is still on Ulsan's side.
And also something to note, Dragunov
he
does
smash
have
भी
some
Arslan
of
के
the
पास,
better melt
वो लो
movement
जी.
in the game.
Okay.
तुम्हारे नहीं होने
Assist
दी.
in little ways when
Gio
trying to
Arslan.
avoid these situations.
Gio.
Fair enough. So let's see how he's going to deal with those movement. But look at that. Scrambly start, but able to get that Thorn Whip for him to get that bound to start out this
Yeah,
round.
we BO5 here, boys.
Arslan Ash gets the step.
Step on the closeout, gets straight back up and blocks. He's ready to stay in the situation. He's not so uncomfortable where he needs to leave.
Nice,
But gets
let's see.
clipped there with the launcher from Arslan, and we get a rerun of that last situation, this time with heat.
So far, just keeping that
Oh.
big. What a float jab.
बहुत
just
गलती
to get
कर
him
दी है.
out
उसके
of
बाद
this
Rage Art
corner,
भी है,
and now
Heat
he's
Smash
gonna
भी है,
regain
सारा
some
कुछ
of
ही है.
this gray health back and use that heat as well.
An excellent combo.
ओए,
Going for their heat dash shoulder to try and keep that pressure on Arslan. Arslan lets it rip with that heat smash.
Okay, it seems like Ulsan kind of evening out the life, but he is holding on to that rage. You gotta love how he's able to recover that heat, that rage. But final seconds here,
Nice.
that door
Art
combo,
shot.
Arslan Ash, nice escape.
Six.
Ulsan, tries to go for the up
Three.
4-4.
Ready for 2, 1.
एक,
Was he
oh,
able to get it? Read him away, 30 to 25.
And went for that Hail Mary 3-1 from the distance.
ओए, ओए, ओए,
Incredible.
यार,
It's
काट
insane
चलाने.
how most of these matches have been really going down to the wire. We gotta look at percentages.
100%.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh,
Back three
yeah,
gets
yeah.
whip punish there. A good attempt to home from Ulsan, but Arslan was just already too mobile.
uh-oh, no Ivory Cutter.
Nice,
Nice
sir.
punish by Ulsan. No
नहीं, नहीं,
shoulder
बचा तो.
engage though.
So really wanted to bet on that mid.
Nice.
Bullets flying, activates heat on the pushback.
Oh,
Okay. Trying to go for the ground tech there, but we see him trying to go for those jabs and those hatchets by Dragunov. And now Arslan Ash, no more heat to work with, just the life lead.
Goes for the single flappy. Alright, Ulsan backing up, looking for an opportunity, trying to go
Nice.
for that CD1, that QCF1.
nice
Again, now
one.
forward bridge drive.
Finally, finally.
Okay, really pushing each other to that limit, to that final round.
Nice.
Got Farzeen waiting on the winner of this. You gotta wonder how the mental stack of these players are gonna be, especially Arslan Ash, since he's taking the scenic route to get to that grand finals, or will it be Ulsan?
Let's see. Look at
Nice.
Ulsan's looking pretty strong at the moment.
बहुत प्यारा.
Looking
Perfect है
like
बच्चा.
Wow.
बच्चा is it? Oh, नहीं.
1-2 to
Oh, perfect है बच्चा.
close it out and take what
जी
he
हाँ,
wants.
perfect है
Little bit of script
बच्चा.
there. I know you're trying to say, so yeah, just a little bit of spoiler on Brown Man's side, but yeah.
चलो boys,
the
पहला
real
round आ
is
गया
something
अपने
on
पास.
Arslan Ash's favor. So back to the drawing board we go to for Ulsan in character select screen. So the Dragunov didn't work. He does have a bit of timing to change things up. Maybe the Lars could be the solution here.
There we go. Going for it.
Mhm.
All right, let's see how this one goes. Let's see. I mean, again, we do know Arslan does have a good, solid, world-class Lars. Let's see how he does on the other side.
And you brought up Dragunov.
Ulsan
having
without
fundamental
headphones ही खेल
tools,
रहा है.
all good, but Lars brings that oppression.
Lars now does have some pretty good fundamental tools, but he also has the old blender gameplay as well to throw in.
Not to mention, as you said, the travel agency, just the real estate advantage.
Nice.
Yeah, and also the amazing wall combo ender that just adds so much damage to the
उल्सन
table.
ने कुछ ना कुछ तो किया.
All right, playing with these strings.
लेकिन उल्सन
Arslan,
momentum,
no delay on the down
उल्सन
forward
का
motion,
momentum
strings
टूट
on.
गया अगर उसने character change किया ना.
Ooh, constant movement here. Okay, it seems like Ulsan all warmed up. for
यार
this
ये
Lars
लाल
pick.
बहुत ही fast
When
character है यार.
the scrambly situations happen, let's see what
इनकी combos
who
कैसे
will
याद
end up on
रहती
top.
होगी.
But the arc blast finds its mark. Arslan Ash gonna get pushed towards the wall.
Just got there. Sends him.
Travel agency guaranteed, bro. Look at that. And also the damage, heat smash, keeping you at bay.
Nice
The
one.
trade, though.
Heat smash.
That 1-1.
Final seconds, Brown man. Ulsan in a
Nice.
bit of a life lead here, but that could change. Oh my god, the slaps.
3, 2, 1.
Patches in. Oh wow, 5 to 15, and it's
Nice,
Arslan
nice,
Ashley
nice,
with a
nice.
shot in round number 1.
जो जब भी स्ट्रीम पर नहीं आ रहा है स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो यार
Look for that
प्लीज.
down forward too. Yeah, these down forward ones are really doing a lot of work here for Ulsan, trying to get Ulsan's timing, and he's doing a good job so far.
Gets that grab, tries to dynamic entry his way in for some offense, but that's where Nina wants you.
Catching him from a distance. Again,
Nice
Arslan trying to
punish.
build up his own down forward 1 pressure. Once again, down forward 1
Nice
2 step.
counter.
Down forward 1 2 step, as I say it.
And that's the new hit radio song, the down forward 1-2 step by Brown Man.
Nice.
Nina Williams. But Arslan Ash now trying to fight for the wall, has to
No,
go for the heat
he
just to keep his
smashed.
turn going.
Right, jabbing
Oh,
out.
nice side step.
Back to the side.
अरे
Got a lot of damage there while standing 4 check. Tracks him with that heat burst.
Oh,
नहीं
wow.
गलती कर दे बेटे.
Still final seconds. It's really going to go down to the wire, Brown Man.
Goes for that low attempt out of range, but the down forward 1 on the approach.
नहीं आतिफ का आई थिंक वीजा नहीं लगा था शायद.
You gotta love how they're
कहाँ
using
से
the
round
entire
दिया
real estate,
अरसलान ने?
also the entire timer of each round.
Yeah, they are giving us
अरे
quality
गलती
content
कर
for
दी.
long hours.
I mean, they're just making the most out of the stage time here.
100%.
tornado
And now we see
tornado.
Ulsan. Oh my god, that's
या
so
लुट
much
जा.
damage.
Oh, nice up 4-3 call out.
Yeah.
Should be taking this one a long distance.
True. Now, it's a red-eye flight, folks.
There we go. That's that low option. Is that heat dash?
Look at all the great health. Arslan Ash can make a comeback here, but he's got to gain this health back. Final seconds, actually less than 30 seconds left on the
नहीं.
clock. Ulsan trying to go for the
वो
down
बहुत
jab.
प्यारा,
That
बहुत
is so
प्यारा.
good, man.
Big
चल
carry,
चल
that stiletto
अपनी
with
हेल्थ
the
रिकवर
face.
कर, हेल्थ
Gonna
रिकवर कर
close.
साथ साथ.
Will he be able to close it out with this so much
रेजार्ड
health
भी है
to recover
रेजार्ड.
as
वो
well?
बहुत प्यारा
Oh,
लड़की.
somehow bring something back here. The amount of health Arslan has
पूरी
recovered
combo.
is
आ
intense,
ये
and he
रेजार्ड.
will delete
नाइस. बहुत
everything
प्यारा.
Ulsan has to recover.
But a
कहाँ
timeout
से
on
round
the
निकाला
10
है?
seconds here, so scramble situation to take things to the final seconds. Let's see, Arslan Ash holding on to that health. Oh, okay, jab series to close
बब्बर
it out.
शेर, बब्बर
There we
शेर.
go. That was very close. Very
ज़्यादा.
smart way to do things. It left Ulsan with very few options. He's either
Chal,
got to go
chal,
heavy
chal,
options to
chal,
close
chal,
it out,
chal,
but was not able to. Now, new round. Arslan breaks the counter hit grab. Excellent work. Ashi is stepping away.
They also got the sabakis, the reversals for Ulsan to think about the second guess his
Ooh.
offense. So Arslan Ash
सच में
trying to
नींद
open
आना
up
शुरू हो
the
गया मुझे.
defenses here, able to actually get the life lead in that sequence, and now no throw for Ulsan to work with. No one has spent heat just yet. Who is going to
Oh,
pose the
nice.
threat first?
Now, Arslan trying to stick to
Nice.
Ulsan like glue, and Ulsan trying to fight his way out, but really struggling in this round. Ulsan doing a great job as keeping himself attached and just harassing him with these mid pokes.
The way that he's
Chal,
able to
chal,
just
chal,
smother
chal.
the defense of Ulsan, making him second guess everything is insane. Again, all action from pillar to post, and we're right at the 10-second
Chal,
mark.
chal,
This is
chal.
where we start swinging for the fences, and Arslan Ash takes the 4th round.
2-0 at the moment.
So now, what do you do if you're Ulsan? You already went through your character of choice, the Dragunov. You went through the Lars. So,
Character change.
how is he going to play this one out?
So he's going to think about it, take a few moments. Oh, no.
Whoa! He teasing the Reina? Do this to the Melbourne crowd? Do they approve of it? And he goes
तीनों
for
round,
the
तीनों
Reina.
different rounds.
Bam agrees.
This is going to be a very interesting pick. Reina is an extremely
क्या लग
difficult
रहा है boys?
character
इस्लाने
to
निकाल जाएगा ये
fight your
round.
opponent, especially I think in a situation like this, he has to finish the race
Yes.
with Reina.
Uh-huh.
And will he have that Reina ready for this particular moment? Let's find out.
Hey,
Let's
it's not
find
how you starts, how
out.
you finish. It's slow and steady wins the race, right? So let's see how he's going to play out this pace. War God kick gets blocked. Constant slaps. Uh-huh.
Nice
Oh,
electric instant tailspin. Slicks him down with that last standing 4-4. Hunting off to the plus frames and the
Nice.
power crush through the stance.
Right, I know you asked for a Mishima,
Ooh.
but
This counts.
definitely counts.
Sure counts.
Yeah, I'm sure.
nice.
Bear
Let's
counts.
go.
He counts.
Heat smash active.
So Reina
मैं
priority
बोला
over
आपको
there.
जब से
Mishima
कैरेक्टर
goes
चेंज
last.
किया पहले राउंड में
But he
उसका
actually
मोमेंटम
loses inherent
टूट
force
गया था
players,
उसी टाइम.
however,
वो
Reina
उससे
is
कॉन्फिडेंट ही नहीं रहा अपने
That's
ऊपर.
true.
Oh, nice
no,
speed.
Ulsan,
Oh, double.
Wow.
Arslan feeling very
मुंह पे थूक रहा है अरसलान तो.
The Listerine breaths on Arslan Ash's side. Let's see. This is what's scary because he shuffled around 3 characters.
It's crazy. That's very hard to manage, very difficult. And he might be paying the price here, but he could make something happen. 4-4-2 in the Sentai 3.
Okay, so now continuing on the offense here.
Oh, he's like, you gonna press into me? No, you grab me. All right, never mind.
Okay, forcing Arslan Ash to expend the heat, trying to back that sidestep his way outside the wall. And now, still on the defense is Arslan Ash, hoping to spend his heat gauge, but unable to spend it.
All right, catching with that last hit. Again, a lot of down forward ones coming out. Look for that launch. Wave dash into the forward four, looking for that axe kick.
Oh, and finds a home for it. War God kick. Wow, and also goes for a hop kick to send Arslan Ash towards this side of the stage.
Gets
Gets him there.
नहीं.
It's that high grab. Tried to go for it again, but did not wake up in time. He was late for school.
It's not an Arslan and Ulsan game. It's not going to go to the final seconds here, folks. Nice punish. Ulsan finishing it.
अरसलान को जब पता लगा 4 सेकंड उधर इसने छोड़
2
दिया
seconds
था.
left on the clock. It's round number 2.
On board with the Reina. Those mind game strings on the 2-2. Down forward 1 check. Excellent break from Arslan. Going to multiple stances there for Ulsan, trying to confuse his opponent.
Gets the new low as well as the Demon's Breath. Arslan Ash trying to push and bully his way towards center of the stage, but the plus frames unable to get it, and now we see a big launch by Arslan Ash.
Excellent tailspin, taking it to the wall, just about. There we go with that 4-4-3-3 double slap kicks. Steps on him, keeps him down, flips him over. Krabby Patty style. He was waiting there since yesterday.
Was Ulsan having some gray health to work with as well as his heat gauge. And now Arslan Ash getting the plus frames. Nice mid block from Ulsan.
Oh, okay. First hit of the power crush got blocked and punished there. Uses that heat dash from the down forward 1.
नहीं. Oh, he missed it. Missed it.
And now Ulsan, can he make this comeback happen? But no.
For that hell
मिस कर दी combo भाई साहब.
Arslan Ash here on set point in this losers finals. 1 round away from taking it over Ulsan.
बहुत प्यारा, बहुत प्यारा.
Sabaki there, nice reversal by Arslan Ash. It is Arslan Ash eating all these mids though.
चल. Oh, nice है sir.
Tank to work with to take it to the final round.
क्या बचा?
Again, using that power crush, that's a
Nice one.
punish
चल.
opportunity there for Arslan. This is the momentum you might be looking for to close this set out. Will Ulsan let it happen?
Okay, gets the step, and now Ulsan, the wake up is gonna be super important here.
Nice step.
Heat is about to run out for Arslan Ash.
Has the plus frames to that. Goes for the spit. Nice. Goes under it. Tries it again. He's really trying to go for it. He wants to please the crowd. Goes for the guard kick. Now, Ulsan activating heat and trying to take his turn back.
Do have a lot of gray health in final seconds,
Yeah.
but
चला गया Arslan Ash into grand finals, boys.
Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Arslan Ash को फरजीन को 2 दफा हराना पड़ेगा.
Reina in the crowd too.
That's true. Approves of the Reina pick. But guys, please give it up to Ulsan. Bring out the Reina, bring out the Lars, bring out the Dragunov. An intense back and forth. But we have the grand finals to set the stage. We got Farzeen and Arslan Ash.
From Pakistan.
It's going to be intense. And
Gio.
No rest for the weary. He is going to have to play.
बस अब 2 ही रह गए हैं. बस finals है. Grand final. Farzeen versus Arslan Ash.
Yeah.
Very soon.
I will say that Farzeen is in a really good spot. Could be at his career best performance here if he's able to get a huge W up against Arslan Ash. Had an amazing run thus far. I'd say Ulsan was posed the biggest threat to Farzeen, but now that he's not here, another threat emerges in Arslan Ash. And this brings to the question, since they spar a lot together, that could come into question if they're going to bring out unknown characters to try and keep them off guard.
Bring out the bamboozle. But it's one of those things also, it's like, well, I know him well, he knows me well. Maybe we're just going to run those hands. Like,
true.
Pure and simple. I would like to see that.
What's crazy is also if we take it to BAM last year, it was actually Lohai versus Chanel, and they kind of ran the gauntlet of different characters as well. It was a Steve and Elisa grand finals. But this one, if we're going with the same type of characters,
BO5, why 2 दफा BO5 होंगे? 2 दफा BO5 होंगे.
At that time, I think one of Lohai's most used characters in the tournament was Steve at that particular time, and obviously Chanel, the Alyssa specialist, especially at that period.
But 2 times.
So that makes complete sense, and I think we may see a similar logic here, but who knows? They might be having a treat for the crowd.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Pakistan versus Pakistan. Let's go.
Will play out. Farzeen has been looking like a world beater since the start of this tournament from pillar to post. And Arslan Ash, he's like, I mean, he's synonymous to Tekken as we speak. You know, the great TYSON said, they don't call you the greatest player in the world. They call you Arslan Ash. They call you the greatest fighter in the world. They call you TYSON.
I do remember TWT talking about Arslan Ash that one
Dude,
time.
that's all he knows. Weeks have, sharks have weeks.
Geo.
Recognized game, you know?
Total by 64 plus
True.
13.
But, I mean, heavy is the crown. Farzeen, a young and up-and-comer. You will be playing the rock, paper, scissors here to see which side we're going to play on. Oh, actually, I think maybe you just agreed. No, that's cool.
दो विक्ट्री मतलब अरसलान ऐश को 2 दफा फरजीन को BO5 में हराना पड़ेगा क्योंकि अरसलान फरजीन अगर एक दफा हार जाता ना कंप्लीटली मैचेस सारे ही फिर भी फरजीन के पास ऑप्शन होगा कि वो रीसेट कर सकता है क्योंकि फरजीन विनर ब्रैकेट में है और अरसलान ऐश लूजर ब्रैकेट में है ये
once their hand is raised
कौन
as
जीतेगा
BAM 15 champion.
Alright, they're plugging in. Two friends, now rivals for the next few games.
That is true. You gotta love the rivalries that are like you're close to this person. I love seeing like team. I mean, I know it's bad to see team kills, but
भाई कैसे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बिलाल साजिद ब्रो मैं ठीक ठाक आप कैसे हो वेलकम टू कौन अरसलान ऐश या फरजीन आप लोग बताओ
We're gonna have a lot of situations where we don't understand exactly why they did those things. It's an unusual and a left field kind of decision, but in their mind it's like, well, he did this and this and this and that last time we played, so I'm going to do these things that usually on level 1 doesn't work, but I know it's going to work on him because we know exactly what we do. And so we're going to see those there, and I'm very interested to see what situations those are based on.
Sticky situations, probably some discombobulations from how these players are going to try to work their way through things. Let's see if he's going to stick to the victor or try to change things up because
let's see कोई भी जीत जाए अब तो मसला नहीं है
let's see but we're giving him a moment
दिल चाह रहा है अरसलान जीते पर फरजीन जीतेगा ओके मैं फरजीन की तरफ ओके मैं हूँ
so ladies and gentlemen Battle Arena
मैं खुद फरजीन की तरफ हूँ चलो
This is your grand finals. We have Arslan Ash versus
मैं फरजीन की तरफ हूँ guys let's see
Who is going to take BAM 15?
एंगो क्यों फरजीन के पास डबल चांस है किसी दौड़ में तो अरसलान हारेगा ना अरसलान को बैक टू बैक 6 दफा हराना पड़ेगा
So slight advantage able to get the 1+2.
यस फरजीन एक भी BO5 जीत गया तो फरजीन जीत जाएगा और सलान को दोनों जीतनी पड़ेगी BO5 ओके लेट्स सी
So this can make Arslan Ash second guess himself.
Activating that heat, both have it on the table at the moment. Arslan's running out a bit. Farzeen uses his up for the plus.
फरजीन 2 BO perfect
7 golden letters for Farzeen, but we've seen in the Arslan Ash matches, you know, at this first round, usually just a download.
या गोट ऑफ द कंट्री में से कोई भी बने तो वो गोट ही होता है ना ओए होए होए होए
Knife slash.
Goes for that stomp. Excellent
वही
punch there from
फरजीन
Arslan.
ने की खाता है आज ओ भाई साहब
Between the two of them, heat dash is going to be a fat combo.
Huge plus frames.
Oh,
Arslan Ash
nice.
finds himself out of the wall situation. Holding on to that heat, bit of
चल
great
चल
health.
चल
Running
चल
low
चल
from
लड़के
Farzeen.
फरजीन
Arslan
ने
doing his best to try and snuff out those teleports there from Farzeen, those down forward ones, but he's ready. He's not pressing too much and not having to eat much for it.
True. Oh, tried to go for a
ले
flash
गया
once
अरसलान
again,
ये
but
राउंड
Arslan Ash
और
pulled the
अरसलान ले
brakes
गया ये
there.
राउंड
Now almost even in terms of life. Tries to wipe the
Nice
floor.
one, Farzeen.
With the block and punish.
यार
to take it to
बहुत
round
नींद
number
आ
2.
रही है
Very
बहुत
dominant so
ज्यादा
far,
नींद आ रही है
showing why he's on the winner's side today. 1-2, and again backing up really well. Victor's backdash is very easy. And goes for the overhead slice.
Yeah, able to actually get the counter hit flash there. So now Arslan Ash has to be very careful as he activates heat. Farzeen power crushes his way through.
The guns are out.
हाँ मुझे भी लग रहा मुझे ही लग रहा कि दूसरा BO5 होगा
From Farzeen, Arslan
फरजीन ने यही ले जाना लेकिन वही अरसलान इतनी भी नहीं है अरसलान अरसलान को हराना इतना इजी नहीं रहने वाला
See how they're going to use it accordingly. No flash here. Arslan Ash really good at timing his offense. And just the button presses. Farzeen not looking too good. One more hit would do it for Arslan Ash.
Goes to that low jab, one way, and there
कर
it
गया
is, that
Arslan
low
comeback.
to close it out. 2 rounds to 1. Arslan getting on the boards.
Here we have it, folks. See Farzeen, 2-hit strength, goes for the overhead sword slash here, but Arslan still picking his shots very well, being very careful. Nice duck to just, is the Matrix we ducking guns now?
Big commitment there from Arslan. He really, from Arslan, Farzeen really had his number on that. Waited down there and made a huge punish.
Nice block on the 2-load swipe here, but look at that. Farzeen just closing the distance right away, keeping Arslan in this corner situation. Trying to go for the back.
Tough time दे रहा है, चाहे वो round ले रहा है, tough time दे रहा है. Oh, ले गया. Arslan पे रेजार्ड भी Arslan ले गया. Oh, he missed the combo. How?
But Farzeen doing a good job overall at trying to keep Arslan guessing. Right now, Arslan does have a good streak going.
कितना aggressive हुआ है
round
भाई.
out and even up the round.
8 7 6 5 L.
Time he tried to go for the low
हाँ जी जी.
from crouch, and Arslan able
क्या
to
लगता है
finish
boys?
3 straight that Arslan
Equally जा रही हैं
deny that
चीजें.
move.
And it's looking pretty good at the moment. A huge comeback. It looked like this was going to be easily Farzeen's game, but he's having to fight tooth and nail for it. Whoa!
Oh, ये क्या था भाई?
Able to cancel out the heat. Farzeen able to get that punish. Now we're going to see
Nice.
him utilize the heat of Victor. Just full effect. Nice block on the jab low.
Got to hit through that. Going for the overhead. Down forward 1 and the low. Close it out. Farzeen looking very strong right now. Again, Arslan was fighting back extremely well, but just was not able to cap it off.
Whether he was able to actually time the punishes very well, I know like,
tough time
the
देखिए भाई,
the
tough time
teleports,
देखिए.
was able to do that so well that Farzeen kind of second guessed towards the 3rd and 4th round. But this is still a long set in favor of Farzeen because Arslan does have to reset this entire bracket
It's a long
alive.
climb.
It is.
All right, game 2 in this grand finals here at BAM 15. Starts off with the homing slash, building that pressure with his sword swipe.
Oh, goes low that time. We continue to keep jabbing here, but Farzeen still keeping things at bay, able to get the slash, but no heat engaged.
Arslan with big moves.
For it again. He really feels that he's got Arslan's timing in his head.
Oh, nice.
Right now, it kind of mixing it up a lot.
छोटे chip damage भी देते हैं ना, round तो निकल ही जाएगा. Oh, एक counter activation.
Excellent response on Farzeen's side, especially with that flash.
Nice.
He was able to actually get himself out of that sticky
बहुत
situation.
प्यारा
Farzeen now
हुआ.
scoring himself and netting
Arslan
himself
read
that
कर
first
रहा था,
round.
Farzeen को ज़्यादा
So,
chances हैं
continuing
और
on
ये
the
भी
pressure
Farzeen
is
support कर रहा है.
Farzeen. Let's see who will press forward. Or
ये
will
तो है.
the late offensive Arslan be a factor here? No heat just yet, wants to save things up for possibly defense or offensive sounds.
The launch attempt there from Arslan, not finding its mark.
Big moves, bro.
He had the refund, kept the receipt.
आप क्या समझे?
Have a nice position out here.
अली ब्रो आप क्या समझे? आपका माइंड जिस तरफ जा रहा है ना, मैं समझ रहा हूँ. ओए होए.
And punish accordingly, putting Farzeen in the timeout corner. We see the Farzeen now flying gentleman knee. Arslan putting out the guns. Both have rage. Lot of great health on Farzeen's side.
Oh, look for that counter hit. Tried to go for a big sword slash.
एक वो जीता, दूसरा वो जीता, एक वो जीता, दूसरा वो जीता. जो final पे बात चले जानी है.
That's how well they know each other, and that's how well they're timing their offense. Not putting too much away, not overextending, and continuing on the offense here on both sides.
For sure, and it's definitely one of those things where Arslan's trying to figure out these little holes. I was about to say, there's going to be these situations where he's like, I can make a bigger commitment that seems a bit risky, but it's going to work out. And those are starting to come out. Farzeen, though, trying to continue his game, and an excellent whiff punish there from Arslan.
Yeah, and you talked about it before, right? He wants to stay at that range 0, but when Farzeen creates that distance and he comes in, it's quite linear, and Arslan able to side block that. Gonna keep him at bay, but we get a big counter in low by Farzeen.
क्या कर रहा है बच्चा? बच्चा comeback कर रहा है बच्चा.
He is dealing with it better than most, for sure, and he's able to find success there where other players have not been.
यार मैं गिरने वाला हूँ, इस टाइम गिरने वाला हूँ.
Taking it up a notch.
Yeah, he is. Tried to go for that
मैं
flash
दो
attempt
सवा
once
दो
again,
का
but
उठाऊँ कल
as
का.
you pointed out, Brown Man, Arslan just playing around with the timing, cycling through his offense and his button presses to catch Farzeen blackened. But I would have to say that when Farzeen
सर भारी भारी लग रहा है यार, सर नहीं हो
is trying to go for those flash attempts, he's still putting in the
फरजीन
head
का
that Arslan has to second guess
फर्स्ट
his
इवेंट
timing.
नहीं नहीं फरजीन का कहाँ पे फर्स्ट इवेंट है
Excellent wall combo
फरजीन तो
hitting here.
माशा इतना
Steps on him for the
तगड़ा
key.
प्लेयर है हमारा पाकिस्तान का
Oh, trying to again going for those.
टॉप 5 में आता है
Yeah, but still,
मे बी टॉप 4 में आता हो या 5 में 5 में आता है
Primed to earn the next round.
Okay, trying to go for the flying knee. Oh, explosion, death from above. Forces to go into heat right away.
अलग
But the
यार
side step
एक एक हो
by
गया मैं बोला ना एक वो
Arslan
जीत रहा है एक
to
वो
tie it
जीत
up.
रहा है
One
Smiling,
game.
he's smiling. All right. That was a big comeback there from Arslan. He had a lot more
अरसान
opportunities
ऐश
where he got those
आतिफ
sidestep
जॉन
punishment
Uh-huh.
opportunities
और
and
फरजीन
really capitalized on them and put Farzeen
ये टॉप
in
4
rough
में आता है
situations.
मेरे अकॉर्डिंग
So, seems like Urban Square
फरजीन
is
बहुत
the
अच्छा
next
प्लेयर है वो
stage
बहुत
we're
अच्छा
going to go in here. Arslan really making use of the walls, really making use of just the combos that Nina does present. So how will Farzeen fight his way back into this? We'll
आतिफ
find
होता
out.
ना अगर आतिफ
Again, more
तो मे भी
subtle
फरजीन
parry attempts here from Arslan
पीछे
actually showing
होता
themselves, which is interesting
आतिफ
because
की
there's
बड़ी
so many
गेम है
weapon
आतिफ
attacks
माशाल्लाह
from
मेहनत भी
Farzeen.
बहुत करता है मेहनत सारे ही करते हैं
Some of
लेकिन
those
आतिफ
call-outs. And now down for
इंडिविजुअली
one
तौर
string,
पे
that
बहुत ज़्यादा
big
मेहनती
punish
है
on the down
नज़र
back
आ रही
attempt,
होती है
trying to
इसकी
get a-
मेहनत
trying to hit perhaps
भाई
Farzeen
अरसलान
pays
मुझे
with
लग रहा है वो
his
रीसेट
life.
करवा के
Big round for Arslan.
वो रीसेट
Seems
करवा
like
के
his confidence
मानेगा
is slowly rising as it seems like now it's Farzeen
BO5
that's
है bro
chase down some offensive attempts on his side. Guns are out, but we do see that Farzeen is trying to fight back here.
Double low swipes on the knee of the ankles. Goes for that poke on the low heat dash.
Another flash attempt there, but Farzeen, you gotta give him up. I gotta give it up to him.
मुझे इतना आइडिया नहीं मुझे इतना आइडिया नहीं इसलिए पूछा हाँ कोई मसला नहीं फाद भाई पूछो यार पूछो
Double slap to fight back.
हमसे नहीं पूछोगे और किससे पूछोगे
Arslan throwing those bullets out.
अरसान ये दूसरा राउंड भी ले गया
Step delay from Farzeen. Arslan takes advantage though and
ये लो ले गया
able to get the DF2 series here, and
हीट स्मैश भी है
might be in a really rough spot here. Real
ना
estate advantage.
DF5 तो अच्छा है दोनों के पास विन का फेयर चांस होगा यार अभी भी फेयर चांस ही है लाइक फेयर चांस इसलिए है कि ऑन फरजीद ने मेहनत करके वो विनर ब्रैकेट में गया थ्रू आउट द पूरा इवेंट तो इतना चांस तो मिलना बनता है ना
And let's see what Farzeen is going to do about it. He does have another set to work with, but I am certain he does not want to let it go that far.
Yeah, we're heading back towards Underground Arena. So it seems like the mind state, the flow state is on Arslan Ash's side. And
फुल वैसी हुआ है हाँ अरसलान फुल वैसी हुआ है और जो भी स्ट्रीम पे न्यू आ रहे हैं स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो प्लीज और चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार
Sorry, game 4. This is a tough one to be a part of. In this amount of games
70 बंदा देख रहा है यार स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो
fatigue and
भाई 40 चलेगी 40 कहाँ गई है ब्रो
a lot of thoughts on the mind when you're playing for this long at this high
फोर्थ को वीजा मिल गया 8-9 जून को ट्रैवल करना उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट
change, constantly think about their next option 5 moves ahead and play under this pressure is always impressive.
Oh yeah. So now Farzeen able to get the low heat smash. We didn't see that much. Able to get a wall explosion as well. It's going to be a lot of great health on Arslan Ash's side.
Let's go. चाय पी लो यार चाय बनाने वाला कोई नहीं है मम्मा भी सोई हुई है
Arslan trying to take this round back, activating
मैं भी जा नहीं
snuffing
सकता
out anything Farzeen has for him. Who comes in with the running tool.
वैसे ही रह गया थोड़ा आधे घंटा का गेम रह गया तो करीब 3 घंटे हो गए स्ट्रीम करते हुए मुझे
And this is going to do it for Farzeen, putting a timeout on the clock to just recuperate and try to figure out how to climb his way back and seal the deal here on the winner side of things.
Nice.
There we go. First round in game 4, going to Farzeen, hoping to claw this one back.
Oh, but tremendous start for Arslan Ash, though. Just trying to reset things up, but Farzeen fighting his way back and towards the center spot to push towards the wall.
With those slaps, gets the Farzeen flash.
Nice Farzeen.
The explosive wall, but power crush.
Oh, nice counter.
Hurdling where he came from.
यार ये सही है भाई ये सही है चल चल जल्दी पीछे हो ऐड आ जाती है सेंटर में ऐड का बंदा क्या करे उसके इधर ऐड आ गई अरसलान ने उधर राउंड अपने नाम कर लिया राउंड फरजीन की तरफ जाता है ऐड आई है अरसलान का राउंड हो गया क्या बात है
Yeah, sidestep right has been the offensive start for Arslan Ash. And Farzeen getting caught overextending here. Farzeen's got steps of his own though.
And he does, and he's trying to build up once again. Chip down what Arslan has, but Arslan just so accurate and so surgical.
Let's go.
He's down forward 2 uppercuts.
Through, and now exploding wall on the side of Arslan Ash. Unable to get the more from that combo, but he's still holding on to the life lead and his heat.
He's building up, he's trying to step around there. He uses up that.
भाई रुशान की भाई शादी से
Farzeen gets a huge launch opportunity.
रुशान के भाई शादी से लिया नहीं गया, क्या मतलब?
So now this
यार
opportunity
ये तो
needs
न्यू
the count here.
टेक्नोलॉजी
Gonna keep
हाँ
the
न्यू
advantage.
टेक्नोलॉजी है
Try to keep it going, try to keep the offense going.
अब अच्छी बात है पहले लाइव स्ट्रीम के अंदर ऐड आती थी नजर भी नहीं आ रहा होता था अब साइड पे आ रहे
Can he take this one though?
बड़े अरसे बाद किसी फाइनल में सेट हो रहा है यस
He wants to take this next round and take it to
जैसे फरजीन खेल रहा है ना मुझे नहीं लग रहा ये रीसेट होने देगा
the full 3-hit string on the slaps.
Especially coming from that urban square match, that was such dominance put on display for Arslan Ash. So for Farzeen to fight his way back in is super important for the mental stack he has on him.
Right, Arslan trying to poke away with multiple levels, 3 layers of pressure here. And it's doing a great job and have so many tools at their disposal.
Nice one, ले गया
Could this be his
आसान
round?
ले ooh
Explosion, and now just the jab attempts just to keep him at bay.
Oh, ले
Able
गया,
to
ले
get
गया
the one. So are we going to see a 2-2
Final round.
or a reset here for Arslan Ash?
अगर जान था रीसेट होगा फरजीन था तो एक और राउंड होगा
Farzeen taking a bit of a risk, but gets X-rayed.
And now we see some low attempts. Nice rising option by Farzeen. No explosion behind him, but a big blow for Arslan Ash to open up Farzeen.
Down, push him there. This is going to be rough for Farzeen. He's going to need to make a miracle happen in this round.
Okay, sidewalking, no, gets clipped. Able to get the Farzeen flash. So continuing on the offense.
क्या राउंड निकाला फरजीन निकाल गया
Continue on the offense.
Amazing play there, taking him to the wall.
फाइनल राउंड में बात आ गई है
This game out and take
आप
it
दुआ
2-2.
करो ना हो सके आपको नहीं मैं कर लूंगा इसमें वो फाइनल राउंड कहाँ से फरजीन ने वो मैच निकाला है वो बहुत प्यारा appreciated यार फरजीन ने
Big sigh of relief on Farzeen's side, but the job is not
और फरजीन को बस ये राउंड
We're
चाहिए
gonna head towards the celebration on the boat in France. Sorry, I keep pretending like how to pronounce it.
There's 3 major Tekken events in France.
वो जो भी
you're
स्ट्रीम
right.
पे नहीं आ रहा
It's gonna be
स्ट्रीम पर
crazy.
लाइक कर दो
You can see the Tekken players behind.
Nice walk there. Trying to go in with the down forward one. Now this is Farzeen's opportunity to make a huge statement to the world and potentially win BAM 15 here, but he's got one of the monsters one of the biggest monsters right in front of him.
True. Goes for the stiletto heels, constantly peppering some pressure here with the low attempts. Farzeen tried to go with the flying gentleman knee, able to get the punch parry, and now
नाइस वन यार
needs to make sure this heat counts. The side wall splat in his favor.
Excellent conversion there, keeping him at the wall. He knows where he
Ooh,
wants
he
him.
missed.
As his disposal.
ले जा फरजीन ने फिर ओ नाइस वन
Explosive attempt, no counter hit low. One more tap would do it for Arslan Ash to gain the round,
ओए
but Farzeen still
ओए ले गया ओए इतनी सी एचपी से फरजीन ने निकाला राउंड
And the Rage Art to close it out, taking a lead in the set. 2 games apiece, 1 round ahead. 2 more to go to take the championship.
Easier said than done here. A slow climb for him to claim the championship of Battle Arena Melbourne, but Arslan Ash still has reset at the summit here. Can he climb towards it though?
Looking for a good situation here, keeping that pressure up. He's feeling it now. Back to the wall. Arslan in a little bit of trouble using those plus frames. Farzeen feeling good.
And now Farzeen holding on to this heat. Let's see if he'll be able to use it. Goes to the 2 swiping lows. Ground slam here just to keep it going. And now a Rage Art for Arslan Ash to just stop the attempts of offense here. Just to put a timeout on the clock.
There we go. And this is going to be rough. for Arslan still, even though he got a big
hard luck है ऐसा कुछ दोनों बहुत aggressive हो गए last round में
available. So does Farzeen trying to fight back, but Arslan really changing up the timing.
Arslan बहुत try hard कर रहा है भाई ये grand final चल रहा है bro पाकिस्तान से पाकिस्तान क्या ये आज मैक्सवेल यस इंशाल्लाह खेलेंगे bro
not afraid to just keep dashing in your face and then
Oh,
just do
Arslan.
a poke that isn't the fastest either, but he knows it's going to hit.
It all started with that slide in counter hit.
अगर फरजीन जी था चैंपियन अरसलान जी था तो एक दफा दोबारा रीसेट हो
Farzeen still going to the back two that flashes, but Arslan not biting.
Caught him with the upper.
ज्यादा अरसान ऐश के बोलते हैं ओए होए
Caught him homing. Got the wall
ओए होए ले गया फरजीन ले गया फरजीन भाई जो जब who he missed ओए कहाँ से मिस किया शहजादे बॉयज अंडर लेग्स कंप्लीट करो जालिमो ये क्या हुआ
Arslan Ash gets the heat
ये
dash.
क्या हुआ
Forward one goes for the low.
ओए
Had a half of a slow-mo there. Arslan
ओए 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 ओए
reset
मैच
point
फंस
here
गया
against Farzeen.
भाई मैच फंस गया
Needs to duplicate that same type of confidence as Arslan.
ओए ले गया ओए ओए आखिरी फाइनल राउंड एक एक मैच में बात जा रही है
Spike him down using the guys are trying to throw everything he has at him. Wants it to go to the next round. He wants to take this home.
ओह
Alright, goes to the mid. Plus frames is looking good for Farzeen.
Hit smash है Arslan के ओए
Excellent low parry.
Nice
He
one.
has heat in his pocket. Could he be taking this
Oye.
to the final round?
Oh my god, final round.
Looking to close out the set, but Arslan looking for that reset, folks.
क्या लगता है भाई अरसलान या फरजीन रीसेट या चैंपियन
Going for that homing mid, goes for the high,
ओए
gets bullets for breakfast,
नाइस
double
स्टार्ट
low,
ओए
gets
होए
the high
नाइस
swipe.
And now we see that Farzeen working with some
ओए
heat.
हिट स्मैश
Arslan
एक्टिव
joins
दोनों
him.
ओह
Duck and
गया
able to go for
गया
that block.
अरसलान ले गया अरसलान ले गया बॉयज रीसेट हो गई ब्रैकेट
Farzin's got a big hill to climb here with some great health.
Definitely in trouble.
ले गया
There
ओह भाई साहब नाइस
Closing it out there.
नाइस
Arslan
नाइस
resetting the bracket here at BAM 15.
ओए ओए अब
Look at that. Arslan
दोबारा BO5 होगा बॉयज
So, I mean, I don't know, that set possibly drained him, but you still got to play another one, folks. And Farzeen, hopefully the mentality is still there because we keep on rising as the stakes keep getting higher and higher.
Floating cows, huh? All right, we're gonna let everyone take a breather for a second. Let's just look at this. That was an intense set. That was so close. Obviously, now they want a side switch. Now, it is technically a new set for you guys who don't know. After a reset, it is a new set, fresh. You can change sides. You can ask to change sides. And rock, paper, scissors as they
क्या
have.
कहता है
Okay, and it seems like they will be going for that side swap, reset. Now, one thing to talk about is the mentality, right? After being so close to claiming the prize, to canceling out the reset, getting to that final round, you have to wonder what the mentality of both these players are. Arslan Ash has been sprinting since the
मैं चाहता था रीसेट हो बहुत मजा हाँ रीसेट हो मैं खुद चाहता था अगेन यस अब ये फाइनल बेस्ट ऑफ 5 है जो बेस्ट ऑफ 5 जीत गया वो जीत गया
But on an opposite side now.
This is probably a nightmare for many players. It's the dream.
वैस क्या लगता है अरसलान ऐश या फरजीन
have it against either one of these players.
Right.
ओए होए
Just
होए
the mentality.
मुझे लग रहा है अरसलान ले जाएगा जितना उसने
really world class.
लेकिन ना यार फरजीन अच्छा खेला बहुत अच्छा खेला बहुत टफ कंपटीशन लिया है मुझे लग ओह प्लेयर चेंज
They are waiting for the conclusion for this one.
ली वर्सेस
They've invested all their time, their energy, their hopes throughout
नहीं,
this
नहीं,
weekend.
नहीं,
throughout
मुझे
the
लगा
year since the
प्लेयर
game
चेंज
came out. And it's one of
अब
these
तक
moments
अरसलान
where-
ही लेके जाएगा मुझे लग रहा है इस बार अरसलान ले
I saw a
जाएगा
whole pop, I was like,
फीलिंग
oh,
आ रही है यार
But yeah, this is
फरजीन
where it
ओके
comes and
पीपी कितना
culminates, but here
पीपी
we
इसका
go.
है 20 लाख
We're about
पी
to
के यार
kick off the final stage of BAM 15,
ओए होए
the
होए
most stacked tournament in Australian or OCE history, and
दोनों
definitely
बहुत
one of the
क्लोज
most stacked
कर रहे हैं
tournaments of the
राउंड में
year.
हाँ
Here we go,
बहुत
we
क्लोज
have
जा रहे हैं दोनों
Arslan
बहुत क्लोज
with
हम
the
कुछ
Nina.
नहीं कह
We
सकते
have
भाई ये अच्छा
Farzeen
खेला है वो
on
बुरा खेला है
the victor. Ladies and
बहुत
gentlemen, make
क्लोज
some
हो
noise
रहे
for
हैं
these champions.
इन्होंने टाइसन भाई क्यों सीन नहीं देना
And let's get it going.
इन्होंने टैसम भाई को सोने नहीं देना
This is a reset grand finals, folks.
अरे
So
कोई ना
stakes are
यार
more
ये
high
वर्थ
for
इट है भाई
Farzeen
सोने से
side.
तो वर्थ इट
Arslan
है
Ash running with the momentum here, gets the
ओए
grab.
होए
Still at center
अरसलान
of the stage
गुस्सा
here,
अरसलान
able to get the
गुस्सा
second hit count.
अरसलान कह रहा है ऐसी की
Reaching towards that
तैसी
one there, taking it
हिलने नहीं दूंगा मैं
close to the wall, activating heat. This start of the round
Nice.
was just high tempo, off the bat, no delay,
बहुत
everyone's
प्यारा
speaking.
And now forcing
बहुत
Farzeen to go
प्यारा
take heat, but
ओए
the
होए
slap's
होए
able to actually take it for Arslan Ash to actually be leading this dance for the first round.
Farzeen tried to approach
होए
there,
होए
but got slapped immediately, and another counter hit.
अरसलान अरसलान
Arslan
हाथों
just
लाओ
landing
सरजीत
off.
सरजीत
It's
माजरत
crazy how
छोटा भरा है ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਹੋ
like a freight train
Oi,
with the
oi.
momentum. Farzeen's got to find a way to stop the unstoppable force. He's got to be
Oi,
the
oi,
immovable
oi.
object here. Moving on away, but the grab
Gus-
attempt
oi,
and
oi.
now the side switch.
तेरी क्या
Trying to keep him at the wall, trying to get that Farzeen flash. No,
नहीं,
behind
नहीं,
1-2,
नहीं,
starting that
Farzeen
pressure,
ने-
gets a side switch on the grab.
फर्जी
maybe
ने
a
ऐसे
advantage
नहीं
position
फर्जी
he's
ने ऐसे नहीं राउंड देना
Life
चाहिए
deficit, not looking too good, but nice,
Nice.
attempt there by Arslan Ash. Down
बहुत
back
प्यारा
forward, we're peppering it in there.
नहीं
goes to that low slide. One more hit is all Arslan
No.
needs to take this round.
नाइस
Explosion, and now just mid-check attempt. Arslan Ash
Oi,
looking
oi,
real
oi, oi,
strong
oi, oi.
in the first game of the grand final reset.
Big difference. Actually grabs him on there.
Yeah, on the offensive attempt there. So now Farzeen trying to push for the wall. We haven't seen any big swings from Farzeen just yet. And as I
Nice,
say that,
Farzeen.
nice punish there by Farzeen.
He's gonna get a bunch of damage and a good
चल चल
situation
चल
for
चल
him.
चल चल
See if he can keep
फर्जी
it
ने
going and close out this round and get on the board in this
बहुत
reset.
प्यारा
Again,
damage.
fresh set. He has not got around yet.
True. Okay.
Nice.
Power crush his way
ले
through.
गया
Gets the
फर्जीन
high
ले
spot
गया
as
राउंड
well.
फर्जीन ले गया
Tries to
राउंड
push for
ले
the
गया
finish here. Can he find it, though?
नहीं ले
Able
गया
to
ले
walk
गया
the
ले गया
skull
नाइस
splitter. Farzeen on the board.
Excellent work.
एक राउंड
Getting on the
दो
board
राउंड
once again. Again, fresh set. Gets a counter hit. Again, every round so far, I think we've seen a big counter hit at the start of the round on Farzeen. Arslan's just finding his mark.
चलो
Trying to go for
चलो
that back to attempt once again, but Arslan Ash really peppering some lows and some mids to avoid that punch parry.
So the downward strike. Excellent read there from Arslan. Knows that Farzeen likes to approach with that double low.
Okay.
Heat
Nice
smash
block with the
active
low,
है और
trying to go
Ejard
for
भी
a
है
punish attempt, but Farzeen was ready. Okay.
Flying knee, heat dash. Goes to that low once again. Lets the high rip, but
गया
the counter hit grab shouldn't be dead
गया
here.
गया
One more big hit is two.
भाई स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो
One, and
प्लीज
we're still waiting for it,
ओए
Farzin's
एचपी
still
चेक
fighting
करो
for his life.
एचपी चेक करो ओए एचपी नजर ही नहीं आ रही थी
Taking the first game. Barely
अरसलान के बाद पहला विक्ट्री आ
Check
चुकी
attempt
है
there, still running with that same
Arslan
momentum we
need
did
2
see
more
before the grand finals
victories.
reset.
It's like cooldown. What is that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? We keep going. We keep full sending this.
Stay heated. All right, game two.
बॉयज 100 लाइक्स कंप्लीट कर लो यार
Farzeen
प्लीज
definitely needs to figure a few things out and try and take.
अरसलान भी लाइक
strangle
से
back
माय
from
नेम
Farzeen.
Kind of terrifying to see how Arslan Ash
जस्ट
keeps
से
running with
माय
the
नेम
momentum
ब्रो
ever
जस्ट से माय नेम
since the losers bracket. So it begs the question, right?
Nice.
Is he a bigger threat on winner's side or loser's side? Because it seems like Farzin's still trying to find his footing in this grand finals reset.
ओए
Both these players actually. huge
अरसा
threats on both
full
sides
mood
of the
में
plate.
जीत
We're
जाएगा
gonna
मुझे भी
find out
लग
if
रहा है
Arslan can really just take it
भाई
double time.
Yeah,
आसान नहीं
continue
होता
on, hold on to this
ब्रैकेट को
momentum.
रीसेट करना
That
लूजर में
needle,
जाके
very nice. That's that big sword slash.
And it gets that Sabaki, both of them on the heat timer.
आतिफ खामोश बैठा कोई नशे जातो मैं नहीं यार जित लो वो तुसी जित लो वो
Farzeen to use his, and now punches him out of it.
He really tried
Nice,
to use that knee
यार.
heat dash, but got snuffed
Ooh.
out before and it ran out.
ये हिट लग जाती ना
Farzeen now
मजे
having
की
some race
लोकड़ी
to work
लगनी
with,
थी
nice rising punish. The mid-check attempts, and now just throwing hands in the corner.
Nice,
Arslan
nice,
looking
Arslan,
so
GG's.
sharp in this second game.
Amazing timing changes here from Arslan. Again, nice big scoop.
अगर ये राउंड अरसलान निकाल गया ना तो अरसलान चैंपियन है अगर ये वाला राउंड निकाल गया तो अदरवाइज अगर फरजीन निकाल गया तो फरजीन चैंपियन है ये राउंड पे पूरी बात है अरसलान हम प्रूविंग दिस इज द गोट ही इज द गोट दैट इज द गोट प्लेइंग ओके नाइस
Okay, now we see that
Nice one,
Farzeen
yaar.
pushing for that heat. And now Arslan joins him in the process. Good duck from
Oh,
the grab attempt
ho,
there. And
ho.
Arslan continuing the pace.
Boy, Arslan is a
Smothering
champion.
him with wave of offense.
DJ is a champion. Arslan is a champion.
You saw there.
यार वो
One
बुच्चर
more
कहाँ
hit,
गया
Farzeen
यार
can bring
बुच्चर
this
का
one
ना
back.
वीजा नहीं लगा इस वजह से वो खामोश बैठा हुआ है कि जित लो वो तुसी
A little
किरा
bit
जितना है
that
तुसी
counter hit on the down
Nice
back
one,
four. This
yaar.
could be big for him.
Wall is there though.
Nice.
Final seconds. Farzeen's got to go for a Hail Mary swing, but it's
Nice.
Arslan to go for the big
Nice.
low.
ओए
One
ओए
more
ओए
round to take game number 2.
That's भी
crazy.
लाइक
A big
लोड़ो
break that he
मरो
didn't need
जान
to do
छुड़ाओ
that.
मैंने
This
सोना
is gonna
आग
hit, no
जल्दी
doubt
करो
that
यार
he went for it.
The no look, right? Just able to go for that big
चलो
wipe the floor, and now that paid dividends for him.
नहीं यार लेकिन मजा आ रहा है
Round
ऑडियंस
on
भी
the
आई
board,
हुई है
it's
ना
game number 2.
मैं तो
Arslan
ऐसा
starting to mess around with
कोशिश
the
कर रहा हूँ
string time,
एक्टिव
the
रहूं
string
लेकिन
number
ना
of hits and really trying to catch Farzeen
जिसम
off guard.
इजाजत
One,
नहीं दे रहा इस टाइम जिसम कह रहा नहीं
two, then down for one. Excellent break there.
And now forcing
Oh,
the
side step.
nice mini movement there for Farzeen just to get the
Nice.
heat activation out of the way by Arslan.
Excellent wall carry
Oh,
here
प्यारा
from Farzeen. Let's see how far he can go. Still uses that Oki really well.
ओए
Grand
रेजार्ड
coming in.
रेजार्ड लग
high
गई है
damage.
ओए 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 ओए
Especially taking that hit and being on very low health. And gonna heal a little health himself.
Able to get a big chunk here, and Arslan still has
ठीक
heat to
है
work with. Can run up heat smash.
बहुत
and
प्यारा
that is gonna be
अरसलान
it for
बहुत
game
प्यारा
number 2.
2-0
While the
स्ट्रीम
reset
ऐसे
run is
टाइम
going
पे
through
क्यों
as we speak.
अटकती हुई
Farzeen
है
now
वही ना
to slow
चलो
things
इम्पोर्टेंट
down,
इम्पोर्टेंट
go
होता
back to
पता
going
लगता है
forward.
भाई
Try to approach
सारी
this
ऑडियंस
match.
फुल देख रही है उसी टाइम में अटक जाऊं बस
Folks, Farzeen with a big smile on his face, looking at the crowd. But let me hear y'all make some noise for this grand finals reset, ladies and gentlemen. Farzeen, what? With the arena
नहीं वैसे ही रहना
here at Battle Arena
मजा
Melbourne,
आया जब
ladies
दोनों
and
के दो
gentlemen.
दो और फाइनल
I think they just love Reyna right
बिलास आज भाई सीधा कहते मैं ना तो हूँ यार
Reyna
ब्रो
right
इट्स
now.
7 AM है
Reyna
बट
right
स्टिल
now.
गुड लव इट
But will this
इधर
Reyna
8 बज गए हैं
change things up? Because like we called out with the Ulsan match, he has to stick with the Reyna all throughout. I love how we looked
पोस्टर
at
रेडी है
Ulsan.
नहीं नहीं पोस्टर रेडी नहीं है ब्रो
Reyna, bro.
Let me show you.
पोस्टर
Let me
सुबह
show
उठ
you.
के रेडी करूंगा हिम्मत नहीं आया
1-2. Trying to chop at those lows. Now let's see what kind of who's going to be able to adapt to this new environment faster. Yes, Farzeen.
सारे नीना के साथ रहना क्यों ले रहे होते हैं
Worry about a new character, but he does as
Arslan
well. Will he be able to pick it up fast
showing
enough
why
before
he's the
Arslan can
god
finish
of
this one?
Tekken
That is the
yes
question, though.
well
Mid-check,
अरसलान यार जिना मर्जी
Arslan
ला भाई ला पाके रख
the
लेनी
momentum. How much offense we're seeing out of this Reyna just yet? Because it's the Arslan show. He's just constantly pressuring the headbutt heat engage though. Let's see if he can do anything.
यार
with it.
एक राउंड तो
I think a little
जीत
bit of
या
what we're
फरजीन
seeing right
एक
now is
राउंड
Arslan
तो
just trying to
जीतना
get fast and not let Farzeen start to adjust
big
to
player of
using
big
Reyna.
games as the
True,
god
true. Just constantly just smothering him with that offense.
चल
pace
चल
and
फरजीन
pressure.
एक राउंड
Called out.
जीत
Arslan
रहना
now
से
holding on to that heat dash. Now just getting himself out of
अरसलान
that
भी
wall
लाइक बाप
situation.
बाप होता
1-1-2 to the sentai high. Arslan saw it coming.
ओह तेरी
This is gonna look good. for
सीरियसली क्या
Farzeen.
फरजीन ने मेरी बात सुन ली है लगता
Able to carry towards
फरजीन
that
मेरी
wall.
स्ट्रीम देख रहा है
Now
फरजीन
Farzeen
छुप के भाई
with the
स्ट्रीम
wall.
स्नाइप कर रहा है मेरी
Do it. And now the crowd
Nice.
comes alive for the Reyna
एंड
Farzeen.
3-0 आफ्टर
It looks like he's still
नहीं
adjusting his
नहीं
combos.
भाई
Next to
फरजीन
Reyna
ऐसे
to
नहीं
try and
जाने
find the max
देगा
damage. So it's slowly coming together, but again, he needs more time. It looks like.
नाइस
Electric tap,
Nice.
trying to go for that new low, peppering in and some offense here to just try to
Chal,
open up the
chal, chal.
offense or open up the defense of Arslan.
Don't break.
नाइस
Now I wonder if they've trained these characters together or not. Is that the reason for this pick?
That is the question, right? But he has to gamble it all on this this character just to try.
Nice
and
one,
find his way
yaar.
back in this grand finals
बड़ा
reset.
गंदा
Arslan
डिफेंस किया था
still
नहीं तो ये
relentless
लगती
with
है
his
इस्लाम की
offensive
बड़ी
mid-check.
डैमेज जाने
Sentai
LFPD
3,
चलेगी
finding its way.
ओह
Big damage on the board for Farzeen.
Taking that range
Huge
away.
smash active
Coming
है
back in, activating heat. Arslan goes for that.
ओए
head sweep,
क्या गलती
bringing
की
in
है
Farzeen's head.
Oh,
He
nice
wanted to
counter,
show
low
what
parry.
he had, but Farzeen quick to
I
take that
appreciate
second
it
one,
फरजीन
not
बच्चा
getting it
बहुत प्यारा
twice.
खेल
One
रहा है
round
बहुत प्यारा
away
खेल रहा
from
है
taking a game and getting on
ले
the
गया
board in
ले
this
गया
reset.
ले गया
He saw
फरजीन ने
something
ले
new.
गया
Definitely saw something there. Really goes for that wipe the floor.
Just
towards the
imagine,
tail end of the
just
match.
imagine
Farzeen now
अरसलान यहाँ पे
pressure
अपना
with his
करेक्टर
own,
चेंज करे
able to
ओए
get the
होए
headbutt
होए
engage.
पहले BO5 हुआ यस ब्रो पहले भी BO5 हुआ अरसलान जीता अब दोबारा BO5 हो रहा है ओए कोई ना बोल है
Excellent
पीछे
splat there. Trying to end the combo
हिट
early.
स्मैश एक्टिव है बच के
Goes underneath
अरे
the
गलती
1-1
कर रहा है
jab.
इतना अग्रेसिव हिट
Excellent
स्मैश
tail
पे कौन होता
Pressure
है
is on. Still, heat is available. He's
Oh,
definitely
nice
trying to
one.
use it.
Okay, trying to finish some strings and hands
नहीं
gun
नहीं
goes
नहीं
right for the heat smash here. Both life is almost about even, but Farzeen,
ओए
oh my goodness, we're at the final round
फाइनल
here,
फाइनल
folks.
राउंड
Here
ओए
we
होए
go.
होए
We have tournament point here for Arslan Ash. Can he take it here over Farzeen and the newly showed Reina?
Let's see how Farzeen's gonna go
Oi,
for a
oi.
War God kick.
Oi, oi,
Hell
nice.
sweep attempts here. We're gonna see him try to go for him dropping down
Oh,
these,
nice one.
these heel drops.
हाई
Excellent flapping
स्मिथ
into
ओ
the gun.
लूज
Farzeen fighting for his life here. Goes for the electric for the keep out. Triple
नहीं
slaps
नहीं
here from
नहीं
Arslan, feeling
Farzeen.
confident. Farzeen
Nice.
activating heat, trying to take his turn back.
बहुत
Ooh,
प्यारा
able to get the
डैमेज
heat. Oh, that's gonna get punished. 1-1-2.
नाइस
Arslan still has a chance, activating heat, putting it out there. Wants to end it here. Can he do it?
Chal,
Goes for the
chal.
load, throwing everything he has. The heat smash hitting. Heat
चल
smash
चल
getting blocked
फरजीन
there, hitting hard on the
नहीं
chip.
फरजीन
Let's
नहीं
see. Arslan
फरजीन
Ash.
नहीं ओए
Bam!
Arslan
50
champion
coming
Shahzada
through losers,
Shahzada
resetting the bracket in a
Shahzada
nail
ओए
biter
ओए ओए
and taking
क्या
down one of
ही
the
है
best in the
क्या
world in
ही
Farzeen. We have Arslan Ash!
ओए ओए ओए
But guys, please give it up for your second placer. Please make some noise for Farzeen. What a bracket, what a tournament, what a grand finals. The run that Arslan Ash had to go through just to get the grand finals and
Mashallah,
waiting at the
mashallah.
wings was Farzeen. This run would definitely be talked about in future BAM events.
Oh, for sure. We're going to talk about it at every BAM event. And they're going to be, Arslan's going to be immortalized in the Wall of Champions. Congratulations there. But amazing performances from all these players. We had some crazy performances from the beginning. The winning semi-final, we had Chikra and Ulsan. You know, again, Ulsan continues to have a good standing against Chikrin. Farzeen, Nobi, Farzeen, again, Farzeen was looking like he was about to take this whole thing.
Yeah.
Arslan just clawed his way through that loser's side and came back to just take it all. And honestly, as Farzeen, what do you do now? He tried multiple characters and it just wasn't able to work. He's gonna have to go back, look at it, and I'm sure, look, they are all friends. They will talk about that and see how they can improve each other.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think this is
Oh,
just the
ये
start for
stadium में हो
Farzeen,
रहा है,
right?
bro.
This is like one of his career best outings. For him to go up against Arslan Ash, he is the franchise player. He is the one of the most dominant players in the scene right now. And I think once he was able to reset everything, the mental stack was already in favor of Arslan Ash. So congratulations to him. He had to go through hell and high water to get to that grand finals, and the way he did it in emphatic fashion, a 3-0 up against Farzeen in the grand finals reset, that is one to behold.
It was an amazing run, and that's why a lot of people call him one of the GOATs of Tekken, and you can't deny that he proves day in, day out, time after time, why he is one of the greatest of all time.
Exactly. So again, this is just kind of the start of the Tekken World Tour. This is the third Masters event. We still have a lot on the way and a lot of Challenger events. Guys, please also register so you can tally up your points, because we are still, I would say, in the 1/4, not even the 4th of the Tekken World Tour chapter. Like Brownman said, this is a longer run compared to last year. A lot more Challenger events and a lot of Master events, Master Plus events compared to last year.
We got 3. That goes with a huge change in the points distribution, the amount of points. As I mentioned, like we're talking about the numbers that you could look at and hopefully be safe at last year. You know, you could get about 1,000, 1,300 was, you know, you was kind of safe. And in now, you know, we're seeing, you know, 11, 20 on players already, and it's May.
Yeah, and I'd want, yeah, that's true. And I want to say, if you want to compare it to last year, just the high level of gameplay. Like Tekken 8 just came out last year, but the fact that we're getting Grand Finals resets, going down to the wire in terms of seconds, like it always at the 8-second range, that's when we get a conclusion to the match. For such an aggressive game, you got to admit the level of competition here. They're finding ways to just have defense, have the active defense to continue pushing the meta of this game. So, I would say it's an excellent time to be a Tekken fan. If you guys want to check out more for the Tekken World Tour, head on over to TekkenWorldTour.com. And Brown, where did we go for the social?
3 घंटे से बैठा हूँ यार हाय 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 कोई ना यार थक गए हम मोहब्बता वाले। बाकी थैंक यू सो मच जो भी आया बॉय, स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर देना। चल अब कौन से सोचा स्ट्रीम ऑन रख के 915 मैच प्ले किया है यार अरसलान ने। हाँ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वगैरह होगी, सारा कुछ ही होगा। अभी उठा ना थोड़ी देर में भाई, हम सोए ही नहीं है। मैं आप लोगों को बताऊं, रुको जरा। आज का दिन मैंने क्या कुछ किया। आज का दिन हमने सबसे पहले की है वीडियोस अपलोड नहीं की। पहले 4 घंटे की स्ट्रीम की है, 4 घंटे के बाद 3 घंटे की ये की नहीं, 4 घंटे की स्ट्रीम के बाद हम गए हैं अपने दूसरे चैनल पे। दूसरे चैनल पे हमने की है तकरीबन 1.5 घंटे की स्ट्रीम, 5.5 घंटे। फिर हम दोबारा अपने मेन चैनल पे आए हैं, 5.5 घंटे हुई है, 3 घंटे, 8.5 घंटे की लाइक स्ट्रीम की, नॉन स्टॉप स्ट्रीम 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 स्ट्रीम। मैं जा रहा वैलो खेलने। वर्थ इट है, सोते तो रोज ही हैं। हाँ वर्थ इट है यार, मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ यार। ओके यार, थैंक यू सो मच यार, जज़ाकल्लाह जो भी आए। बाकी सुपर चैट के लिए थैंक यू सो मच। $16 हो गए, $1000 करना पता नहीं कब होंगे, लेकिन हो जाएंगे जरूर। ये दो इजाजत, अल्लाह हाफिज, जज़ाकल्लाह यार।
يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي. يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي، وإلى موائد جود مولاك ارعي. يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي، وإلى موائد جود مولاك ارعي. وإذا تأخر مطلب فلربما في ذلك التأخير كل المطمع. فاستأنسي بالمنع وارعي حقه، إن الرضا وصف المنيب الألمع. وإذا بدا من ناطق الوجدان ما يدعوك للياس الذميم الأشنع، فاستيقظي من نومة الغفلات وليكن الرجاء لك مرتعا فيه ارتعي. يكن الرجاء